Hey YouTube, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. So listen, today I am going to be doing a couple of things. So I want to start off by doing predictions for the next set of legends for set 4 because I'm so excited about the new legends and Vendetta coming out, and then also watching Riftbound Hartford Regional Qualifier. Oh my gosh, and watching the top 8 for the original qualifier in Hartford, Connecticut. So we'll be doing that today. I've got everything pulled up and pretty much ready to go, and so it'll be fun. We'll hang out, it'll be a blast. And yeah, just let me know what you think in chat. I know I haven't streamed in a while, so we kind of got to catch up and see what's going on and what's good. But for the most part, everything is amazing. So I'm very excited. We have a lot of good plans, a lot of good things happening. God is good, okay? All the time. God is good. So, that's the plan. Let me pull up this Riftbound Vendetta image so I can see the confirmed and the fake legends. Just to see if I can find the image. I feel like so many people have said so much. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Craziest part about it is I feel like there's not even that many people who actually type about Riftbound until... Okay, here it is. Bam! I found it. Okay, so what we're gonna talk about today to start out is this Riftbound Regional Qualifier and also the Vendetta Legend. So I think I want to start off just watching top 8, to be honest, because I've been waiting to watch top 8 forever, and I am so excited to watch them. And then we'll do the predictions after the event, because I literally was on the plane while they were going through top 8, and I was like, man, I really want to watch, but sadly, you know, you can't do everything you want to. Sometimes you literally can only do what you're allowed. And so what I was allowed today is just to do literally the bare minimum, pretty much. So let me pull this up to see. Top 8. Is this Sydney? Okay, no, this is Hartford. Perfect. I'm also going to unfortunately close chat because I heard chat for this Riftbound qualifier was very toxic, and so unfortunately for them, I don't like a lot of toxicity, so we will not be doing that today. But okay, this regional qualifier went down this weekend. I was there. You might have seen me. I was the cosplayer who did MEL. It was actually my first cosplay I've ever done. And I didn't actually get to watch top 8 because I was on a flight. So today we're going to watch this top 8, do a little watch party, do a little kiki, a little giggle. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But I have not watched any of the games. Wait, Bradykin versus Miru? I feel like I've watched both of them play separately, but not as a whole. So hopefully this will be fun. So today is just going to be a chill day. The vibes are going to be good. So that's pretty much it. And we'll just hang out and watch this game.
It's no 2-drop, so your turn 1's probably going to be like Pack of Wonders Pass would be your ideal start.
Yeah.
The Pike.
Okay, the stream volume is very loud.
Yeah, we got the inverse of that start. It looks like we have a traveling merchant in the trash and a deadly flourish in the trash.
They're talking so
kind of
fast.
The beginning that I assumed happened. Bradykin being the first seed was able to choose to go first. We're a 0-0 game. We're in turn.
What is the time on? The playback speed is normal? Man, they're talking fast. Sheesh.
Played 4 turns in under
Okay, we're good.
Going super fast at the start there. So
Okay, so I am going to try to provide some commentary over this video. Hopefully not too much because I know enough, but sometimes I don't know enough at the same time. So we'll certainly see. Let me do this to headphones.
Not safe as well, but maybe a bit safer than
It is loud. This stream volume is so loud.
Yeah, so it paid 2 energy.
Okay.
Double exhaust. One of that's
Perfect. 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 I think that's going to be a little bit more pleasant for the viewing experience. So we have Brady Kid, who is on Ezreal, versus Miru, who is on Pike, in Mind and Chaos and Fury Chaos domains respectively. So I feel like this has the potential to be very, very good. Probably mostly for Bradykin though, because I feel like Pike, since Pike probably plays smaller units, he'll probably have a harder time keeping units on the board.
We're entering like turn 7 here for Bradykin.
But they both have the possibility of the Gus combo. So I feel like it could be a good matchup, but at the same time, it could be complicated for one or the other.
Okay, looks like we're paper. It looks like
reading the paper from memory and then matching. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay.
I guess they didn't actually have a chance to look at each other's deck list before the game started. So I guess they're giving them an opportunity to look at their deck list after the game had already begun.
It's going to be very beneficial going into this.
Yeah, knowing like what tech pieces might be in that deck. Obviously, Miro knowing that there's a main deck turn to dust. That Blighted Battle Axe needs to kind of be protected a little bit as well. With the
all right, so he's already got his Pack of Wonders online for Bradykin. And I watched him play. I've watched pretty much all the games that were on stream up until this point because I wanted to watch these on stream. And I don't know how I feel about this Pack of Wonders Bewitching Spirit combo.
Very important.
Or is it? Yeah, it's Pack of Wonders. I don't know how I feel about it personally. It is kind of toxic. Just a little toxic, but you know, everybody enjoys a little toxicity here and there, but not me personally. Let's see what Midu does.
Yeah. Still has the Kai'Sa, we know that. Could just go
that Ripper's Bay looks so grayed out. Is it just me? It looks so grayed out.
So we know that's an option. And then you still have 2 energy to play something else afterwards. If you did like the full line with the,
when a unit heroes return to a player's hand, that player may pay 1 to channel 1 rune exhausted. Oh wow, that's actually really good. Base! Hi! Am I the famous? No, you are the famous. How are you? Oh my gosh, yo, I appreciate you battling me. Not battling, I guess. I shouldn't say battle. I appreciate you doing Wordle with me in Discord. You know, me and my mom do Wordle every day, so it's funny to watch somebody else do it too. I need to put chat on the screen somehow. I need to make an overlay for my Riftbound watch parties. You might know me as the girl who cosplayed MEL in Riftbound. Oh man, I got to talk about my event experience too, actually. I didn't do that. Who would have thought, Baze, I would have found a game that I actually want to stick to. I never stick to any one game.
You don't want to kill your own unit. And the Bewitching Spirit after this is pretty good for Bradykin.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It means a lot that y'all say that. I put it together in 2 weeks. So these last 2 weeks, I didn't make a lot of content leading up to the event because I was like so stressed out about getting the dress made, like handmade, the whole thing. And it's obviously not perfect, right? Like it could be better. There's some things I want to add to it, but you know, I'm really proud of how it came out nonetheless. So I appreciate it. Okay, so Bradykin got his first conquer point with the Sprite. Oh, and he also puts Vex A down, which is crazy. So now Miru has things that are all going to be stunned, but it's not like he has anything on the board anyway. After losing, I want to say it was the Pike earlier to the Bellows Breath combo. I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but here we are. It's never too late to find your passion. Glad you found something you enjoy. Thank you. I
looks like a
do,
Forerunner
I
and a
do
Kai'Sa in
really
hand.
enjoy
pretty good.
TCG. I
The
feel
issue
like
here is if you develop
this is a
Forerunner, you're
hobby.
getting
I
some
mean,
cards
I've
in turn.
collected
It's
cards since I was a
really
kid. Like,
rough.
I have a
Yeah, they
whole
can only have one,
old
so
Yu-Gi-Oh
understand it
binder,
hurts,
but
I still
this
don't think it
hobby
has to. Yeah, you
and
gotta get
finding
something
a
on the board here, so I'm
community.
imagining the Kai'Sa as well.
We'll
There are
talk
two
about this
bodies, hit
later.
the
We'll talk
board,
about this
Miru's
after I finish
unhappy.
watching these games.
Temporary trigger.
There was a situation
So
that
for
happened at the
Awaken,
event, but feeling actually supported by the influencer manager and some of the other
slowly.
creators
Cycle 1.
and like old friends at the event. Like
Star
it
cross
was
the
a
Forerunner.
incredible
Very
feeling.
nice.
Pay 1
Oh, he
for
started
that.
crossing the
Very
sprites,
nice.
and he's gonna pay the one to channel
This is
a
gone.
rune.
You know,
Okay,
you don't return the sprites
okay,
again,
Big Brady, not the
technically or
little Brady.
mechanically.
And draw.
So this was
That's a good
fascinating.
move. That's a good
Brady
move.
purposely used
But
a
he does have
rune
the
to
bewitching
recycle for the
spirit
Starcrossed because he knew he was
in
gonna trigger
hand
Ripper's
again,
Bay,
unless it was
and he knew he was gonna
killed.
awaken for turn.
Yep.
So
I don't
he
know
wanted
if
to
it
get
was
maximum
killed.
value of still
I
having
missed that.
gold in
Yes.
play.
Interesting.
Correct. I am sorry.
Sprite fountain.
Pay 3, recycle 1.
He missed that as well. How have you been, Bates? You been
Okay,
good?
we're gonna
You been watching the World Cup? I went to a World Cup game too, man.
Trove gone.
I can't
Doesn't really
complain.
need
Life
it
is
at this
good.
point. Full ramp essentially.
How many cards now?
2.
2.
Only 2 in hand is actually pretty
All right.
low.
So it's only
But
2 to
it's
1
definitely
right
way
now.
over
This game is
resource
going to
damage.
be super long.
It's looking
I
for
don't know
maybe
why.
another
Either
Starcrossed
Brady Kid is
or
going to
something
like
deal with
slam
that
dunk
Kai'Sa.
it and
I
take
did
him
see
out
a
fast,
list get
or
picked up in that stock deck.
it's just going to
That
be a
could
long
a
game
list
because
into a
blue,
Bellows or something along
'cause
those lines, if there is a Bellows in hand.
the
Not sure
color-
Brady took.
I mean, the legend
But we're
that
gonna go
Brady
into that
Kid's
sigil.
playing with Mind
And again,
and
the rune
Chaos
economy,
is
the rune management has
kind
been
of a
stellar
slower
for Brady
deck.
Kid.
But he
Recycling
played the Sprite
again,
Fountain,
one
so
for that
maybe he's
Ezreal.
kind of accelerated
This
things a
sigil's gonna
little.
cause him to recycle another one, which means next turn he's going to channel those 2 runes again. So he's not kind of missing out on resources,
Yeah.
and he still has that gold ready to go.
But
Very
yeah, it
efficient
was
plays
such
from
a fun
Brady. Still
event.
4
It
runes
was
up as well,
actually
so
so
Miru's not gonna have a
crazy enough. I've
free
hosted events
conquer
before,
here. Gonna have to be
but
rough.
I've
What
never
could
been
Bracken have in
invited to an
response?
event as a
Here's
content
still
creator,
though almost full ramp here.
and
Still
so
has that Forerunner
it
in
was
hand
like
that
a
was returned
first
back
time
from the Starcross,
experience.
but this Kai'Sa with the Blighted Axe
And
can punch
like
really
even
hard.
DreamCon,
You
I
probably do
only
know when
have
you
been
try to avoid
invited
the
as like
axe to
industry
it doesn't
because I
create a
worked
trigger.
in the business.
Okay.
But
So,
now
a Starcross
actually being
potentially could
invited
be
to something as a
held up,
creator
yeah,
and
to try to make you deramp a little bit, commit to some
and
sort of play, and then
actually
put that Kai'Sa
like
back in your hand.
being able to
A
like
lot
meet
of cards in
people
Brady's
and
hands, as we can see there in the
people
player's
watch my
hand. Looks
content
like
and they're like,
probably
"Oh, I see your
7
content," and I've watched
or
their content and
6 cards
stuff,
in their hand.
you know.
Already one
And
Starcross used,
I mean,
so
admittedly, I don't
we'll
see
it.
a lot
It won't be,
of
like,
people's
super
content on
lucky for him to
Instagram,
have another one,
but now
not
that I'm on
outside of
Twitter, so
question.
I'm back on Twitter, which is like crazy,
Moving into
right?
the
Like,
sigil.
you already know how I feel
Not
about
trying to
Twitter,
fight
right?
the Vex.
Because
Yeah,
you a
Very
OG,
interesting. I would
right?
have expected.
You're one of my OGs.
Said that too,
Man,
but he
I'm
felt
back on
free.
Twitter
It's
though,
not
and
saying
I
that the exact
have
gold will be Starcross.
somehow
No,
managed
take
to
it back.
make my Twitter feed all Pokemon, all K-dramas and K-pop, and all Riftbound. And
Yeah, I mean,
it
you might
is
as
the
well.
most
You set
peaceful
everything
Twitter
without
has
action
ever
window
been
here
for
if you
me.
wanted
It's the
Starcross
best
still.
feeling. So I feel
Who is
way
that deck,
happier about
actually?
it now.
Oh, just let's go.
Kaisa gets the conquer, so he won't have to get
That's-
dealt 4
I'm assuming
damage
probably
because
we're
of this
taking the
weapon
fizz
right here.
It allows us to Starcross again.
The Sprite
and bring that
dies
fizz back
as
to hand
well.
if we really want to.
Who did you
But
watch?
conquering at Sigil
That's
the
so exciting, but
Storm
yeah, I've been
means that
enjoying
Mira has
it.
to
Happy to see a
recycle
lot of the
rune,
first
now
time
floating
teams winning.
the energy
We,
here, so
me and my
Mira does
best
still
friend
have
and
one
her
energy to spend
husband,
there.
we watched
Should also be
Japan versus
floating,
Netherlands.
power
That
as
was the
well.
first
Actually, no, 'cause
opening
So I use
game
it
at
to-
Oh,
Dallas
okay.
Stadium. It was
See what she
crazy.
said.
I've already
Yes.
experienced like Japanese
Nice.
fandom for their sports
Now it's get
teams,
back to hand.
Like Legend Ice
but
said,
they'd
this is
never
just
seen
gonna
them
go straight
before,
back
and
to
I was
the
like,
Oh,
y'all,
just
soccer
naturally. Probably
soccer
taste.
fans, even
Yeah,
at
exactly.
LAFC,
Oh, no,
soccer
Forerunner.
fans
Oh,
don't
okay.
play. They don't play, so it's
So
real.
Brady had 3
But like,
runes
I
that were
love
not
watching
used
the
on
World Cup.
turn.
I love
Was
seeing.
not able to
I watch the
fully
World Cup
maximize
every
the
4
energy
years.
usage
Like every
over
time
the
it comes
2
out,
turns,
like
but
when it's World
still
Cup
full
season,
ramp.
I'm tuned in. I'm
And
locked
still
in.
ahead in points. This Vex
I'm a South Korea fan.
Aesthetic is still at the battlefield, slowing
Okay,
down Miru's
through and through.
plays. I think I saw a Stupefy in the hand. Didn't
Okay,
notice.
Fine
so
Bellows, I saw.
interestingly
Okay.
enough,
Pretty good
it's
combo.
at 4-2
We do
now.
have
Brady
access
is
to
in the
our entire-
lead.
If we did take that fizz, I wasn't sure
Mirdu
if we could take
has
the fizz, but
2. Miru.
I mean, Brady's looking through his trash, so I'm assuming we
And
did take the Fizz.
interestingly enough, Miru
Star-crossing
is
that corner
tapped
again
out.
would
So
be
if there's a
kind of
way
crazy.
Brady can
Looks
clear
like a pin
off
4.
this sigil of the storm
Celery
battlefield,
Oh,
he
yeah,
might.
watch
Oh
your-
wait, he's probably gonna do it because he
75,
puts
swing there, 75.
down the
Nice.
thousand
One
tail,
way to
gives
deal
her
with
minus
that.
3,
And notably,
and then
4 runes
thousand tails
available.
on the conquer,
We can start
unattaches the
Can even
gear.
bring that Watcher back to our hand. if
So
we want to.
thousand tails gonna get the point,
That's kinda
and
filthy.
Bradykin's gonna lose a rune, so he's at 5.
Yep.
Cycle
He's
1
tapping 3, pays 1
to play
for that
Fizz.
spirit.
Yep,
Oh
there
no,
he is.
Fizz.
Star-Crossed himself.
This
Ooh,
time
and he's
spend the
gonna play the
gold, yep.
Star
So
Cross
not gonna be at full
to send the
12 rune
Ferris
ramp at
Forerunner
Bradykin's next
back
turn.
to
There are 3 that
Midu's
have been recycled
hand.
this turn, but still
Recycles
very good
that Star
sequence of
Cross.
plays. There are no units on field for Miru, and with
And
that
now
Vex
he
apathetic,
only has
very
1
low
up,
chance of
plays
Miru
the
actually
Pack of
getting onto the board
Wonders
and doing anything
to
else.
kill the
And packing
Ezreal.
putting him in the backpack. Ezreal
Now
notably is a,
only has 2 units
looting
on the
card, right?
board.
Drop him, discard a card, draw 2. Very good. He
Miru
also
has
makes your
0
optional additional
units
cost
on the
cheaper, so
board.
stuff
He
like
can't
Bell's
even
Breath,
accelerate
do get
anything to
reduced
go
by that.
in here to stop Bradykin to go
It
from
definitely
going
did.
up to
5 to
7
2, and we are the controllers.
because
Yeah.
Vex
Very, very well
Apathetic
played
is
from
on the
Bradykin.
board, which
Very
is
impressed
tough.
with the decisions he's made so far.
Let me see your
So Midu is gonna look through Bradykin's trash,
Star Cross used once
possibly
from hand and then
looking
once
to
from
see
graveyard.
if
Shouldn't have
it's
that
like
Star Cross in trash.
anything that he can draw
Does
off
he?
of.
He played 1 from hand and 1
If
from
he
trash.
play-
which was the one
has
he
a
played from hand. I don't
Gust.
think there's
Yeah,
another one
I
in
don't
trash,
think there's another
But I
one.
don't know why Gus would be relevant
develop again.
here.
This is the brutal
Oh,
part about
Midu
playing
is gonna
against
just
Ezreal is that
replay the
we've now
Ferris
played
and
this
the
format 3
Kaisa
times, and we've yet
and
to
tap
awaken
out
it.
again.
It used to be
Bradykin's gonna go up
League
to
of
7,
Forerunner.
so he only needs
Not
1
as much
point
anymore
to
into these
win this
control
first
lists,
game.
these, chaos control lists.
That's not
Miru
bad.
actually talked about that in his winner's interview.
I feel like
that Barrett was
okay,
saying
so
that it's
oh, he
brutal
did
against
have a
Star Cross, and we're
stupefy.
seeing it here.
Okay, I was thinking he had the
Flourish
stupefy.
Kaisa.
Oh my gosh! And then the
Stupefy,
deadly flourish is gonna drop on Kaisa's head and send her to the
and
trash.
that will kill the Kaisa. Now,
Okay,
just one
okay.
more Star-Crossed on this Forerunner again.
Brady is gonna
That would
get
probably just be
a
game.
gold token and play the bewitching spirit.
That looks like a
Oh
Star
my,
Cross.
Mirdu
Star-Crossed
is
spirit.
going
Yes.
to be
Wow.
in the blender in a
Yeah,
minute
game 2.
hand.
Wow.
because Pack of
There's
Wonders
scoop out
gonna
there.
send
GG, game 1
Cross
goes to
Star
Bradykin,
Cross, send
expert
Ferris Runner back to hand,
control
and
gameplay from the
Bradykin.
Ezreal pilot. With,
Bradykin
Star-Crossed
wins
on the
this
Ferris
in
Forerunner, you never actually get
very
that
good
death
fashion in
value, and
15
Miru is
minutes.
gonna have to find a
Even though
different
there's no
avenue to approach
time,
here
that's
as we head
excellent.
to
That means it won't
sideboarding
go
for
to an hour,
game
so
number
that's
2.
exciting.
It's a little less
I'm loving
frustrating watching
So let me
Bradykin
tell
do
you
this
about
as
this
someone
event,
that
Baze.
me,
Yeah, you've
but
been on the receiving end of this one before.
Let me tell
yeah,
you
once or
about
twice.
this event. It was so fun. I
also
am
watched,
planning to go back to
watched him do this
LA.
quite a few times,
They're
and
having events in
the general
Barcelona
consensus is
and
it's a very
Singapore,
frustrating
but
deck to play
obviously
against, as most control lists are.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
those
Some decks will
unless,
have
you
natural
know,
strengths against it, but you can
unless,
see
well,
that
actually,
Pike
let me see the
kinda
dates on
plays
those. When
into
are
the
those
range.
events? So,
It's something
Riftbound,
that gets punished by
Barcelona.
the Vex Apathetic because you do have some of these accelerate units.
I
like
used to
in
be
terms of
so
Pike
good
Champion and
with
the Kaisas,
maps, and
then
now I'm trying to
also,
remember where
you
Barcelona.
death
Oh,
knell triggers are
Barcelona
snap
is.
off with these,
Isn't that where the Cheetah
Star-Crossed.
Girls had
So
the
it is an
movie?
ideal matchup for the Ezreal, I'd say, which is interesting to think.
Was
that the
it?
Pike had the
Was
positive
Cheetah
win
Girls
rate,
filmed there?
Yeah.
even though
It
1v1
was.
so
I know
far in
exactly where
Hartford. Again, it was
Barcelona
only
is. It is
7
in
game sample
Spain.
size, pretty
It is
small.
in
I
Spain.
just I love watching
Okay.
Miro shuffle through his deck
Yeah,
and
I
take
will
out
not
all
be
the
going to
forerunners.
Spain,
Yep.
unfortunately.
They are
But if I
a
could
dead
go
card
to
in this
Spain,
matchup.
I would
Great
go to
into certain
Spain.
color
But
combinations,
sadly,
not great
we
into
won't
the
be there.
chaos color
She won't be there.
combinations. If you're against an order
But
matchup,
it was
yep,
so
you'll probably
fun.
stay in.
I did have my aunt help
And
me
even
as
that
well.
wants
My
to
mom
kill
and
your
my
unit
aunt,
is
they're
great.
calling
Yeah,
themselves my
I think that
team
puts it
for
back on
some
the hand.
reason.
Like a
My
mark on the back of
team
his
helping
card.
me
Okay.
with
I don't know if I wrote it off.
Okay.
with the dress, and that was hard because I couldn't get the headpiece and I couldn't find her earrings
do the
in
side
time.
sleeve, maybe?
I also didn't
No,
really
it's just
know
a
how to
sleeve.
make them. So
I can't
what
see
I
anything.
learned, a lot of like cosplay,
It's
you
good
just
though,
have to
like you
kind of
said,
be
anytime
like
a player sees something
creative.
this, point out to
Like
judges, let them
obviously
fix
you have
it.
to be creative with cosplay, right? Like we know that, but you
Yeah, put
really
two cards
have
side
to
by side, see if you
be
can tell the difference.
some.
If you
You
can't,
have to
then
be a
you're
different
probably
breed of creative.
Oh, nice.
Like
Tell the
there's
difference.
creative and
Yeah,
then
no, I think
there's
it's good. I'm also
cosplay
not
creative
gonna
because if
inform
you're
myself what
designing an
card that was.
outfit with like details and
be
like
safe.
pieces, it's
would
really not easy.
I mean, like you said, he's been playing pretty clean so
to-
far.
You stopped me that one.
Like
Yeah, I
do
mean, I
this
started
stuff.
with the pack throw
so I
combo in
have
hand,
a
like, the double
newfound
flurry
respect
It was an unreasonable
for
opening.
people who cosplay. every event.
And again,
every
the
week.
Pike plays into that range
Especially if they don't-
sorry, Deadly Flourish, I should say.
Especially if they don't
Very,
actually
very good
like.
into these kind of
what is it?
2-drop heavy lists.
Like
'cause they
buy
give
their
it a
costumes
body
or
for one
actually like
turn, you just
doing
play a
them
spell, clear that
themselves?
body,
Like
get a gold
Yeah,
gear,
point
really
secret,
efficient.
man.
I
Please,
literally,
together,
I'm
that's
shocked.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
Notably, I was watching Miru
So
Shuffle and I
it's
saw a Thermal
crazy.
Beam get added in naturally. It would also a hard bargain. So we had some hard bargains in the sideboard to try to deal with the spell slingy aspect of this control list.
So we'll
Miru,
see, we'll see,
I mean,
we'll see.
now getting to go first, which is obviously better with 9 2-drops in your deck, but also
Phase, if you go
Frozen
to
Fortress and
DreamCon,
Forbidden Waste.
you have to come to
On a
my
deck that plays the
TCG
list.
night.
That
This
Frozen
has
Fortress
been
can be
months in the
tricky.
making.
Very, very
Do you
good
remember
for
when
the
I
Ezreal.
told y'all
And,
this
fight
was back when I
not
streamed
on
on
the similar
Twitch,
list.
right?
It's not like a Pack of
I
Wonders.
think this
Yes,
this
Pike
must
build,
have been
so
back. I don't know if it was last
theoretically
year
not
or
get the same
maybe the
value,
year
but
before.
players have
Like
Put back 2 cards.
when I talked
each,
about
drawing
I
their
wanted
cards
to
replace,
host
and now Miru's
a
starting his
TCG
turn. Let's
night
get a
at
look at that top-down
DreamCon.
view. We can see
Do you
what's happening
remember
here.
that? I
Number
don't know
2.
if you do.
Trove pass.
You might not
Oh,
because
and we
it
have the
was a
True
long time
Open
ago.
again.
But I said to
We have the
myself,
pack. We
if
have a Gust
I
as
have the
well.
opportunity next year,
Yeah,
I
that
am
is
Going
going to
second,
try my
quite
best to host a
punished.
TCG night.
quite
And I think
strong.
I told y'all
Again,
that,
this
and I
white list
said,
plays into
if you
the
see
range
anybody else
of what
trying
a
to host a
control Ezreal
TCG
will want
night,
to do.
that's
Move trigger,
because they
yeah.
heard it
Move
from me,
trigger will
because
happen. It's
DreamCon
empty
has
conquer,
never
Bull
done
Bright,
that
it can-
before.
Oh, letting it conquer.
And do
Okay.
you know
It's
God
argument
is
that you
good?
hold it
We
so
are
that way you can
hosting
trigger
the
your,
first ever
Ezreal
DreamCon
ability, the
TCG
legend,
night.
on a future turn.
Do you know God is good? We are hosting the
Discard the
first
Gust.
ever
Wait, discard the Gust.
TCG
Oh.
night.
Very interesting.
This is crazy.
2.
I always love it
Draw.
when you see really good players do something and you're like, I don't
Why-
think I would have done that.
Yeah, why are they doing that? Yeah.
This
Clearly,
is
they know
that's why they're doing that.
crazy.
That would
And
make
I'll
sense.
pass to you.
Okay.
So
But the,
it's
the
happening.
Bewitching
It's
Spirit was
happening.
looped, so Miru has
It's
access
happening.
to that again.
I
Probably won't
pray.
get into a battlefield
You
unless
know,
commit
Baze, I
your,
hope it's a big
Pike
success too because
play.
I have put a lot of work
Ooh,
into it.
Good hand. That's a
I
Rengar, that's a Void
pitched. I made a
Seeker.
whole
We saw
PowerPoint
Owen
presentation
Hernandez, and I
to
think a second
DreamCon
Bewitching
to
Spirit with a
pitch
stacked
to them
deck.
the idea
Very solid
of
hand.
Much
TCG
better hand
night.
than what we saw previously. We were looking
And
at another Fizz Treasure Hunter.
Then
and a Rengar.
when
We took,
Saya Ran reached
I
out
think,
to
the
me
Rengar.
Actually,
and he was like,
Oh,
"Hey, are you
curious
doing
what he was
anything?
digging
Can
for,
I
It looks like Fizz was
get
not
on
big
board or
for
something with
whatever
you?"
it was.
And literally, I was
Could've
like,
just gone
"Oh,
for
I
double
pitched him a
Bewitching
TCG
Spirit.
night. You want to get on board
Had
for this?"
the
Yeah.
energy up for
And
it.
he's
That's what
like,
I
"Yeah,
also
let's do
expected,
it."
but
And
just
now
one Bewitching Spirit pass, Bella's
we're
Breath is gone.
actually hosting it.
Yeah, and this is kind of where it's going to get a little tricky for Brady
This
Kittens
is a
that
dream
we have
come
2
true for me.
spirits.
God is good.
And we
Ready
could
to see
potentially
something
be
wild?
playing, a 1.3.
I
Hold
am.
on.
I'm
Ready
gonna
to see something
play
wild, he said.
I
Ez.
feel extremely
Spawn
blessed.
Oh,
Like
okay.
this summer, this
Draw 2.
summer, this spring has
Hey.
been.
2.
Summer starts next
Recycle
week,
1.
but this
Repeat
spring has
Bellas.
been.
That's 3
And
Bellas
there's
that
the
we
Extremely
saw.
And that's
fulfilled.
also a reason why you wouldn't want to play the second Bewitching Spirit.
All right,
is
back
if
to
you
this
read
game.
Bella's Breath,
Ezreal
they would both
packs up
die.
the Bewitching
All
Spirit,
Bella's
one
Breaths
of
have now been
3
accounted for. They're all
probably,
out of there.
with the
Phase
Bellows
5,
Breath.
Good copy one.
Yeah.
Notably, why
2 Pack of
we had
Wonders.
that
I mean,
cost
2
reduced as well
treasure
by
troves
Ezreal for
on
the
board.
repeat, so
Excuse me.
a cheaper Bellows
2
Breath. So
treasure
for Twitch chat to
troves
say he
on
didn't pay his
board.
cost,
Fizz
he
is
definitely paid
coming
his
out
cost.
to play
That
another
was wild,
stack
though. I'm
deck,
happy he gave us a
trying to
warning
search for
that
the
one.
cards.
He's like,
He
"Hey,
finds an
tune in.
Ezreal off the top,
Check this out.
assuming that's probably the
this out.
card he's gonna take to get some
Stack
more
deck
units on the board,
from
maybe
the
some more
Fizz
might,
that
so he
he
could discard draw
And
2.
there's
That is
Hey.
the play.
that looks familiar.
We're both on
Recycles
Ezreal.
the
Look at this
Chaos
dapper gentleman
Rune.
on the field right now.
And he's
this
gonna
is a sideboard
discard the
Ezreal. I don't remember seeing
Rengar.
one in the
Okay. Not seeing the benefit of Rengar here. Don't
Understandable
know
if you're
how
siding
many
into very
he has in the
impactful,
deck. Oh, and then
counters
plays the
to the
Treasure
opponent.
Hunter.
Ezreal will also help you find those.
Interesting.
Those ones. As a player,
I think it's a great idea because it's so many different TCG games, so it's a nice way to meet people who play your game and maybe pick up on others. Exactly. I wish it was longer than an hour. So my hope is that by promoting it for a pretty long time prior to the event,
Draw.
is that we'll be able to
not
just
having the pack of wonders yet, it would appear.
get more people to come. And even if you
I
don't play a
can
game, like
use
Siren
the
pretty much
floating.
focuses only on
Stoop
Pokemon.
Ezreal.
And
okay, gonna go for a draw here.
I said Saya.
Oh, Ezreal,
Saiyan,
there's a one of
Saiyan,
Ezreal in the main
he
deck.
pretty
There
much
was a one of Ezreal
focuses
in the
on
main, okay.
Pokemon.
Hmm.
And I'm obviously into Pokemon, but
pack.
mostly
does
Riftbound
have the
in
Pack of
terms of the
Wonders.
games I play.
Probably got that off of the
So-
Stupefy, I would imagine.
To me,
Fizz
it's
here.
just like the perfect
Three,
duo.
recycle
Like,
1.
I wanted to invite the
Play
guy
Fizz.
from One Piece
Okay.
Here comes the
TCG
Bellows.
too,
Quite funny.
but I
Repeat
wasn't
it,
sure
two
if
damage
he
to each
still
of them.
played. so I was like, oh, maybe
Oh, and
we'll
if we have
just
another
ask him to
Stupefy,
come
that can get
through,
rid of the
you
Fizz
know?
as well.
But
Or a list.
Yeah.
I know for a
What are
fact
those tags? I
that we'll
wonder.
have at least
So I have, like,
Pokemon and
I
Riftbound
would
represented.
guess,
So now we'll
Fizz,
playing
Bilgewater,
and maybe we'll get
I
some
was
people
gonna say
from
Bilgewater, I
Magic.
was
You
gonna say
know,
Whirl,
it's just
and then you
like
got it out
at the end of the day
There's
for
the
me,
list. Calls one
like
of them. It wipes all 3
DreamCon is
units.
such
What a play
a
for Bradigan.
diverse
Do you ever
con,
see a deck and you're like,
primarily
this is
focused on
really
like
cool,
Black
and then you
individuals
try
and
to
then
play it in your
also
head and
my
you're like,
other
yeah, this is too
minorities
much.
as
Yeah,
well.
so
That
this
I
is
feel
cool for
like
people
it's
with a
just
large
so
enough brain.
important for
Yeah,
us
not
to
us.
come together no
Falling
matter
Stars is a
what
great answer,
TCG
though.
we play.
Mirror's able
At
to
the end of
also
the
clear.
day,
There are
like,
no units on
when
either
I went to that
corner
event
right
this
now,
weekend,
and 1 point has been
I was
scored
like
in game 2
one of the
of our
very
top 8
few
feature
Black
match.
women there.
Bradykin, though,
Like,
does that have those 2 gears in
And
play.
I might
notably,
have
Mirror
been
did sideboard in
one
those
of
thermal
2
beams, so that
to
can completely
3
wipe
Black content creators
the
there.
back line of
And
Bradykin.
so it
Yeah.
was just one of
Okay.
those things where I'm like, it
Wanna
doesn't
make sure
matter
that we
what
recycled for
games
that
we
fizz
play, we
earlier.
need to support each other as a community.
now
And that's
Mirror
what it's all
having
about
some,
for me.
Some options here.
And so
Considerably
maybe in
more
the
cards in
future,
hand than the
we'll
last
actually
game.
be able to
Yes, last
host
time
like
it was already by
TCG
this point,
tournaments
like, down to
at
2 in
DreamCon. Or
hand.
maybe
Just
that's a
wait
whole
for it,
nother
Terry.
thing. Like maybe there's a
always got it.
stop on a circuit
Hoping you would whiff one
for
turn, the one
these
time.
card
Yeah,
games to come
auxiliary
through at
display
DreamCon
game.
because
Okay.
DreamCon is hosting that. You know what I'm saying?
Will be exhausted
And
as it moves, but will get
It
the
was like
point.
off of the back of my pitch. And
Did I
like
miss
I'm
a
like,
point?
God
Did
is
I miss the
good.
2
Like
conquer?
the fact that
Oh,
they
sorry,
see the
sorry,
value
sorry.
in
I
it,
did on the wrong one.
I
missed it.
certainly
All
see the
good.
value in it. I presented the value to them. It's a blessing.
A good reason as to
It's a
why both
blessing.
players should track the score.
Like even just talking about it gives me
Judges had it right
chills.
on the
'Cause I
overlay
just
as well,
love
so
this
sure
so
would have been
much.
rectified if there was a disagreement.
I just
Bouncing the
love
pike back
this
to hand.
so
Maybe
Confirmation
much.
is the Pike unit a Bilgewater unit?
I'm not the best player,
Probably.
but best
I believe it would
believe,
be.
We can
best
apply, I'm curious
believe.
to know.
I'm
When
gonna
Mel
say
comes out,
yes.
I will
It is a
100% be
Bilgewater
playing
unit. It's in
her
the Bilgewater lore in the
nonstop.
Legends.
Starcross.
And here's the
Nonstop.
Bewitching Spirit that will discard a Starcross for Bradigan. Pretty high value spell there to get rid of, but not into this board. You don't really want to return that Bewitching Spirit back to hand.
Flourish?
Did we?
Yeah, Bilgewater and Pike. That's what
Yeah.
he is.
He is in fact.
I'm bringing
Pike.
all my stuff to trade. As a matter
I
of
do
fact, I will
believe
be
we
selling
pack our
my
Fizz,
box
if I'm
on
not
site
mistaken, a couple
because I
turns
don't
ago.
want that joint.
Oh,
So
okay.
putting
I'm
stuff
trying to
into
get.
our trash
I'm
is
not
like a
gonna
second
lie.
hand.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
get a
Throw it
cool
back in
200
class.
though.
It's my favorite way to play it with.
I
second hand.
or I'll take trade card. I'll take
But more
cards
development
and like the
of,
rest in
draw
cash.
and
But
energy
I'm
ramp for
not gonna lie.
Bradigan
I'm
on
trying
this
to.
turn. No units played.
I'm trying to get a cool 200. I'm
So
trying to
okay, so
get
we'll
a
get a draw from
cool
Miro and another point.
200.
So Bradigan's falling behind significantly in points currently, but is still playing very patient because it's a control list. You're just trying to out-resource your opponent, and so far Bradigan is doing that.
Yeah, and a really good. Again, this
So we'll
Tyson
see,
not
we'll
staying
see.
on the board is best case scenario.
And
for
listen,
Mirror, right?
Baze, I've
We
been
know that list is, I
stocking up
believe,
cards.
why
I don't
Brady
know
asked
how
about
much
Bilgewater
Saya
'cause
has
he named
to
Bilgewater,
give
he was
away,
trying to get rid of that
but for
fizz
now,
earlier.
I've been
Funnily enough, I
stocking
believe
up
Tide
stuff
Turner
to
is
give
also
away to
Bilgewater.
people.
Actually, no,
Like
I think
every
he's
time I find
no,
a drop happening,
pretty sure it's
I'm
not
like
Bilgewater.
trying to
No, he
buy
is.
something so I can
Yeah.
give it away.
Wow, okay.
At this
Bilgewater
event,
got
like
that.
I really want people to walk away
I'm
feeling like, man, we
floating
met
one
cool
energy, one
people who
power.
also like trading cards, and I maybe want to pack. I maybe want some sleeves
And
or
packing the
whatever.
trove.
Like you know,
Sure.
like a cool
Packing the
night. Like,
trove.
it's trying to
Surprised
be
that a
cool.
treasure
You know,
trove
it's
would fit in
it'll
a
be
backpack.
cool.
Doesn't
So
seem, you know,
What if you like open the
logistical.
contents of it and put it in the backpack?
we'll see.
then?
We'll
Maybe
see.
the backpack's like bigger on the inside, one of those like magic
We'll
backpacks.
see. We'll
I
see.
Bag of
returned
wonders.
it with the Pack of Wonders.
Hey,
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
called
it's called Pack of
Wonders.
Wonders.
That's actually
Yeah,
a
hold
one.
on.
Wow.
Dude.
I'm excited.
Playing.
What?
I'm
Hey,
excited.
you
I'm
know
excited. But anyways, back to his game though. Back to his
Showing
game
Saka.
though.
Oh, now we're
I
second.
actually
that one.
really
Alright,
like
yep,
this
gonna go
blue
with Zach.
purple list from
Channel Ruiner draw
Bradykin
card.
also because the
quite
list
obvious
I
in
haven't
hindsight.
seen a lot of people use that card. This card right here at the top. It's called the list, but basically
Playing Vex.
you pick a tag
There
and
she
then
is.
Goes
you
wild.
give
Vex Apathetic
all
has
of
hit
the
board.
units that have that specific tag
Discard a card.
-2.
My turn.
Uh-oh,
says
he
Bradykin.
did another Bewitching Spirit. So
Still
that
3 runes
card
available.
says you have to discard a
Ooh,
card.
discarding one of the
after
outs
this is
to
played.
the Vex Apathetic.
Pack.
Miru is up
Spirit?
3-0 over
Double
Bradykin though,
bag.
so
This is gonna
there's
get goofy.
If we can
Excuse
find a
me, it's
thermal
not
beam,
the end of
though,
the
on Mirror's
world
side,
for
this would be
Miru.
the window we need to get back into it.
by any
Very
means.
true. No runes up, or not enough up.
But
for a
Bradykin's
hard
base
bargain
is
on
looking
Bradykin's side. So this would be
Quite
the turn to do it.
bewitching. quite
Can
bewitching.
accelerate that Kaisa to try to get more draw.
I actually should be
Dig a
posting
little
on
bit
Twitter
deeper
and
for
posting
that
on
thermal beam, but
Instagram
getting rid of
that
a
I'm
list and
live.
2-pack
But
of wonders is
That would
I
feel
thought that
real
was just a
good.
real cool night
You would
because
only have enough to do the
I
accelerated
just
Kaisa
really
and
wanted to
then
watch the
draw, and
games
that would
and
be
yap
5 more
while I'm
energy
watching it,
available. You're
rather
deramping
than trying to
2
be
'cause you have the gold
all
gear you can spend on
on
the Kaisa
animated and
accelerate.
stuff, you know.
Might be worth it either way.
Hopefully my light
just to play the
lasts
Kaisa.
because I used
that's
my
what we're
little
mapping
small
out probably
light
on the side of
instead
mirror.
of the
We're
big
splitting our
one.
runes
I was
up,
too lazy to set it up.
making sure we have enough if we do find that thermal beam,
But
or
we'll
maybe
see.
calculating a line that I don't even know.
Yeah.
All right, this man is at
I just
10
love how calm
runes
Brady can
now.
is. If
Brady
I'm
can
staring
only
down
has 1 up, but he has
somebody who's, like,
nothing
3
at
points
base.
up,
So
helping me
I
with 5
feel
abs,
like
but
Brady
when
can
I
is
start
feeling
just
good.
panic, you know, I'm like, I gotta get
He
in this
plays
game. I got
Kaisa
some kind of
accelerated
cucumber over here.
Yep.
and goes in
0
here.
points, 0 problems. Kaisa
Let's
goes
see.
in, conquers
What
on
did he
Forbidden
top
Waste, will
deck?
draw a card and get a point
I
from
didn't
Miro.
see it. Goes up to
Wondering what
4,
was drawn.
taps
Bouncing
1
back
to
hand. Oh, yeah,
return
well, now we can't
Kaisa,
play
gets a
thermal beam.
gold
Obviously, we didn't
token.
draw it, or else we wouldn't have done this.
Yep.
Gets
But
a
now
gold
we're-
token
oh,
and
okay. Now you
replays
play the
her
Kaisa
for
because it's no
4.
longer a
Okay,
safe
not
in the hand.
accelerated this time. And now we
I
also
think it was
have the
5 cards in
Tide
for Miro.
Turner that could go into the
believe so,
Frozen
yeah.
Fortress, but he just
Brady could
passes,
get rid
just
of
passes
3
the
of them.
turn, so he doesn't want to conquer
This
here.
turn.
Miru
enough?
once again is tapped
We do need to put that Kaisa back in the hand somehow.
out. So basically,
So does
when I
just
say
currently
tapped
trade
out,
with the
that means
Vex?
all of his
Yeah.
runes, his currency that I told y'all
Or
about
you
before is
don't
turned
commit the Vex on the board.
sideways. So
pack the list
interestingly
and
enough,
name Kaisa,
interestingly
or
enough,
What
we'll
the void?
see what he does
that her
this
tag?
time. What's
I would-
Brady
yeah,
can go?
it should
Well,
be the
Brady
void.
Can's definitely gonna go
So
in
good.
with Vex only because. Ooh, okay.
All right, first point for Bradykin.
Did you know the
Moves
bag
into
of
the
wonders is a
Frozen
reference to
Fortress.
a limitless bag?
Paying 2.
With Vex apathetic,
I'm a
so
Lexington,
now
so I did know that.
Oh.
Or Sprite Fountain.
And there's the
Miru
fountain. Now we're
cannot
gonna try to get some point
accelerate
tempo here.
anything. Ooh, and he's
Obviously
gonna
putting
play the
that one
Sprite
on the
Fountain to
Forbidden
get
Waste,
more
'cause we don't really
points.
care if it dies.
Ooh.
Vex taking 1 damage.
Just
every
when
turn.
you
Not the end of
think
the world,
you
especially when
have
our
a
opponent plays Void
commanding
Seeker. And we're gonna see
lead,
the spirit come down,
it
discarding a traveling
turns
merchant on the side
out
of
you
Miru.
do not.
Still 7 runes available, looks like,
It
for Bradykin,
turns
so a lot of room to
out
work with if he wants to
you
pack
do
that spirit
not.
and replay it.
Yeah. You can do it
Or if
twice.
he's gonna
Because
try to
now
deal
the
with that
Sprite
Kaisa.
goes
You can
in
also
another
return the,
bewitching spirit,
double
so he
power.
has
Yeah,
to
yeah. So you get
discard
Sprite
the
Fountain back to
traveling
hand. This
merchant.
is something we highlighted before. You don't have to play it right now.
Draws
You can just hold
one.
it in hand and then use it again next turn. And then still play the Unyielding Spirit, but not going to play the Spirit, actually. It looks like
He
we're
does
just
the
passing
order
turn.
interestingly
So, how
because
many
he
runes
draws
is that up for
first.
Brad?
7, I believe.
That's
So
a
I'm
double
like,
hard
why did
bargain
he draw
and
at the end of his
a
turn?
star
But
cost.
actually, he's drawing at the beginning of his turn.
Yeah, I'm just looking at his
Uh-oh.
list.
Thinking of the
right,
likely
he does
tools,
4,
I feel
8,
like those would be the
12.
two that
He's
you have to
at
watch out
max
for right now from Miru.
runes.
Because like the
Brady
Void
Ken
Seeker
has
would be an
11,
obvious
it
out
looks
to
like.
this.
Oh, he plays the Brynhir!
Brynhir
The Brynhir!
Thundersong.
So Brynhir, this
I am
card right
going
here
to
basically
Star
says
Cross
you
the
can't play
second
any
one.
Kaisa
cards
most
that
likely.
turn.
Star-Crossed Sprite
And so
Kaisa.
Brady's gonna
Yep, makes
react
sense.
to it.
So Brynhir
React
Thundersong, once
to
it hits
that
the field,
trigger
will
from
activate its
Brynhir
triggered
by
ability.
star
Your opponent
crossing
can no longer
Kaisa
play cards
out.
for the
So
rest of this
Kaisa
turn. You do
goes
have a
back to him.
reaction.
He reacts to
Star
that.
Cross, great reaction,
Star-Crossed
and
with the
now
Void
can
Seeker.
come down.
Oh, no, he doesn't
ability
react
for
to it.
Brady
He
can
just
interact with that
does
card.
it. He played it at any
Brynhir
time.
Thundersong,
Got it.
incredible card for Fury decks
Well,
to play, especially into these
Kaisa
control
is
matchups.
back in
The-
hand,
Miru, that
but
was
Vex
such
is
an
off
efficient
the
turn to do it.
board, and he had to
7 runes
pay
up on
a
Brady's side.
power
Right, you have
because
4.
of the
You get
deflect
it
cost.
non-ideal star-crossed, and then
So
4
now those
wasted runes. Like,
reactions
Bradykin will
are
not be able to
done
use these
and
runes on this turn.
done.
Really good for
Now
And here comes Pike.
Yep.
plays
Now
the
that Vex is no
Pike
longer in play, we
accelerated
can
to
move that Pike in
tap
the same turn. We're
out.
gonna do a little shortcut here. Go to 6. So threatening lethal on our next turn. Obviously, Bradykin
And
is
passes. So
probably more than capable of clearing
Miru
this
is
board.
willing to
But without that Vex,
sacrifice
that Kaisa's
both
gonna
the
come in from
Pike
hand
and
start working.
You'd
the
imagine,
Tide
but still,
Turner
Miru's
because
putting
he
the
has the
pressure on
Kaisa that he
Bradykin
can accelerate
to
in hand for
stop
the next turn.
Miru's advance.
And Brynhir is 5. Bradykin has no
tank.
units on the board,
A lot of cards, a
so
lot of choices.
he's feeling good even if both
Result
of these
stack
units
deck has
die
made this
that he can
selection.
double conquer in the next turn, which
see
he
what Bradykin can do
absolutely
here.
can do
You
unless
need to clear at least
Bradykin
2 units.
takes
Go
out
again.
Sure.
the Brynhir
Mind
and the
Splitter,
2 in the
is
back.
Stupefy. I couldn't
What
see the third
card
one.
would it be that could do
Take a
that?
attempt there, yeah.
Is it the down well?
He's too quick.
Can he
Too
play
fast.
down well?
I mean, these guys finished what?
I might be
2 turns
giving Magic
apiece
the
in a
Gathering
minute
a
in
chance
game
because
one.
they got a Marvel
yeah, they were
collab and
flying.
there's so many
Yeah.
cool cards to collect. I saw that.
almost at the end
I
of
saw
game
that.
2.
Third stack.
I saw one of the creators I follow, Cleo Thomas. He was at the Marvel
We
announcement.
have a
or
fizz as
something,
well, so we could do a
some
fourth
premiere
stack
they
then.
did.
Let's do it. Come on.
You should totally do it. I
Give
fully
them what they
support.
want.
as well.
I fully support.
True.
Just obviously collect wisely.
Yeah, not a
Don't
no-brainer
go
here,
too hard
definitely
with it. But
want to think we know
it's
there's a Kaisa in hand.
listen.
could
One of
also
my
fizz in-
friends
I
from
believe there's a
locals
deadly
that I
flourish
was
in
at
the
the event
trash.
this weekend with, he
Too
told me
expensive.
he's made $10,000
Well, if you fizz into the deadly
playing
flourish, then you can package
cards,
the fizz back,
playing
fizz
card
again.
games. Like that's so
Oh,
dope.
yes, it is a
Like
4 energy. You're
you
right,
may
yeah,
not
too
play,
expensive
but
for
you
the
may
fizz. Too
like
expensive, yeah.
collect, and maybe you could
Naming
sell.
events, Freljord,
The
right?
big card
is
this
Freljord.
weekend. Let me tell you this. It sold for $115,000. A card this weekend at the event I was
How do
at
you pronounce it?
because
Freljord,
it's
yeah.
limited.
How'd you think
It's
it was?
never coming back.
I
The
don't know.
final
Try
one,
pronouncing it.
$115,000, and multiple people have confirmed it.
We go again. Kill that. Oh, we're pretty much clearing the board.
Shook. This
And
is
you can clear
crazy.
this out turn, you can
Bradykin
pack
does
wonders. Yep,
the
yep, here we
impossible.
go.
He clears
Oh,
the
beautiful
board.
here, showing the
He
versatility
clears
of Pack of Wonders. It's not
everything
just
with the
for
Sprite
list, it's not
Fountain,
just for
Deadly
your,
Flourish,
your spirits,
Wombo
but it's also for the
combo.
Sprite Fountain, and actually gonna look to
He
hold.
played
and I'll
two
be
sprites. I
careful.
don't know
I'll
how
show
he
you double
did
Kaisa and the
that.
cleave. Yep.
I was trying to play around
Oh,
double
and
Kaisa,
then
cleave, I couldn't play
Miru
around.
shows his
There it
hand
is.
that he does
GG's.
have a double
Well
Kaisa
done.
plus
Miro
the
was able to get it
cleave
at the end,
to
showed
give
that he
her
had enough
extra
to go into the
assault,
Kaisa and the cleave.
extra
Bradykin
might to
all my
beat
bellows
down
had
those
ended up in
sprites
the
as
trash.
Bradykin did not have any response.
Hilarious points
So
there.
these fellas
Maybe.
are going
Perhaps.
into a
He did
game
discard one of them
3
himself.
of the first round
discard
of
one to the edge, yeah,
top
correct, yeah.
8. Oh my
And I believe he
gosh,
discarded
that is
another one
crazy.
from the
Bewitching Spirit.
Bewitching Spirit, I think. Yeah.
Miss Jordy giving Magic the Gathering
when
a
you have a
try.
hand that's full of gas, at one point you have to
Listen,
discard one of those.
Yeah, true.
absolutely not. I am at my I am at my TCG quota. To be honest,
time, not
Riftbound is alone is enough. I don't see how people can juggle multiple
Yeah, I think we've
TCGs.
been pretty quick.
The only reason why I haven't been
they've been
that
very fast.
heavy
We've
on
done 2 games in 30 minutes.
No. Especially
Pokemon
this
is
kind of
because I
version of
don't feel
fight.
like
exactly.
I haven't seen a single card that's
match
come
it
out that's
I can't
cute to
really
me.
remember
Like
right
that
now.
Espeon Umbreon combo though for 30th anniversary
Talking about the Ezreal mirror
will
that he
have
played
me in a
yesterday.
chokehold. But I'll probably just buy
Yeah.
singles.
Yeah,
I'm
more fun at least.
what?
Right, another
Segi,
matchup
what?
managed to find the answer of what is
I'm
there
not
is no
even a
beat.
Marvel fan for real.
Ever
I don't
incentivized
hate
ever to do
Marvel.
it.
I don't have anything against Marvel, but when
I
have
like
you
Mirror's
ever?
assessment
Has
that he is the
anybody
beat
ever
down.
heard me
He's
talk
played
about
the
Marvel?
deck with
Tell
more
me right
units in
now.
it.
Speak
Kind
right
of the
now.
one pressure to make things happen, or at least start the action.
Speak
What if
up.
he
I
just
cannot
didn't,
hear
though? What if
you.
Mirror just never went in? Think about it.
You're a
It'll be a
fake Marvel
big problem
fan.
for Miro.
I don't even like
Probably.
Marvel for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. You ever
I
seen a
couldn't
game
even
end with just
name
Bewitching Spirits
The
conquering?
characters in Marvel Rebels.
Battlefields.
Could be deja vu for Brady.
I'm like, I couldn't name his character.
Aspirant's
Oh,
Climb.
double aspirants climb.
Both
Look at the
saved
smile.
for game 3 in your
Oh my
top 8
gosh, it's
feature
going
match.
to
We're
10.
going
I
to
don't think
10
I've ever
points
seen
in
this.
the Control Ezreal versus the Pike.
The smile on Bradykin's face when he saw both those aspirants get
That's
flipped.
crazy. If
Incredible.
Bradykin doesn't win this game, there
Well,
might be
strap in,
some
everybody.
shenanigans.
Get ready. Could be a long one.
Because
Yeah, we got a
this
pack
is
on
the
turn one.
perfect
Pack of
setup
what,
for
by the way?
him.
Oh,
Pike,
Wonders.
Thank you.
Pike has to get his might on the board.
Little 2-drop there, but dies to a Bellows, dies to a Deadly
Excuse
Flourish.
me, you may
Kinda
want to
dies to a
side
cool
in some
breeze,
sneaky deckhands
perhaps.
because this man is about to
Treasure
drop
Hunter
his
known
3-drop
for
on
not
your
being the
head
most
top
sturdy of two
while you
drops,
got
but
one
that's a
might on the
pass.
board. Oh, never
Yeah,
mind. He
we
just
saw
stacked
Deadly Flourish
deck
off the
and
stack deck,
didn't
unfortunately,
play
so
anything.
Too late to
Only
play it.
3 runes, yep.
What?
Maybe a gust, but you would still get the
Okay, no, he
movement of
definitely
the
has a
Treasure Hunter, which will
gust.
generate
He
a gold for you,
100%
so Mirror's
has a
in a pretty good
gust.
spot here.
Poor Treasure
Yeah, you won't
Hunter
get a
just coming
point,
back to
but, I
hand.
mean,
You might as well move in
probably want the Treasure Hunter
first
back in your
serve
hand
before you
anyway.
play anything.
Yeah, right.
Before you have to
I
replay
imagine it
Treasure
was going to
Hunter.
go there.
But
off
I
the
know
Pike
he got the
anyway.
gust.
I will wage.
Oh,
Wages is good.
even worse, he has a wages of pain to give himself a gold. Oh my gosh.
Another one.
Another
Oh,
one.
deja vu.
Okay.
I
Let's see if
thought
this
it
one
would be a
survives longer.
gust.
Pass.
All
So
right.
3 energy up for Miro.
I would be shocked if
Two.
Bradykin
Bradykin's
doesn't
looking
win.
for things to get value from this pack of wonders. The
Taps
treasure trove would be
two.
great. There it is.
Here we
Treasure
go.
Very big
Trove.
combo
Channel
here.
Rune and draw a card.
Flourish.
Tap 4.
Play pack
You know what
trove.
that is.
Oh no!
Another one. Ooh.
Ooh.
Draw. Past you.
Excuse
Hit
me.
him with the
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
gosh,
Gonna
Bradykin
be
is
at 10
ramping
runes
up.
on the next turn. What a ramp for Bradykin. Miru
He's gonna
will
be
get a
at
point here.
10
I mean, there's no energy
runes
up for
on his
Bradykin, so
third turn.
you're on the board.
Oof. This is
This
toxic.
is rough.
I'll splitter.
This is his
There's the
third
Mind Splitter.
turn,
Gonna
right?
maybe get rid of one.
Okay, that's actually
This
pretty
man
nice.
drops the Mind Splitter
Oh,
on his
double
head
star
top.
crossed
I
and a
see what it
fizz.
is.
Yeah, getting rid of the
Let me
Trove
bring
is
the recipe.
natural
Double
here.
list,
Yeah, but
fizz,
still with
2-star
double
cross.
list,
That's the only
double star
option.
crossed and fizz. This is an
So the
incredible
Mind
hand for
Splitter is gonna take
Bradykin.
out one of
Now,
his cards,
bounce back
right?
the Mind Splitter, not always
Yeah.
ideal because then they get
Right.
another use of it, but
I should
In a
play some
pinch.
games, but I don't have the strength to play
Oh,
some
2
games.
star
I did not
Yeah.
realize
Yeah.
this game was gonna go so long. This game is going a long
can
time.
also grab the Wages of Pain and then clear out the
I was
Treasure
thinking this
treasure
game
hunter
might be
and then just get
faster.
another gold. That's not bad use
It's
of the fizz
actually
either.
kind of long.
It replaces the gold, right? You can use the gold to play the fizz.
Yep, exactly.
And then replace
The
it with
only
that,
thing about
Wages
playing
of
the
Pain,
Mind
get rid of
Splitter
the Treasure
now
Hunter. Mind
is
Splitter's a little bit
he's
trickier
just
to
gonna
deal with
start across the Mind Splitter.
because you do need to either use 2 lists on
If he
it
doesn't
to
kill
kind
it.
of get it down, and that's exactly what Bradykin's gonna do.
Oof.
Replace the gold. probably pack
Another
the fizz
wages
back,
of pain to kill
and,
another
you know,
treasure
live to
hunter.
fight
That
another
treasure
day.
hunter has
You're tapped out.
literally
Great. It's never something I
only
want my opponent to-
generated
and
him
there's the
one
doubles.
gold.
Yeah, he knows what's gonna happen. Yeah, he knows.
I will be listing them all, but
He
I'm
taps.
Yeah, I mean, he saw the double
He
list.
gets
going
hit
to-
for
Did you
3
know that
over
a
the
Mind Splitter's a
head.
Dragon. Shrink.
Yeah, it's also a
Bounce
With the
from
Mind
Mount Gargant.
Splitter,
Ooh.
drops it
Shrink.
down to 2,
Shrink.
And now I get
and
you
then
just
it's
made the
dead.
list.
I will bounce that list back.
And
to
then it's
hand.
dead.
Oh, okay.
This is crazy.
Set something more nicely neutral, like
This
Bilge
is
Water.
so toxic.
Nice.
Oh
Sure.
my
Just efficient.
gosh,
Use
and
your
the
runes.
list.
There's nothing else that you're going to
Oh.
be saving them for, and there's a lot of bilge water in
Oh
Mirror's
my,
deck.
this is going to
Yeah, that
10.
is a good
Oh
one. I'm curious.
my.
We didn't
This is
obviously bounce
insane.
our fizz, but we've kind of noticed that
Bewitching
units,
Spirit is great,
contrarily to Bradykin's
but
deck,
can he
when you're
do
playing
the
against Miru,
loop?
your units are actually safer on the
Can Miru get the
backline.
loop
Mm.
We have
going?
Void Seekers and we have Bewitching Spirit.
Is it
We don't really have much
possible?
ways to deal
Falling
with the backline
Star,
except
yeah.
for the Falling Star.
But a falling star on one fizz doesn't feel great.
Right.
So I think
Does
it's
he
gonna be
need the
relatively safe
spirit,
back there. And also,
actually?
I think
He
Bradykin's realizing
kinda
I'm so
needs
far
the
ahead in
falling
card
star as
advantage at this point, just
well.
from the Pack of Wonders and the list looping. Maybe you can actually start
Is
to be
this
the
top
beatdown.
8?
Weventually, the control deck
Yes.
has to actually commit
win the
units to
game,
the
yeah.
board and win the game.
This one.
What I am a little worried about if I'm Bradykin, you've seen the deck list. You know there's a Thermo Beam. It's a
True.
10-point game. The longer we wait, the more cards we're letting Miru draw.
All right, Fizz
especially
is
when we're
going to
Fizz stack
probably play
decking.
another
Yeah.
stack
And
deck.
potentially
That'll get
finding a Thermo
recycled.
Beam.
Ty
He's digging for
Turner,
that
Traveling
thermo. Was it
Merchant.
one or two thermo beams?
Oh, he
sided?
immediately
Do you
picks
have
up the
list?
Traveling
I pull it
Merchant.
out.
Must need
Yeah,
some
I'm
units.
very curious because he didn't see it.
Oh,
in
he
game two.
picked up the falling
two
star
thermo
of the
beams.
last
Thermo
one.
beams.
Go for
Interesting.
it. Thank you.
No
If he brought
bewitching
both in, which
spirit.
I assume he
Pays,
would've.
uses
I
the
don't
gold,
remember.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
plays
Here.
the.
Good sportsmanship from Bradykin.
Past you.
All
2
right,
energy up,
one,
2
Did
units
he
on the
use
field.
the gold?
12 runes, it looks like.
Channel 2.
12 runes for Bradykin, yeah.
Draw.
Oh wait,
This is where I
He
think it's 10 or 12
did.
runes where it gets very scary to play against an Ezreal.
what does Pike
Keep in
Legend
mind that
say?
list already called bilge water, so it can hit the fit.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of Pike. Nobody
That's
at locals
pretty good.
plays Pike.
Please discard a card.
Bounce, replay.
It's crazy
Please discard a
that
card.
my PC knows I'm looking up Legend
I
now.
think you can just kind of demand it.
It just
He's from
knows,
Canada.
man. Bewitching
Yeah.
Spirit to
Bounce.
discard a
polite
star-crossed.
Please discard one.
That is a third bewitching spirit.
Oh my
And
gosh.
welcome
He has them
to playing
all.
against Pack of Wonders, Ezreal. Everybody.
One
How does
card
he
in
have
hand, it
them
looks like.
all?
Oh. Can't play it again. Can't play it a fourth time.
Oh my gosh. He
Now we're in top
has
deck mode.
the
I feel like that was
Bewitching Spirit
psychological
got
damage.
discarded.
More than anything.
Yep.
I had a feeling
Two-
Brady
what,
Kid
2 or 3
was
cards in hand, it
in
looks like,
control
actually.
here, but I think I underestimated
We know one's a
how
merchant.
much
Man, if
control.
Mira had just found that Thermo Beam off of either the stack decks, this game would be completely different. Imagine if Mira can actually
Truly.
get his hands on that.
I may have to skip the rest of
Bounce
this
it
game
back.
because this is too long.
What do we have to play for our fizz here in the trash, I wonder? Another Mind Splitter is great.
Yeah.
I assume the spirit.
Yep.
Okay, definitely taking out the Bewitching
Oh,
Spirit.
sorry.
There's
There you
no
go.
way. Oh,
Turn to
oh, he had to
dust.
turn to
Not
dust
super
also.
useful until we see that Blighted Battle Axe come down,
Yeah.
but
Well, I respect the fact that
Nice
he
that
was
Bradykin
honest
actually
and
kept it
showed
in
the
the
turn
list,
to
though,
dust
'cause I
and
feel like
didn't try to
Blighted
keep
Battle
the
Axe is maybe one
information
that comes
from
out.
Miro because
If
we've
you're
seen
not,
that
like,
in a
needing to
previous
punch
oh
game.
yeah,
hard.
perhaps.
I feel like Miru probably doesn't need that.
We don't have any other gears in the deck, it looks like.
Channel.
I just
Draw.
noticed his cards are all in
2 units
Chinese.
for Miru again. Let's see if they survive this time. Mind Splitter's harder for Ezreal to deal with, but with
Ezreal.
2
Here he
lists,
comes.
it's not impossible.
Discarding turn to dust.
All right, Ezreal comes
Discard
out.
fodder for Ezreal.
He
the very
discards
least.
And I
turn to
love this type of
dust because
sequencing.
obviously
Brady
Miru's
waited
not
very
playing
long
much
to play
gear.
the Ezreal because he had good plays before. You don't
I
need to dig
really
for
think
cards if you already
gear
have
is
plays
like
you're happy with. Now
one
gonna
of
start
the
digging
best
for cards.
uses
And then
in
replay the O's.
Riftbound.
We get to go
Like
again.
it's one of the
Dig
most
some
powerful
more.
things.
Discarding.
Cause especially if it gives you like repeated benefits for
I
multiple
am an
turns.
Ezreal,
Like
and
I'm
I'm
almost
digging into
surprised
my
that
deck.
Miru doesn't have any gear hate.
Trove an interesting discard here.
Like in
Especially
3
with 2 packs in
matches,
play.
we've seen no
Yeah, I mean,
acceptable
you're already kind of
losses.
Again.
So this Ezreal's
I mean,
probably a
I
better
assume he
draw
wouldn't run
engine at this
Thermo
point
Beam,
than
but
the
I mean,
Treasure
if you
Trove.
knew he was
There's
running
Vex.
Okay,
Pack of
not even
Wonders
gonna play
and
the
the
Ezreal
list,
next. It's just the Vex.
maybe you might side
Play
that
the list
in.
naming Dragon.
Yep.
Again,
Oh, we have
it's,
2 lists.
He does
No, we have one
also
naming
generate
Bilgewater
a
and one
ton of
naming Dragon.
gold.
Yep, and pass. So one of those lists can hit the
I
Mind
don't
Splitter.
know,
imagine that's just
I-
setting up for a double list, or a triple list rather, Dragon play on the next turn.
This
Could it
is
be
insane.
quadruple?
Yeah, wow,
Yeah.
you can make that thing -1 before Bellows Breathing.
I thought most lists were running gear hate
Triple's
technically
enough.
anyway,
Yeah,
so
it
maybe
should
that's
be.
why I feel like it
I can't hear
seems
you, sir.
interesting that he hasn't
Sure.
played
I'll have
any,
it
or
all the
maybe
way
he
over
just
here.
hasn't
Right,
drawn into
judges
any
looking
so
to
far, so
confirm just the
it's
board state
possible.
currently, as Miru will move the merchant in.
Okay, so
discarding
no
the Blade
Gust
Battle Axe did stay in the
available,
main deck,
just
or sorry, stayed in
holding
the
up
deck after
one
siding,
rune for some
Mhm.
and then drawing
reason.
a card with the merchant.
Gonna
Normally,
discard that
Brady's
axe
units that he uses to
thing
close
or
out
whatever
the game
that
are
is.
stuff like Watcher. And if he does get established on a battlefield, that Blighted Battle Axe can definitely help to get
True.
over top of it. Same thing with Cleaves. We needed the Cleave last game, right? We saw
I
it, right?
cannot
We needed double
believe
Kai'Sa
he
and
has
Cleave to
all
win
that
because
stuff
he
on the
double-stacked
board
the
and 2
sprites on
units
the,
and 0
on the battlefield,
points.
so don't hate it. And there
Oh, he
is
does have the thermal beam. Oh my
Massive.
gosh, he does have it.
You got
He
me.
does
What
have
a
it.
valuable spell. 6
Oh
gears
my
gone, 2 of
gosh,
them gold
I
gears,
was just
2
saying that
lists,
he does
2
have it.
Pack of Wonders.
He had
Bradykin's
it.
gonna have to find a different way to deal with that Mind Splitter.
Good job, Miro. That's
the downside of
big.
playing
That's
those
big.
lists preemptively. Yes, it saves you some runes on the next turn, but it makes
Because
them fodder
if
for the Thermo
if
Beam.
Bradykin is smart, he wouldn't have played all
All right, so the
3
merchant's gonna go back to
because
hand,
of the
play it safely
possibility
in our
of the
base.
thermo beam.
Pass. I thought about
And I
maybe,
was
you
literally
go
just
Mind
talking
Splitter
about
in
the
and then
fact
return
that
Mind
he
Splitter
had not
back to
played
hand
any
to try
gear
and
hate,
loop
so
that a
that's
few times, but
so
Mind Splitter
big for
on field
Miro right
currently
now.
checks the Vex. So I think
Yes.
I'm
that's the bigger
also
threat
surprised
for
he
Miro
didn't go
currently.
in with the
And the issue here is if
the
you
mind splitter,
split
but
it
I'm
back to
guessing
hand, you leave one
he's
battlefield open for
thinking that
Vex.
the.
Yes, exactly.
So you turns off another
Oh
Kai'Sa
no,
if you
he's
were to draw
pretty
her.
low on runes.
Turns off your
Oh
chosen
no, he only
champion
has
as
2
well.
energy up.
So
So must
the
not
Vumbi in
have
the
a
base
way
is
to
definitely
protect the
pretty
mind
safe here
splitter.
for Miru. 3-0 right now, but it is a 10-point game. Let me remind you. And here comes Ezreal again that we did.
Okay,
bounce back to
Ezreal
hand.
discard
Sprite Fountain's gonna
draw
get pitched for
and
2
discards
brand
the
new cards.
Sprite Fountain.
2 cards in hand for
Interesting.
Miru.
And that Pack of Wonders is a 3-of. There's a chance that Bradykin just draws into another one.
Okay,
And then you just start
interesting.
looping your Ezreals and your Fizzes as
You
opposed
have
to
to
the
have
list.
all the gear hate possible
But
against
trying to deal with this
Bradykin's
Mind
list.
Splitter without 2 lists is going to be much harder. I'm trying to think like, because this type of Ezreal list isn't really on the singularities. It's not on like the bigger snipes.
I guess
It'd be
at
like
this
Deadly
point in the
Flourish,
game,
Deadly
you're not too
Flourish, Bellows
concerned
Breath
with
at that
speeding
point, you know,
things
like
up,
combos
mostly
like
because
that.
there's no
Or if it goes to a battlefield and like Fizz
There's
can
no
just swing
time
in
limit.
with some extra damage. but
right.
we'll see
There's
what
no
they do
time
here.
limit.
Mind Splitter, it looks like.
You know what? This is also a
Oh.
good check for the Mind Splitter. You just play your
Oh,
own.
he plays his own mind splitter. Oh
Deck
my
card.
gosh, Miro only has
interesting.
2
Kinda
cards.
feels
I
like
didn't
taking the
realize
same
it.
thing. Can I look at your trash?
Probably hit the fizz, I guess.
Yeah, you take the Falling Star, he just plays the Fizz and plays the Falling Star.
I'm
You take the
assuming
Fizz,
he'll
he has
probably hit
Falling
the
Star.
fizz.
Fizz makes sense because then you at least deny the body
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
board. Otherwise, it would be a unit and the spell as opposed to just the spell.
Oh my gosh! And if this man has Bewitching
Bradykin's a
Spirit,
fun
it's
guy.
just gonna
I
be
like- I like listening to his,
another
his
nugget
thoughts
on his
while he plays.
head. Poor guy. I feel so bad.
Deciding what we're trying to do with that Fizz here.
Stack deck.
After they
Bradykin
finish
has
this
scored
game,
his
I'm gonna have to
first
go
point,
to
by
the
the way,
bathroom.
in Game 3. It's Aspirant's Climb times 2.
Okay, well,
We're
we've
going to
got
10
a
points, and
long.
Bradykin's at 10%
We got
of the way
another
there.
15 minutes.
That.
We're 4 turns away, even
Might
if
just have to
Miru
go.
scores 2 points a turn. So we need
That's
8
a
more
normal game.
4 turn cycles.
That's a normal game
Okay,
of
it's fine.
Riftbound.
I have
Yeah.
a feeling Bradykin wins this anyway.
That's if he's able to score twice a turn.
But I'm gonna go
Yes,
to the
yes.
bathroom. I'm gonna let the stream play because I'm low key like this game.
Okay,
I'll
let's see
be
what
back.
Mir's able to do. do here.
Oh, sorry.
It was a falling star in hand, something drawn for turn. The merchant can loop cards, especially if you have no cards in hand. It can just be a +1, which feels really good. And then the pike chosen champion. So falling star is going to be the first one. Really clean clears there.
Yep.
Very high efficiency.
So we know there is a... Oh, there's another
merchant.
merchant. So now we have no cards in hand.
Yep.
We're going to discard 0, draw 1.
Yeah. Now the tough thing is this Mind Splitter can go in and crash with the Mind Splitter, or it can go in and crash with the Vex, but then the Mind Splitter's alive and nothing else checks the Mind Splitter, so...
You do have to be careful, though. There is 1 rune up for Bradykin, and a card like Stupefy does exist.
True.
So if you're trying to get rid of that Mind Splitter, it is dangerous. If you're trying to get rid of the Vex, yeah, you can run that Mind Splitter in, right? I don't really think there's any one rune ability that Bradykin can do to bring that below 4 might.
Yeah. Oh. Counting energy. Might have been a big draw there. Looks like 7 up, 7 energy up. So not enough to send the Mind Splitter in, return it to hand with the Pike Legend, and then replay the Mind Splitter.
So I think we drew another merchant. Is what I saw.
Okay.
Which isn't great in this spot, but I mean, if you develop it, you can start cycling a lot of cards.
It actually is a lot of draw power because then you draw 1 for turn, play that card, move a merchant. Play the card you drew with the merchant, move the next merchant. Like, it's actually kind of draw engine at this point, which will give you more card advantage over Bradykin, who currently controls more board advantage with the Vex and the Mind Splitter.
You do have to be a bit careful, though, about developing this traveling merchant because Bellows Breath does exist.
Yeah.
So if you kind of just leave them all, you know, in your base, then 1 repeated Bellows Breath gets rid of your 3 merchants.
Did opt to return and just not going to play either. Okay. Respecting the Bellows Breath.
Hold 2.
But that means less units to play the ball game.
Draw.
Looking through our trash. Trying to figure out exactly what the best line is here.
3.
Looks like a Fizz, maybe?
1. Fizz.
There he is.
Yep. Into stack deck.
Okay, Bradykin's going to dig a little deeper.
Why shouldn't I draw more cards?
How many cards in it?
2.
We know one of them. Well, Brady knows one of them. We know both of them. They're both traveling merchants.
Yeah.
Bottom.
How many cards does Bradykin have in hand at this point? I feel like he's run pretty low on the resources. 3? Oh, that's much more than 3. That's
there is a Bellows
5,
Breath.
I believe.
Stoop the merchant.
Nice. More draws, and then Bellows Breath will just clear it with a single cast, and then you get the legend
Bellow,
ability
1
to draw a
damage
card.
each.
Yep.
Trigger as legend.
Yep. Does the damage?
Bradykin's back to, I believe, 5 cards in hand because the Stupefy replaced itself, and the Bellows Breath plus the legend replaced the Bellows Breath. Pack of Wonders is big. That's the 3rd Pack of Wonders.
Past you.
Found it eventually. Not going to trigger it yet. Could have returned the Fizz and then played the Fizz.
So we do have enough for a Star-Crossed. Now, Star-Crossing the Mind Splitter isn't ideal. However, if it keeps your Vex alive, then you're just trading a card in your hand to make sure they can't accelerate into the game. And this is kind of where you want to be. You're down by 2 points. Both players are on even points, but Bradykin's only getting 1 point a turn so far because they are just hanging out there. And we're going to have Miru tries to go somewhere else. And I think this might be a Star-Cross, or that's what we're debating.
Ooh, no, he says sure.
Again, being on odd points is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Your Vex is still safe.
We're on the world's slowest clock. Because if Miru can just hold for 5 turns, or you know what, just bounce that back, get another use of it, get information on Bradykin's hand. He's drawn a lot of cards since the last time Miru saw that, so gonna get some information and then reestablish
debating
the body.
Response to the trigger.
Okay, trigger on the chain. Trying to figure out what the best course here is for Brady. Did have a Star-Cross, has a Watcher in hand as well. Gus, another Fizz, and
Stupefy?
That is Stupefy hiding in the back?
I believe so. Very solid hand from Bradykin. I mean, I guess it's Thousand Tail that you hit.
If you take the Star-Cross, Fizz plays the Star-Crossed. If you take the Fizz, Star-Cross is live. So I think it's definitely a Watcher.
Thousand Tail or Fizz would be the 2, I think. But the problem is, like, there's already a Fizz out there, so Star-Cross is going to get that. Like, I think you're just kind of accepting there's going to be a lot of Fizz Star-Cross shenanigans happening.
We have a pack out as well, so that Fizz is back in your hand for free. So I don't know that Fizz is probably your best play. I think it's... Stupefy, opting to try to keep him from drawing.
Also, Stupefy is a really clean check into the
Okay,
Mind Splitter
I'm back,
crash.
sorry.
So you had highlighted that
I should have
before.
turned up the volume
That
for
is
you
always an
guys.
option. If you just make the enemy 7
Oh
might
my
a
gosh,
6
I will
might, then it will
never
not
eat chicken
crash with your
tefillini.
own
That's
Mind
not my
Splitter.
own ever again in my life.
Not
My
the call I would have
stomach is in
expected, though. That
shambles,
Thousand Tail
guys.
is looking like a
I'm
big
so
threat.
sorry.
But I guess when you have your own Star-Crossed and such, it's maybe not as
I
scary.
literally will
Yeah,
never
but at this
eat
point, I
chicken
feel like
tefillini
if
that
I'm
don't
Brady,
cook
I
for
can
me.
accelerate that Watcher, take
No
control of the
joke.
other aspirants' climb, and still have enough to
Okay,
hold up
how we
a
looking? We still just
Star-Crossed.
got the Mind Splitters on the board.
But I don't even need to do that. I have the
yeah.
Brady
Fizz,
hasn't
yeah.
even conquered.
And then you can
up
pack
to
a Wonders
4.
to Fizz back.
Oh, he's going up
You
to 4
can
now.
Fizz for the Stupefy, get a draw.
You can play something. If you draw another unit that isn't the Watcher, you can play that to the aspirants.
Okay, maybe
And
I
then
should just watch
bounce
the
the
grand
Fizz back to your
finals
hand
with
as
this.
well. Retain control of those battlefields because you're on even points. Scoring 2.
Making trees here for both players.
Looking at that Star-Cross, putting it to the top.
Recycled 1 there.
There comes
Miru is
Fizz.
Stuck
Gives
at
you Bellows
5.
Breath.
Hard stuck at 5.
Cross itself in the Mind Splitter.
Oh,
This game is
okay.
woo.
Interesting.
Trigger as legend
This a
from
long
in the
one.
stoop.
So Mind Splitter will get another activation now. I wonder if Brady can...
Bewitching Spirit?
Spirit.
Sorry, I can't.
Oh, yeah.
The
The last
Bewitching
card's
combo
gone, and it was a good
is
one. That's a
so...
Rengar.
The smile
Alright,
from
I'm
Miru.
pretty sure this is the end.
Still
for
has the
Miru.
Chosen Champion
He has
Pike
no
in a
cards
pinch.
left in hand.
So has at least
Tapped
that
out.
on the
Pay
next
3.
turn.
The Mind Splitter has been sitting in
Star-Crossed.
base
1.
for
Starcross
8
Spirit
turns.
Mind Splitter.
Mind Splitter cannot come out the next turn.
So this is nice because if you do choose to use that Pike, you're just trading with the Mind Splitter.
Yeah.
Unless we top deck a Cleave or a Blighted Battle Axe. Actually,
Blighted Battle
you'd
Axe
need a
would be
Cleave.
really good. Yeah, because
Your trash.
otherwise you don't have enough energy for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's Brady's
probably-
turn to take a peek in the trash.
I'm going to read Gust in Brady's hand. If you're saying, let me look at your trash, you're trying to conquer with a Fizz,
Look
maybe
at
Gust it, but then
this.
if there's good spells for you to copy.
It's going to bounce back to hand anyways, right, if you let it conquer.
True, yeah.
So you want to keep your opponent on odd points on a 10-point game. So I think Brady is debating
Okay.
Gusting, and he's going to opt not to.
Yeah, it's a good point. So now Miru back on the even number of points, and Bradykin was not able to score a second point on their turn, so...
Didn't play in here.
Oh my
it'll be
gosh,
two points
having
for
to
Brady
watch
win.
That's probably why I didn't mind.
Pike
That's probably why I didn't mind.
versus
We do have a
Ezreal
Deadly Flourish
is-
in the hand, but
ooh,
so
it's
we're
a-
going to
it's a-
Star-Cross the Fizz,
It's a game.
which means a Mind Splitter is going to come down for Brady
It
next
is
turn
a
and take a peek
game.
at the one remaining card in hand for Miru, if I had to guess.
And it also de-ramped,
A ton.
I believe... Did Miru recycle the Starcross? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
2. Draw.
We do have the
This
Watcher.
man is down
What an
to his
interesting
last
matchup, man.
3
This is-
runes. No units
This is
on the
something.
board.
Oh, we could just
Oh my gosh. Okay. actually-
Spirit, pack Spirit.
Spirit.
Yeah. There are 3 cards in hand. Yeah, and I don't think that Mind Splitter's
Spirit.
coming out anytime soon. Hard,
There's a hard
bargain.
bargain.
Hard bargain goes into the trash.
Again, this Dockside Butcher can get us a point.
He has to
Yeah.
keep his units.
It's not going to do much. Getting 1 point's not great. I think, like I know it's expensive, but even like a Falling Star here would
Yeah,
feel
I
good.
got
Just
one from here.
Oh, and he calls it.
He did a nicer
Bradykin
voice
taking it
earlier.
2-1.
Good job,
Oh,
man.
thank
Good luck in
God.
the rest of it.
Thank you very much.
Thank God. I'm so happy that game ended. Oh God. If I get seated across from an Ezreal when I play the game, I'm immediately forfeiting. I'm forfeiting on principle, okay? I'm not even gonna lie. Get me out. Free me from the shackles of this loop. Sickening. Was there anyone you wanted to win the whole event before getting there? No, I don't really know that many people that played in the main event. I guess I could go based off of my like legend choice. I would have loved to see. I think I would have liked to see like Set or Fiora's not strong enough, I've noticed, but like Set is really good. Or the Lux legend. I would have liked to see her go really far. as far as people specifically, the only players I've ever rooted for is like the guy. His name is Prismaticism. I posted a picture of me with him in Atlanta at that event, and then I just recently met someone. He won, like, I think he won in Sydney. Or was it Vancouver? I don't remember if it was Sydney or Vancouver. It must have been Sydney. But he won in Sydney, and I was really excited for him. So I met him this weekend, and he's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind have seen him win, but I mean, I'm pretty indifferent about specifically who wins. Oh, here's the top. Okay. So Bradykin just won. Diana scoring on the moon is moving on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blue purples. At least they're not facing off against each other. I hope this match is cool. I really don't want to watch Diana Annie. Yeah, it's this guy. So he would have been cool to win. Lux is still... Oh, Lux got knocked out pretty quick by Diana. I guess that makes sense. That's probably a hard matchup for Lux. And Master Yi, okay, this is what I'll say. As much as I'm a fan of the orange, like, domain, I think orange is probably my favorite domain in general. I just like some of the cards in it, like challenge. I like sabotage. I tend to go for those as like my comfort cards. I don't like Master Yi Wuju Bladesman. I think that there's nothing wrong with the legend itself, and I think it's very strong. I actually wanted to play it like one time because I like the green orange combination. But I think that's a good deck to play if you're a beginner or if you're like brand new to TCG, because it's not a lot that you have to necessarily think about in that deck, and most of your opponents are always going to have to do the thinking for you. And I think that while that is enticing, it's also a form of a crutch, and so you just have to be careful. But I think, for top players, for people who are really good at the game, like, I think that's a different category of player. But I think the reason why that Master Yi was so represented is because it's kind of like an easier deck.
Obviously securing themselves
Nothing
best of
against
luck,
the people
securing
who
themselves
like it.
a top
Like,
8
go
finish
off,
here.
king or queen, like, whatever, go off. But oh my gosh, they're showing us the Diana Annie match. Oh, I guess it's just game 3. Yeah, they're showing us the Diana Annie match.
Is running
Okay,
the
while
sprite
they do that,
fountains.
I'm going
So
to
we've seen
actually
some Diana lists that
go
don't run the gears with
step
play, and
and
they're
do
just
something really
looking to
quick.
discard
I'll
spells
be
and
right
units, but
back.
Beachwhites
This
does
is
have
important,
all
so
of
I
the
have
options
to-
available.
A very diverse and sort of adaptable deck here with the Diana. And again, the Sprite Fountain, like we saw Bradykin doing, can be used to get you some
Really
points.
cool, yeah.
Or you can just pitch it to get those runes ready with that Hui. Moving on to Prismat, though. Prismat running that one main deck Abandoned, which if he does face our Control Ezreal, that's going to come into play. That one main deck Hard Bargain as well. So before I said, I'm not sure how much counter spells that Prismaticism is running. At least 2.
At least 2, and this is a very different list than what we would typically see from an Annie. There's no Ride the Winds in the main deck. There's 3 flashes. So typically you think of like the Annie Legend, you ready 2 runes at the end of your turn. You think, the 2 energy spells are going to be really valuable. Well, this build, there's actually a lot of 3 energies. There's the Grim Apothecary, there's the Rengar, there's the Starcross. So that's actually what a lot of times Prismaticism is going to look for. So you always need to make sure you leave 1 up so that when you ready the 2, you have 3 to activate on your opponent's turn, as opposed to traditional Annies, which would only looking for the 2.
And let's find out
back.
who's going to be advancing
So
from this second feature match as we jump into the game here between
In all
Beachwhites
seriousness, you
and
guys,
Prismaticism as they fight.
Before this game tips off,
All right, winner continues on.
I
to the
would like for
semifinals.
you
user will be
if you don't mind,
Diana
to
Best
please
still on the line.
just pray
Into
for
game 3, it
my
looks like
Jenny.
it was a game 1 win for
She
Prismatic,
is
game 2
not
win for
eating.
Beachweights, and now
She has
game
not
3,
eaten,
going
and
first for
she has
Prismatic.
not
Just
eaten
based
a
on what the
full
arena's grades
meal
are, typically you can kind of
in 2
decipher
days.
from that, but here we go, game 3. Let's see
And
what
she has not
happens.
eaten
All right,
anything
we have that
all
early 2-drop
day.
here for Prismat on the arenas game.
And it is really worrying me.
Oh, that's
She
yeah,
is
only 8 in the
16.
deck. It can happen that you aren't
And
able to see it. I typically like the 9. I know most pros
Ginger
say, nah,
means
8's
so
enough,
much
but
to
then
me.
This can happen sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see what else Prismatism's able to do, though.
She's
It all
sick. I
depends
feel like
how you
she's
play
sick.
from here
She
now.
got
Obviously,
sick
we've been able to
earlier.
develop that
All
Diana,
she's drank is
on that
water,
first
and
turn
she
for
threw that
Beachweights,
up.
3 runes, and then passing it back over to Prismat could be a good way to get point tempo stolen away
don't
from the
know.
player who goes first. But you know, Prismat
But
having 1 more rune, are we going to use
please
another stack
keep
deck?
Ginger
Perhaps
in
no.
your
We're just going
thoughts and
to
prayers,
ready
chat.
our rune that we used. 3 runes being
Because
channeled here for
she's-
Beachweights as he
she's
draws his
not
first
doing
card of the
well.
game, and Diana's going to hit the board
It's very
like
sad
most
to me.
Dianas do.
It's such a strong deck going second
breaks my heart.
because of Diana
But
Lunari.
anyways.
Always have
Let's
just an
watch this
ideal
video.
setup here.
Okay, so turn
Prismaticism now
2,
draws the 2-drop with
Yeah.
the Merchant
we
into
got
the Noxus Hopeful
Diana,
ready in 2 runes.
Noxus,
Yeah, with
and
the,
Traveling Merchant on the
uh,
board. 2
2
up,
runes up,
as
right?
usual,
This is
for
now
Miss
a little bit
Annie.
dangerous for Diana. Obviously, moving to the Abandoned Hall is probably
So,
your best course of action if I'm Beachweights
We
here.
got
because
Abandoned Hall,
that
plus
Noxus Hopeful
1 when
is
you
just
play a
4
spell.
currently. You're
For
able to kind of
unit
fight
here,
over that
and Arena's
Abandoned
greatest,
Hall,
you
but
start with
Prismat
1 point,
also has some
so.
spells in his deck that will allow
I'm
him
definitely
to
about
push
to
the mic
start
up on
trying
that
to do a
battlefield
gentleman's
as well.
agreement
Or
on
even
Arena's
gears,
greatest
like the
every
long
time,
swords.
though.
We saw
And if
3 of
somebody
them there.
doesn't
I
agree
know
with me,
Prismat
then
recently tweeted out that, like, yeah,
Really?
long swords just kind of were spinning axe and Annie, but it's still basically spinning axe and Annie.
Correct, yeah.
So it's still a really good card. 3 of feels great. Diana's not going to move into the battlefield instead. Beachweights will just
all
develop
right,
more of
Ravenbloom
the board
and
with
Traveling
the
Merchant
Ravenbloom
comes
student and
down.
the Traveling Merchant
So they're
on
in
his
this
side.
like awkward standoff where they're
Again,
not.
an arenas
Nobody's
game where we're
pushing
just
into
taking time
base.
to develop a little
I mean base
unique,
battlefield.
so to speak.
What's the rush?
Yeah, we're here to have a good time.
I imagine
Take
Prismatism could
your
send the Merchant in just
time,
to
what's
cycle a
the
card,
rush?
get that even number of points, and then save the Noxus Hopeful.
Oh,
Yeah,
plays
early
Annie
Annie.
to play
Yeah,
another spell
very
from the
early Annie,
trash.
so digging for something.
I mean,
you
not
have to
play
imagine.
play it from the trash. Return it to your hand from the trash.
All right.
Plays
That's a
Noxus
lot
for
of
2
might.
and
All right.
readies 2 at the end of the
Saving
turn.
resources, playing the game of chicken. Prismat loves this type of game. Anytime I cast a
Alright.
Prismat game, when I predict what he's going to do, I'm right about 10%
Here
of the
we
time.
go.
Just because
Let's
of
see
how
what
patient
Waits
he
is going to do. Should we
and
call
how
him BS
controlled he
and
likes to play Riftbound.
Prismaticism?
Yeah. Just Prismat's very notorious for just
Prismaticism.
creating a bunch of, might in the back line and then saying, I have all this stuff that you have to deal with, and then I will engage on my terms.
It's again, I've referenced
Wait,
this a
did
few
he
times
add
now,
it?
but it's
Isn't
the
that the
difference
end
of
of
do you
his
try
name?
and complicate the board state or simplify the board state.
Prismatic.
I'm almost always a fan of simplify, but
Prism.
Prismaticism loves complex board states.
I guess
think
he
that's
did
why his
add it
hair
as
is as
well.
curly as it
Has
is.
it always been 2
He's
isms?
always
I don't
twirling it,
remember.
thinking about all these
Okay,
different lines.
Diana's
Now some
gonna
action
go
coming through
in.
here from
She's
Beachweights.
gonna tap Legend
Yeah, that resolves.
We're resolving the Diana trigger.
to
Looks
do
like a
the
Raven Bloom on the
predict
top, so
at
it's
the
gonna go to
top.
the
It
bottom. Let's
is
see if
not
there's
a
a
spell.
spell, and it's a
Ooh,
gust.
Oh, it is a. Oh, it is a.
2.
We go to 2.
You predict 2 on Diana?
Conquer's good.
Did I know that?
See if Beachweights wants to develop more.
Did
Vex.
I
Pathetic,
know
That's a pretty
that?
good development. And 3 still up.
You might predict.
We know there's a gust in
2.
hand. We just saw it from the Diana Lunari trigger. Still 13 might. I forgot Annie's
Oh,
in play.
I
13
get
might
it. Okay, so it's
available
a
for some,
predict, then reveal.
combat
Okay,
on the
okay,
side of
sorry.
Prismaticism.
And
And
notably,
then
the
he
Noxus
plays
Hopefuls
the
cannot be
Vex
gusted. So it'd have to
Straight
be
to
like
the
a
battlefield,
stupefied
but that's
plus a
okay
gust
because
combination.
Prismaticism has
And there it
a
is,
lot
Prismat's signature
of
hands through the hair as he charts the thing.
units
Here we go.
on the
He's got to watch
field.
it or he's going to end up like us.
Yeah.
Does he have
gotta do
his
You know,
chosen champion
We gotta have a
in a
talk with him.
different sleeve than the
talk
rest
to
of
him
his
after this.
units?
okay, cool.
It
We do have a
looks like
Rengar in
it.
hand as well, notably.
I guess it doesn't matter because it's not in the deck technically.
Because we're still hearing the Olays back in
Yeah.
the background there. Now the Noxus
Oh,
Hopeful
he's
is
gonna
going in.
send one
Beachweights.
Noxus Hopeful in to see what
Not
Waits
doing the Diana
has
trigger, excuse me.
to
Attack and defend
combat
triggers that happen before an
against
action window. So Prismatism
to
passes.
save the
Beachweights
Vex.
has the
Because if he
action window.
wastes it now, he's gonna looks
One
like he's
energy
tapping one for a
spent. I'm guessing
stupefy.
a Stupefy. Yep, there it is.
Yep, he's
Stupefy
gonna
and then Gust can now
stupefy
return
and
this
make
Noxus
Vex
Hopeful back to
bigger.
hand.
So now Noxious
Rengar
Hopeful is
can
a
come off the top
3,
as well. though.
and
Yes.
Vex
Oh, my
is a 5.
Vex at 5.
8
Vex
to
will go to
3.
6 if this gust
And
goes
Raven
out, and
Bloom
then
goes
Rengar
up
would
as
not
well.
be enough to clear the Vex, and also would be stunned
What
anyway.
will
Oh, very true, yeah.
Prismaticism do
I always
here?
forget about that.
Right? It's kind of
Okay.
funny. All right, just trades with the Diana.
Trades with the
No
Diana.
dust from B-Schweitz. Okay.
Interesting. When does set 4 come out? Set 4 comes out at the end of July, so
Hopeful.
it's closer to
Play
like
stack deck with my action.
July
Now we're gonna go 5 to
22nd, I
5.
See
think.
deck results.
So it's at the end of the month.
Do we have
Which
anything
is
that we
exciting,
can play? We
but-
obviously can't gust. There's no legal targets for it.
Yeah.
They start previews
This is
2
a
weeks
very efficient
before
clear for
that July
Prismaticism.
date, so
Noxus Hopeful, I think
it'll be
part of the reason
really,
it's one of the top 5
really
most represented
crazy.
cards in the entire tournament is
If-
because of Vex Apathetic and how
oh my gosh,
cleanly
it would be
this
so
answers
cool
Vex.
to be able to reveal a MEL card,
Another
even
Origin
if
staple.
it's just like her
yeah.
chosen champion. I would dress
Plus
up in
one on
cosplay. I would have my mom film it, or my
I'll pass
cousins, or
focus.
somebody.
Looks like we're trading.
I would have somebody I could trust because this is a big deal.
Unless Prismat has something else up his
Because
sleeve.
last time for the Unleashed set,
Could
they
play
let
the
people
Rengar.
do
It's
reveals.
stunned, but you could still conquer.
Oh my gosh, it would be such an honor. But I know
and
there's a lot of
then get the
other
point,
like
but not really
bigger
necessary.
creators
Prismat
that are
really
black
likes that
women
Rengar defensively.
adjacent to Riftbound, so
5 cards in hand.
they
for
may not pick
B-Schweitz.
me, but it's okay. I'm still playing her. I'm still gonna love Meltdown. Anyway, love
Prismat thinking through the lines. I
Meltdown.
believe 6 cards in hand, if I see that correct.
But if they
Yes.
let me do a preview, I will be the happiest girl ever.
I like counting
I'm
their
going
cards
to
when
be
they're hand
the
shuffling.
male
That is
content
actually
creator.
how I do it as well.
I audibly count their
Mel
cards.
and
Mhm.
Riftbound.
It's a very
'Cause why not?
tactile
Who
way to do it.
cares?
Yep.
Why not?
trading.
That's
We're
me.
currently
Who
trading. Okay,
cares?
trade.
Big Jordy.
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna change my photo
I
right now
bet.
on Twitter to my male cosplay.
Trade complete.
Right
Prismatism
now.
did in fact take that trade deal. Again, could move the merchant in to go to even points, but if I
So
know
that
Prismat,
way
I'm
I
actually
can
gonna guess
already
he's
be
not gonna
on
do it.
top of it. You
All
know?
right, so you're usually right 10% of the
You
time here. Let's see if
know?
that checks out.
So this is again where I would want to move it in. but
That way
because
people
I would
already
want to,
can
I'm gonna
start
assume he's
noticing
not
it
going
and
to.
seeing it as their content
So I'm betting
creator.
on the 90% right now.
Okay.
She said, take your time, what's the rush?
Set C arena.
It was
Mm.
Annie that
And he
went
goes
in.
in,
Go
they
to
will
two.
pick you. Yes! Speaking into existence for me,
Pay
rare.
3.
I mean,
for
rare, oh my
Apothecary,
gosh,
put it back in
base.
my hand.
Nice.
Rare
Makes
must
a
be
lot of
talking about
sense.
me. The
Very
fact that I just said
effective
rare
play.
is crazy.
Saving the ante, getting to the even number of points, and I imagine
Rare
it's just
must
a
be
pass at this
talking
moment. Unless
about
you want to try
moi.
and redevelop another unit.
Inferno.
Inferno makes
Yep,
sense.
that's fine.
Ready 2 runes and pass.
3 up for a Starcrossed, 3 up for the Rengar, 3 up
Oh
for
wait,
another
no, I
Grim
need to put.
Apothecary.
I need to put like an
Not that
actual
you'd be able to play
photo.
the Grim Apothecary from.
Oh, wait,
the
I need
action
the
speed,
one
you know,
that,
the battlefield, but still,
just
a lot of
the Rengar,
options
yeah.
for
Where's the one
Prismaticism
that they
here.
posted on the Riftbound
And playing with Rengar, we've
website?
seen
How do
Prismat
I
do
get
it
that
in many top cuts
picture?
where he'll play that Rengar in response to
see.
a trigger
Where's the one that
just
they
into the
posted on
base,
the
right? Which
Riftbound
kind of throws
site?
off your math of what you were trying to do. He'll wait until your last action of the turn and then go, oh, by the way, I have this extra card that you now
They said there's
forgot
like
to
a
account, or not forgot,
footsie or
but couldn't
something
account
like
for
that?
the entire turn, and now you have to deal with it on the following.
It's one of the things that Annie can do very uniquely.
Uh-oh.
And Hui has now
They
hit
don't
the
tweak
board,
very
one of
much,
the
actually.
strongest units in the Diana list.
Development turn here as well for B-Schweitz, it looks like.
Oh,
Not
Flicker.
going to commit any units.
They have a
Could
Flicker.
have gone for 4 points, but B-Schweitz is
Flicker,
playing
Flicker,
the long con
Flicker,
here.
Flicker.
Going to try and look to trade
so
with Prismaticism.
cute.
And again, the
Glitch
game of
Goober,
chicken
she's so
continues.
cute.
2 very patient players.
Oh, how
The sigh
fun!
from
They have a
Prismat.
whole album. Oh my gosh, 332 pictures. Wow, there's so many.
4 in hand. Yep.
Oh, this
So we
man
know
made
there is an
sure to
Annie,
take a picture
and
of
Annie can get the
the
stack deck, so
ladies.
we can
Look
play
at
the
the
same stack deck for the
T-Bow.
third
Oh my
time.
gosh,
You really
so
want to?
cute. Look at this guy. He looks
Now
like
there's a
Jameis
Rengar.
Notably not
Winston.
fizz, so it doesn't recycle. It just adds a spell back to hand, and you can replay it. Yeah, the Rengar in hand is...
He looks like Jameis Winston,
again,
doesn't he?
He didn't do it on the last turn. It wasn't given a reaction window, so
Am
I'm
I
not sure if he would
tripping?
have wanted to, but it's still hidden information in hand.
I
Now
see
Prismaticism
it.
Thinks, will I send a unit in?
Now he really looks like
Again,
it. Look at him.
somebody's
He's
got to
doing
be
the
the
pose.
beatdown
Look at it.
eventually.
My brother
Yeah,
in
gusting
Christ.
the merchant isn't terrible. Here, it's probably, out of the 3 here, it's the one
Everybody
you want
looks so cute.
Sure, yeah, it doesn't have ambush.
I'm trying to find
Yeah,
my
it doesn't have
picture. I
ambush, and
saw
it doesn't,
they posted
you know,
it.
it's not that
They
scary on attack,
posted
right?
it.
Discard a Rengar.
Rengar
Discard
hits the
the
bin.
Rengar, okay. I think that
Kiana.
might have answered my conundrum.
Okay. Conquer's good.
Conquer is good. Going to 3.
Some people, I couldn't even remember what characters they
Now,
were.
if you're gonna send one of these units for another point and sack
I
it,
literally
it's
couldn't
probably
even
the
remember
Inferno.
some people's
Yeah.
characters.
Unless if you send the Apothecary, you kind of force Beachwhites to use a card, use something, but again, the Inferno is just a
They
lower
look
value
so
card
good.
overall.
Everybody
And
literally
wow.
looks
proactively
amazing. The
flashing
Katarina,
When he moves.
Trigger the
Discard.
motion again. This is
Diana,
nice.
wow. Oh, there's me! Oh my gosh, there's me! Oh my gosh, wait, how do I download? How do I download her? Download her
Not sure. I know
now.
there's a
How do I get? How
Forerunner
do I
in hand.
get?
Oh, Annie getting
Do I
discarded.
screenshot?
Interesting. I did see a Forerunner previously.
Square.
Obviously, the Inferno
Original.
Grim. There it is.
Okay.
And the Inferno Grim Apothecary
Oh,
got
shoot.
played as well, which
Oh
were the
my gosh,
cards that
that's
I knew
me.
in hand. So now
I should have taken
Prismat's
off
hand is a
my
mystery to me as well.
badge. I didn't
Well,
think about it.
passed
Oh,
turn
well,
and ready
okay.
2 runes. That's back to 3, which could be a Rengar,
Yeah!
could be
I
a
made it to the
Star-Crossed.
Riftbound page.
Speaking of Star-Crossed, that's probably what Beachwhites is going to be
Oh
looking
my
for.
gosh,
It's
I
kind of
made it to the
classic
Riftbound
out
page.
to
Chat.
the
I did
Ferris
not think about
Forerunner.
taking my badge off. That's
really,
fine,
really good
though.
answer.
Ooh, I look lovely. Oh my gosh, I'm so full of myself. Let me shut up. Let me
10
be
runes
quiet.
looks like for Beachwhites.
With 4 cards in hand, I believe, and 4 units on the board. Merchant and Hui can represent even more draws.
Yeah, Beachwhite's not on Baron in his list, notably.
Move trigger's good.
Move into Abandoned Hall. Hui will draw and then discard. Probably looking for a spell, a low-value spell here, just to draw an additional card.
Honestly, there's
This
this,
one makes
lady's
sense.
cosplay. She
Conquer's
did
good.
so fire. This
Conquer's
Briar. I was like, what character is that?
Very back and
obviously
forth
seen
here.
it
Both
in
players
League before.
timid to move into the battlefield, right? Prismat,
Go to 4.
as Prismat
but
does,
I
wants to
was
get in
like,
there and get
what
back out.
character is
It's so funny how
that?
you really conserve
Let me
resources
see if they
until
got
about
me
the mid-game, and then
anything
they're like,
else.
okay,
No,
now
I
I'll
gotta-
send my stuff in.
This is,
I gotta
oh
make
my,
sure I
this is
see
terrifying.
Yeah, look
It's
at
10.
Runes.
I should have taken
So
that damn
2
badge. Oh,
Ravenbloom students and the Hui is at the Abandoned Hall. So
Shoot.
anytime a spell is played by Beachwhites, all of these units are going to get pumped.
somebody
All
is
runes
breathing
up as
in
well.
my
So
ear.
Beachwhites is saying,
What?
bet, come
Y'all hear
in,
that breathing?
try
Oh,
and
he's
clear
got
me
way
off
down.
of one of
Uh-oh.
these.
Way.
I'm looking at the list for Beachwhites, and I don't know
is
that I see
disgusting.
any sort
Honestly,
of
this
interaction in
Diana
terms of
board
counters. It's mainly just stuff like
Definitely.
Stupefy, Eclipse,
bad.
the Rebuke, the Moonfalls. Oh, there is 2 hard bargains, excuse me.
Okay, there we
Not
go.
famous enough.
It would have surprised me. if
Yeah, I
it
was
not.
kinda surprised.
But we're getting there. Oh,
All
this
right,
is the
there's
guy.
10
Y'all
runes
know
available
what?
for
How many?
I'm actually
Prismaticism.
not gonna show you
6.
because.
Okay.
6 cards in hand,
Baze,
10
you
runes
remember
available.
when I said about ball
And we got
heads?
Prismat in the tank, as is known when he puts his hands in his
You
hair.
remember back in the day what I used to say?
That's his mind palace.
Yes,
When he
it's the
starts
Mind
touching the
Palace.
heads, he's like Sherlock Holmes going in there.
Baddies.
Never know what he's thinking about. Now we know that just
They are
on
deep in
board,
thought.
the
Prismatic
Ferris
is like,
Forerunner is the
man,
biggest
how do I
threat for
break this
Prismaticism.
board?
Sending that
If
in,
he
trying to
has
clear something, even if
all
it dies, it'll make more mech
those
tokens.
And look
You
how
can
many
overload
cards
a
he
bunch
has
of
in
things
hand.
onto
Oh
one
my gosh,
battlefield
this
and just
is-
try and force your way
This
through.
is literally my worst nightmare.
And
This
then you're
is
still
why
winning the
I
clock,
play
you'll go to 5,
fast.
and the Beachwhites would hold for 5.
also
Clearing
I
both of
understand
these is
why
going to
you
be a
wouldn't play
much
fast,
harder
because this
issue.
is like
With
a
all these
lot of
runes up,
money
I mean,
on the
Annie
line.
can do it, but you have to have the right sequence of cards. There's a flash in hand. I'm trying to see.
Hard
is that a
bargain.
Rengar, hard bargain. So actually, I mean, if there is a Rengar, that is a better tool to punch with for Annie. One of the premier ones. And hard bargain can come up clutch here, although there's just so many runes available for Beachwhites that even if you hard bargain like a Star-Crossed, they will have enough runes to
my
pay
back.
the energy
Ooh.
costs.
Whoa.
A really long
neck.
decision here for
My
Prismat, trying to
neck.
figure out the optimal line. A lot of these pro players, right, they'll take a lot of time at the beginning, and then
And
they'll
baby
chain
oil.
actions back to back because they've kind of
Yo,
mapped
I
out their
did my
line.
First
Yeah.
pull-up.
As long as, you know, some new information doesn't get introduced along the way.
So proud.
Counting up the runes again, taking a sip of water. Oh, Prismat's really in the tank right now.
The
I'm about to
judge
lift y'all up when I see y'all.
nudging Prismat along to take a game action.
Yep. There is no time limit, but again, a reasonable pace of play is expected for both of these players. And Prismat has not made a decision in over a minute.
Yeah.
He's counted his runes 3 times now. It's okay, I do that too.
Cassie said, buddy, you
do
got
you
to
want-
pick
okay.
it up because
But is it really?
you sitting here.
Looks like we're getting ready to
ain't
move
gonna
the
help you.
Forerunner. Maybe time to go duel this Hui.
This is what I call let the fireworks go off. Both players have full runes up, and one controls the battlefield, the other's got a big army. Someone's got to go down. Let's see the fireworks fly.
And there it is, going to fight the Ravenbloom students.
Arguably the scarier one to go into because
Yeah.
every spell will pump twice as opposed to once,
I'll
but
send these
not
to
going
this
low.
battlefield, trigger Merchant.
8 might will attack in, Merchant will
Discard
trigger,
Merchant
discarding
and
another Merchant to draw, and now it's 8 might
Uh-oh,
onto
he goes
4 might.
in with Merchant and Ferris
Pass back.
Forerunner is
2
4
spells
to
from B-Schwitz would make this a trade.
If one of them's a Stupefy, then it's a really good trade up.
A Star-Crossed to bounce the Merchant back to hand, or sorry, to bounce the Forerunner back to hand would just completely
Yeah.
lock it in here. Prismat can repeat a hard bargain, but even if we do that, we have 7 runes available after we use that Star-Cross for B-Schwitz, so Eclipse coming out.
Eclipse is
pretty good,
crazy.
too.
Drops it down to a
Using the
2.
Diana Legend as well, so still 8 runes ready
Oh
for
my
B-Schwitz.
gosh.
Minus 4 might means it's now 4 might attacking 6 might. The spell will resolve, so those Ravenbloom students both get 1
They go
might
up
apiece.
1, so now
6
it's
defending,
6
4
to
attacking.
4.
I'll pass.
Oh, and Hui
Oh,
goes up. I
Predict trigger, yeah.
forgot.
Top that.
He's going to leave it on
Okay,
top.
I pass.
It doesn't matter
Focus
which
getting
side
passed
you
back
go
to
to,
B-Schweitz
'cause
now.
everything is +1 for every spell.
It is currently
Ow.
6 to
Backbreaking.
4. We will get 2 mechs if this combat finishes. Going to stack deck as well.
And this-
Okay, that'll give...
Stack deck's good.
Maybe trying to get both students out of lethal range.
Yeah. If you play one more spell, then neither will go down.
Thank you for updating the
Oh.
dice.
Prismat helping his opponent with
Yeah.
his triggers. They're good
I will
sportsmanship.
pass again.
B. Schweitz also saying thank you for helping with them. So sportsmanship on both sides. Yeah, one more spell from B. Schweitz. He is just going to look
Another
to
stack
hold
deck.
here.
Oh, Gust here.
God!
Oh,
Oh!
I like
I'm gonna
this.
respond with against the odds.
Oh, very nice.
Fancy. That'll turn the Forerunner back up to 6 might.
Yes.
This is
Plus
on the
2.
chain. It's on the
Plus
chain.
2 per unit at that enemy unit at that battlefield. So plus 4 currently on the chain, targeting that
I
Forerunner.
love
This
me
would
against
move it
the
out of the
odds, I'm
gust
not
range
gonna lie.
again. So gust will not work. And then
This
it's
is
back
the
to
type
8 might
of
attacking.
change I
But it will
like.
still be 10 might defending now
That's
because
what I
these
like. That's what
students
I
just
like.
keep getting pumped more and more.
That's what I
And notably, the
like.
gust doesn't get countered. It just resolves to no effect.
Yes.
So we will be pumping up our students. We will be pumping up the abandoned hall with Hui. So it is still a trade where we're only able to really kill
6
one of these
runes remaining.
students.
Okay.
6 runes ready for B. Schweitz. I think Prismaticism is doing the math here of like, you know, Star-Crossed could be double hard bargained, but Prismaticism is also running out of power right now, or rather energy. Again, 8 attacking 10. Longsword would make this a honest crash, but then B. Schweitz just needs to play one more spell, and suddenly these Ravenblooms get pumped again. This is why I was thinking it's scary to attack these two.
Yeah.
You get
That's your focus.
double the value off of each spell.
Because
Play Rengar.
there's the Rengar. So now we're above, right? With that Rengar has the Assault as well.
So 5 more, that's 13 attacking, 10 defending. So a spell would not be enough. B. Schweitz would need to play 2 spells now.
Unless one of those is a Star Cross. Prismat does have a Flash as well.
Good point.
So just in case things turn south for Prismaticism here, he's able to flash back those units.
Stupefy your Rengar.
Stupefy will swing
That's nice.
this back to being even
That's
now.
nice, yeah. So Stupefy is a delta of
This is the
3 on
craziest
the overall
showdown
map.
I think
This is
I've ever
crazy.
witnessed.
You were right. This is where the fireworks are going to
Yeah.
pop off.
We are going to see some fireworks, and this
So
is
I
again
have
why it's
10,
scary to
12
attack
to
the
12
double
full
Raven Bloom as
pass, yeah.
opposed to the Hui.
Focus getting past the Beachwitz now.
Y'all.
Prismaticism says, hey, I'm okay with this trade because I'm going to make 2 mechs.
Yeah, it's worth it.
He's not
Raven
gonna
Bloom
let
is
the
such a
trade
high
sit,
value
though.
unit in these types of lists. My goodness. A 2 energy that's now a 6 might.
And we're trading.
Oh,
I'll
they're
get 2 max.
trading.
That Hui, meanwhile, is now 9 might on the other battlefield, so.
Oh my
Which still there's
gosh.
6 might
How do
attacking.
you
If
get
there's
the
another
play
Rengar,
off
maybe
the
there's a world
battlefield
Prismaticism can clear
now?
that one too.
And that's maybe what Beachwitz is thinking about.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, I don't want to invest too much to save these students because that Hui is really going to let me claw back into this game.
The Hui is more valuable, I would argue.
Yeah, 3 cards used, if I'm not mistaken, for Bishwitz. He had 6 cards in hand, one of those being a Stupefy, drawing back up to 4 cards. So I think I see a Grim Apothecary, a Flash, maybe a Merchant in hand.
I feel like if I know Prismaticism, he maybe just passes here.
Yeah, there's not really a big point on throwing away a unit to go to 5.
Yeah.
Especially one that has Assault in Inferno.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you do have the Flash to save it, so okay, he will go
That's
for the
correct,
5.
yeah.
But then you have to commit that Flash to save it.
Letting the Conquer go.
Conquer to 5.
Okay, at 5. Okay, this red-purple matchup is
Yep,
way
Ass
more
is ready.
exciting than the
7 runes up.
than
I
the
don't know
other
how
one.
valuable they're going to be
It's
for
so funny
Prismaticism.
because it's
Bishwite's
the
in a
exact
really good spot
same
right now.
domains. Which is why I'm
Will
like,
hold for
man, I
5th
would've
point,
wished
can
they
look to
would
go take that
show
Grim
the
Apothecary
Master
for a
Yi, but I guess
6th,
they're like,
is on
"Nah,
the
Master
even
Yi
numbers,
is not
1 turn
that
away from
exciting
winning
to
if he
watch
can
either."
conquer the
But
arena's
this
greatest.
one is
And
way
Hui
more
will help
flashy.
you get there.
And he got to re-ready 2 runes.
Gets the extra draws, can make himself quite large. You're looking for something like a Ride the Wind at that point, because currently the Merchant is not enough, so there's a stack deck.
Play goes
No, we have a Moonfall. That works
does
too.
it too.
Oh,
That works too.
Yeah.
he
And it
just
brings
pulled
him
the
into the
Moonfall.
Abandoned Hall. But again, we
It's
know Prismaticism has that
9:30?
Flash.
Oh my gosh,
So if we
it's
do
so
have a
late.
Ride the
I
Wind, we can
wanted
actually
to
go
start
over with
streaming
Ride
at
the
like
Wind, try to bait out that
5.
Flash, and then pull it
But
back
then
in
I drove
afterwards.
to Popeyes.
You could also move
Why
the Merchant into
Popeyes have shrimp on
the
the
arena's
menu
greatest
now?
and then Moonfall in the Inferno. And then
Somebody
trade, because I
please
believe
tell
then
me
with the
why
-2 to all
Popeyes has
units there,
shrimp on
it'd
the
be
menu.
2
I am
1-might units on
allergic
your
to
2-might
shellfish,
unit.
and
So
you know good and well
if
they
you're just
don't
trying to
use
like
separate
clear the
burners
board, that's another option for
their
Bishwites. You got a
chicken
lot
and
of
fish.
angles here. The
You know,
Hui
they
will
just
move
cook
though.
everything in the
Get the
same
draw,
burner.
discard acceptable
Same
losses to
grease.
draw an extra
French
card.
fries in the shrimp grease.
So it looks like
They will
11
kill
runes available now
somebody.
for Bishwites.
I had to
Prismaticism,
drive
like we
out
mentioned
of
earlier,
the
7
line
runes
after
up.
I ordered.
We
I
know
was
there's a Flash
so
in hand.
sick.
I'm
I
87%
was so
sure there's a Grim Apothecary in hand. And then there's a 3rd mystery card, which, if I had to
Okay.
guess, I think is a Merchant.
Oh, maybe I should turn this down. My bad, y'all. I didn't realize they were still on
Here
blast.
comes the Merchant on
I'm
the
just
side of
talking over
Bishwites,
the
though.
casters. I'm so sorry. Y'all gotta
Gonna
keep
go
me
fight
honest
this
with my
Grim
audio.
Apothecary,
You know,
perhaps.
Feeling
I'm
the
not a
pressure to
pro
score
streamer
this point,
anymore.
gonna try
I'm a
and go
retired
in.
lady
Move trigger will
who
discard
plays
and
her
draw.
card games.
See what Bishwites wants to discard. You can see at the bottom of your screen, currently Bishwites not winning this combat.
I'm a
Ooh, Vex
retired
getting discarded is
lady.
interesting.
Pretty
A
good card.
classy lady. He
Moonfall.
moonfalls it.
Like
There
you
we go.
mentioned.
Yep. So you're going to pull in the Inferno. Moonfall is going to attempt
To bring
just
in
have a clean
Inferno?
trade.
5. Resolves.
This is going
So
to be a
she's
Flash
at
here from
+3.
Prismaticism.
She's at 3 though.
Most likely.
Yep.
Oh, 3
So
though.
it's
This looks
3
like
to
a
2.
Grim Apothecary.
Back to my hand.
Yep. Saving the Inferno.
Yeah. This now makes it 4 to 2.
Sure.
That resolves.
Yes, that's 4.
It's resolved.
So now Bishwites is more.
And the Ride
Ride
the
the
Wind. But
wind
again,
on the
Flash hasn't
way
been baited out yet, so
over. It has to
gonna
be
be
the
able to keep
way.
these Grim Apothecaries safe. Though
Oh,
Hui will
no.
be ready. So if we see that Flash come out, we can kind of bring Hui
Almost on the
home.
Flash on both of my Grims.
Okay.
Wait,
And now a repeated hard bargain would go absolutely crazy here.
Yeah, doing it preemptively. I guess Prismaticism is saying if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it now and prevent Bishwites from drawing into a hard
he
bargain.
could hard bargain
Give us
and
already-
repeat it.
He
Yeah,
has
he's
it.
got it. He's got
Yeah,
it.
he's gonna
Double
repeat
hard
it.
bargain. Flash is canceled.
Dang, that's tough.
Prismaticism
Resolves.
has 1 Inferno in hand, and I don't know what the other one is, but I
Oh.
don't think it's going to be enough with 2 runes up. This is a huge swing for Bishwites.
Yeah, this might be the turning point of the game here for Bishwites as he's able to maintain that point tempo. And again, more importantly, if this showdown resolves in his favor, keep himself on even points, which means you just need 1 more to win.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 4, not enough to kill the Hui either. He's debating if he wanted to pitch a unit, right? So he can actually go look for another card instead because
Discard Sprite Fountain and ready 2 runes.
there it is. We see it happen.
And Hui is 5.
Hui is 5, Merchant's 2. A longsword would be big
Wait,
here.
it's 5.
Or the
He
Inferno.
drops the Inferno down again
So we did, I believe,
at
miss
3.
our trigger earlier when we
Might.
stacked
So
deck
now
when
it's
the
a
Hui was
trade,
at the Abandoned Hall.
but I
Hui should be
doubt
6.
he
but it
will
looks like he
let
might have missed that
it
trigger.
go
I should have helped at
through.
5, right? Yeah, you're at 5.
That's a good point,
Kill the
yeah.
Hui. Yeah.
Because that was before he moved. Well, or did he move?
Your conquer
first. I'm trying to think now the
Oh, it
order.
was 6?
I thought he stack decked and then moved, but I could be wrong.
It was
but it doesn't matter. We have
1,
another way.
4.
Oh, look at that.
How many in hand now?
There's
Hue
no
will
way.
trade. He
7.
scores the point. No way.
Am I tripping?
No way. He's got
No,
another one.
there is a Hue.
Oh,
there.
I
There's
am
one Hue.
tripping because
Yeah,
Hue was at.
Yahweh, baby.
All
Wait,
right,
what?
Prismaticism. Can you
wait,
make
what? Am I
Yahweh
tripping?
move?
Yeah, you're at
Hue should be
He discarded a gear.
6. But it looks like we might have missed that trigger.
Sorry, I should have held to 5, right? Yeah, you're at 5.
That's a good point.
Kill the
Yeah.
white. Yeah.
Because that was before he moved.
Okay, so that was. Why was that not 7? He had -2 on 1. That's 4.
Well, or did he move
Your conquer
first? I'm trying to think now the order.
I thought he stack decked and then moved, but I could be wrong. But it doesn't matter. We have another way.
Oh, look at that.
How many in hand now?
There's crazy here.
Yeah, doing it preemptively. I guess Prismaticism is saying if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do
I'm
it
not
now.
understanding.
Give
Let's
more
hear
offense. And hand is a huge swing for B. Schweitz.
Yeah, this might be the turning
What
point
is
of the
that?
game here for B. Schweitz. Is he able to maintain that point tempo? And again, more importantly, if this
5.
showdown resolves in his favor, keep himself on even points, which means you just need
Why is it not a full trade?
one more to win.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 4, not enough to kill the way either. He's debating if he wanted to pitch a unit, right? So he can actually go look for another card instead because
If
Sprite
Inferno
fountain ready to
is
room.
there it is. We see it
attacking.
happen.
And Hue is 5.
Hue is 5, Merchants
Oh
2.
no, Inferno is not attacking because Prismaticism controls his battlefield. That's right. That's right. That's what it is. Okay, I'm tripping. Okay.
Longsword would be big here.
I thought
Inferno.
Prismat
Or the
moved in.
Inferno.
No, Prismat's definitely on defense.
So we did, I believe, miss
Okay.
our trigger earlier where we stack decked
So it's
when
5,
the Hue was
yeah.
at the abandoned hall. Hue should be 6, but it looks like we might have missed that trigger.
Sorry, I should have held to 5, right? Yeah, you're at 5.
That's a good point,
Kill the
yeah.
white. Yeah.
Because that was before he moved. Well, or did he move
No, he
first? I'm
moves
trying to think
first.
now the order.
I thought he stack decked and then moved, but I could be wrong. But it doesn't matter. We have another way.
Oh, look at that.
How many in hand now?
There's
Hue
no
will
Hue.
trade. He scores the point. No Hue.
No
I
Hue.
don't
He's got
think
another
he
one.
There is a Hue there.
stacked deck
There is one
before he
Hue.
moved.
Yahweh.
I think the stack deck
Yahweh,
was
baby.
after.
All right, Prismaticism. Can
Okay,
you
I
make
was about to say,
magic
like,
happen?
wait,
Still
what?
has the mech tokens. Will score
6
2
and then
points. Goes to
All right,
7.
the
Has
mechs
to
have
hold
moved
one
in. Big mechs,
to
not the little
win.
ones.
Yeah.
And he
All wins up,
passes.
2
All right.
cards in hand. We've
So
seen
this is not.
Prismaticism
If
come
this
back
was any
and hold in
other
positions just like this in
domain
top 8s
duo,
before.
We have a
I
tide turner,
would
though,
feel
notably.
concerned about whether or
if there's
not
any
Waits
other
could
way for
possibly
us
get
to
Prismaticism off
move
both,
around.
but I think he'll be fine.
I don't know if we ever ride the window. Trigger on the chain.
Draws.
Look.
No reaction to the
Discard
move
Tide
trigger.
Turner. Okay.
So now
Tide
the
turning this card,
showdown
making this way big.
begins.
So
He
we must
discarded
have another way
Tide
to do
Turner.
something, or else I think we're
Okay.
digging for more. We're trying to pitch a spell
It
here.
dies. He conquers.
Fizz is going to get us a ride the wind.
Fizz, ride
is there
the
anything
wind.
for Prismaticism to stop this monstrous way?
Wins.
It will get +1 because it's landing on Abandoned Hall as well, so
Yep.
that's going to be a 9 might Hue.
Let alone his movement. He could make it even bigger.
Yeah, I wish I had abandoned.
Oh, the hard bargain.
Can't find a star cross.
And that's the game.
Yeah, I was afraid of that one. Just like, I don't know.
Prismaticism
Good
eliminated.
game. That was a good one. That was a
In the
good one. I'm not gonna
quarterfinals, B.
lie.
Schweitz is
I
going on to
thoroughly
the semis.
enjoyed that one.
And
Usually
if
I
you're
find
Brady King, I
myself
think
for
you're
lack
breathing
of
a sigh
enjoyment
of
on
relief.
that one,
Yeah.
but
Do not have to
I
go up
did
against
thoroughly
Annie.
enjoy
A Diana
that.
can
Okay.
And we know that Ruin Runner
So
is going to
now
be a major
we've
part of his
got
particular match, Charmer.
Bradykin and
Absolutely.
Master
Ruin Run
Yi.
even more in the
Oh
lottery,
my
like,
goodness.
for-
We got the link in the
They're
list,
going to show
being able to
Bradykin all
rename
the
the
way
different
up to
tags
the
if you need
final.
to,
They are not
and
playing with that,
potentially
man.
get
They said this is our
as soon as
favorite.
possible.
This is
What
our
you don't
favorite.
want to see is something like
player.
a conquer followed by a charm
Okay,
to get
so
one of,
we're jumping
get
right
rid of,
into it.
excuse me,
Master
one of
Yi
these
is faster.
key units that are in the base right now, the spirit.
Bradykin
Typically,
has the
you
spirit
want
out.
to protect it if at all possible. It's not
You
really
gotta
representing
sing
might,
when
it's
the
more about the
spirit
on-play
says
ability.
sing.
Ezreal with the cost reduction
You
is
gotta
sometimes
discard
kind of
when the
coveted,
spirit
kind of
says
protected as well.
discard.
And First Factor wants to get some information.
All right. Ooh, he has
Take a look here at this hand for Bradykin.
Stupefied the list. Vex.
All right, so there's a
Deadly.
lot of
I feel
choices
like you
here.
probably
Only 2 cards that
discard
cannot be chosen are Thousand Tail Watcher and
Deadly.
Vex.
Oh,
We have another
you
Deadly
also
Flourish,
have
the
Bellows
Stupefy,
Breath.
the
I
List,
feel like
and
you
a
discard the
Bellows
Deadly
Breath.
Flourish,
Oh,
don't
as
you?
I look at this, I might consider something like the Bellows Breath because that combos so well with the Thousand Tail Watcher. Or I might consider something like the List just because it's so reusable in this matchup, especially
But
post Pack of Wonders.
maybe. I guess it
We'll wait and
depends
see
on
what
the
Factor
early
does.
game because you have to think of how many copies he
Two
runs in
very
each.
valid
He'll
targets.
probably grab another list because he runs 3 copies of that. So it's
Yeah, this is
only the
not an
Bellows.
easy
It
decision
looks like Bellows Breath. It looks a
if you're
little gray
Factor, and I
from
think
my
that's
angle. The
why
Bellows Breath or
so much
the
thought is going into it. Also kind of comparing
Flourish.
the hand of Factor.
Bellows
I
Breath is
see some
really
options
like
that are
it's so
available
cheap,
to
but it's just
maybe
really a good
play
card.
around some of these.
Stupefy.
And
Oh,
actually
Stupefy?
going to choose the Stupefy, maybe more scared of whatever it's going to
okay.
draw than
Listen, that's
anything
why
else.
this
It
man is
is
at the
also
top table
a
and
cheap
not me,
activator to get
because
the
I
Ezreal
would've
Legend online. So
picked
Stupefy plus something like
that
Flourish
Deadly
represents really drawing
Flourish
2
so
cards.
fast.
And Factor says, okay,
But
I
that's
want to
why
make sure
he
that
is in
you
top
don't have
4,
3 damage
okay?
plus the might reduction for my Yi.
So now we move forward here in the turn.
Okay,
Do we
so
have
he's
that
played
little
a
scuttle crab? There
get
it
his
is.
Draw.
Oh,
On the
placing
death
itself.
nail, he'll get to see
what a
all the
pickup
there.
cards
He
that
found a
Brady
Ruin
Ken
Runner. That's what the
has.
crab drew. So
Exactly what we
what
want
you're
to
looking
find.
for.
Sigil of the Storm makes you discard a rune
Sigil
after
of the
you
Storm
conquer.
and Seed of Power, the
But
two
the thing about
battlefields.
it is you don't
for
want
game
to
number
really
1.
discard any runes, especially
you gotta
against
As
a
Master
Brady
Yi
King.
going into
So
that
you have
southern
to
battlefield,
sacrifice
Factor
the
getting on
draw
the
by
board.
going into Seed of Power.
I'll pass.
Your experience.
Oh, yes, do it. XP.
And look at that. Bradykin here
Use that one.
being a great
Well,
player
listen,
saying you
Bradykin,
gained experience
the
from that
judge
hunt
might have
keyword.
called it
Do
if
not
you
forget
didn't.
it. There's not a lot of players that will remind you of your own triggers. So shout out to Brady for being a great guy.
Absolutely. Now here comes
He
that
might not be
Bellows
the
Breath.
type that even counts as XP, but I feel like
This
you
will
have
be
to
dealing
count XP if
1
you're playing Master
damage,
Yi
not
at this
being
point.
repeated.
I believe it was. Oh, I guess not. It's just the 1 energy. I was going to say, I believe it was potentially repeated because of the cost reduction on the Ezreal.
Factor is thinking it through.
I
He
thought
has
he
a
said
discipline.
1 and 1.
Looks like a lonely Poro in there. Oh, he's gonna give +2 to
Draw.
the Scuttle Crab.
Can I check something about crab?
Yes, yeah.
So the discipline in response
It
here
makes
is
me
going to buff
wonder
up
if
the
he's
Scuttle
gonna try
Crab.
to charm
So this resolves.
the bewitching spirit.
Trigger as
in.
legend.
Okay, so he did repeat.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
no,
going to say,
no,
I
it's
was
not
pretty
his
sure he
turn.
pointed and said 1 and 1, and
Brady can
it
play
was just
Bellows Breath,
from
I'm
the
sorry.
cost reduction of the Ezreal. So
He
it
was
was
trying to
1
keep-
Gaming Bilgewater.
rune
It's
that
alive.
was
Uh-oh, the
recycled,
list.
and then 1 that was just
He's
paid
gonna
as
hit
energy
the
and then
Scuttle,
cost
Definitely
reduced.
but now he has to
Use the
reveal his
list to
hand,
finish off the crab here, giving it -2 might, had the
which
1
we already
damage
knew
on.
what it was. Still the
I
same
will
cards.
attempt to
Vex,
flourish
List,
Yi.
Gust. Is a
And
Gust now.
Flourish
Uh-oh,
looking to
Master
clear out
Yi.
the board for Factor. That is going to resolve, and
Oof, Deadly
Master
Flourish.
Yi
So
being
Maximum
taken
tried
down
to
as
hit
well.
no
Swing here.
cards on the table.
Yeah, good
Brady
one.
can
Yeah,
does
I
it
recycle a rune.
again.
All right, Bewitching
This-
Spirit
Is this the
getting on a
correct rune?
battlefield.
Okay.
I have to know who Brady
Getting
can
Brady
lost
some
to.
points,
Oh, I
and then
guess
we're
it
gonna
must have
see
been this
Ezreal
guy,
go to the
Factor,
seed.
because I think
Not
Factor
only is
won
this
the
a
whole
double
thing.
conquer, but it also does trigger Seed of Power, so more cards drawn, and it looks like
Master
Brady's
Yi
already working well
winning
into
the
this
whole
attrition
event.
game plan, spending cards but getting them immediately back.
Very solid start for Bradykin so far here in game number 1.
Oh, he has the pouncing
For Factor, we
Rengar
do know
waiting
that
to
he
pounce
found
on
that
some
Ruin Runner. We'll see if those end up getting developed in the near
and
future.
punch first. And we
Try and
got.
put some real pressure on Bradykin
Is that
with
Rune
the
Runner? He's got 2 Rune
very
Runners?
difficult to get through 5 might unit.
Is that Rune Runner? It looks
So
like
the
Rune
downside
Runner
to developing Ruin Runner is you are also
And first mate.
essentially taking
Ooh.
that turn off.
Drops
like this play
Rengar
of
on
going
Ezreal's
with the
head. Will
orange
he
Rengar.
stupefy it, but it will
You
not
get
be
to get
enough.
on a location and try to keep point tempo while also potentially removing something. There
I
is
will
a
gust
known
as well.
gust in hand,
Oh,
and that's going to
Gust.
go on
Oh,
the Ezreal
he's
to try
gonna
to save
Gust
it.
Ezreal to hand. Oh, I like this play.
Yeah, that's good.
We just saw.
And it does
Yep,
resolve,
yep.
so
Okay, I was
Ezreal
gonna say we
back
just saw that
to
the Gust was a
Bradykin's hand, and
possibility
Factor
here,
going up to
based
2
on the Scuttle
points,
Crab
evening
reveal.
things up in game 1.
Oh,
Still has 3 runes. ready.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and so the question here, if your factor is,
This
do
might
you
be an
just
exciting,
develop
more
more might?
exciting matchup for
My
Bradykin
phone keeps
instead
buzzing.
of
Can I hand it
Pike.
to you to turn off?
Pike
I can't look at my
plays such
phone.
small units, but
All right,
factor,
my leg
the
will be
fact that
shaking.
he has the X factor that is the
Oh,
rune runner.
Brady with a buzzing
Yeah.
phone. Probably everybody
That
who's been watching the
might
stream and trying to
present a
well
good.
wish and say
Oh,
good
that
luck,
was
etc. But
Fiora.
unfortunately, also
That is one
interrupting
of my
things.
favorite
guy.
cards.
And
Fiora
Fiora.
coming out there.
Oh my gosh. She
Fiora,
has to be so
peerless.
good in Master Yi. She
Interesting
goes
unit
up
here.
to a 10
Yeah,
by
this is-
herself.
I was just going to say, this is a staple in Master Yi
Oh
because
my
of the when I
gosh,
attack or
this
defend
card
alone, you double
is
my might this combat. And obviously
magnificent.
Master Yi wants units to be alone when
He
defending
has to
anyway.
gust her.
So
He
it's
has to
been
gust
a
her out.
natural
Because if he
inclusion
doesn't.
for as
Oh,
long
he
as the
hasn't
Fiora has
seen that
been
one before.
around.
Oh, I mean, I guess it's a different skin. I guess it's a different
Yeah,
skin.
when
so it's
defending.
understandable.
A one-on-one combat Fiora would become an 8 might unit in this
She will
Master
become
Yi
a
build.
10.
Bradykin holding up to 3 with the Bewitching
So
Spirit.
she'll go up +2 on the Master Yi, and then if she's alone, she'll go up to 10.
The one thing working against Brady thus
if he
far
goes
is we've
in
seen
with one
no
unit,
copies
so
of
he
Pack
has
of
no
Wonders.
choice but to use
So while the
sprites.
Bewitching Spirit has landed,
How
while the
will
list
Brady
has
can
landed,
ever get over
there's not
this
the
Fiora?
easy
Actually,
way to reuse
this-
them yet.
this
The
card
Gust had to
wins
be
this
used on
matchup.
saving the Ezreal. It would not surprise me if that's the way to start
But you
this,
have to
just
keep
dig
it
a little bit
alive
deeper.
over some of the
Ezreal?
And there
wages
it
of
is.
pains and stuff like that. I
Well,
guess so.
gotta
I'm
find
sure
these
that
pieces.
that's what makes the most sense in my head. He would
What
have to
better way
wages
to
of
do it
pain,
than the
deadly
Prodigy
flourish,
himself?
Starcross?
bellows
Okay.
breath, the list, her.
Got you.
The list actually
Getting rid of the
helps him so
star-crossed
much.
there.
Yeah, I think current board state and known
It's
information
actually
for
a
Brady,
really
that makes
great
sense.
card in
The
this
biggest
list.
unit on the board is not one you typically
I
want to start
can
across
see why
unless you
Brady
have to,
King did
because
so
it can
well.
be ambushed again anyway.
Because I feel like I haven't
Vex,
seen many
and I will
people
pass.
running the
And
list.
now
Oh,
developing the
drops
Vex, hoping to get that on a
Vex.
battlefield in the future
Is
to
Vex
prevent any
pretty
other
good in this
ambushes
matchup?
or accelerates.
Because most of the
And now
cards that
Factor will
Master Yi
also hold
plays,
to
don't they
3.
just walk in?
Strong backline there for Bradykin. You've got the 2
Well,
units
unless
that
he-
you
I
want
don't
to
think
continue
Master Yi would run
recycling.
Vile Maw, but
We can get that
Rain
Pack of
Guard, I
Wonders
guess,
in
would be
play,
the only
start
one that
trying
would
to
be
shred
the
Factor's
ambush.
hand.
Yeah, on the side of Factor, your game plan now is to try
And
to put
even if he
your
plays the
gas,
Rune Runner to
or,
the Seed
excuse
of
me, your foot
Power,
on the
and
gas
then
as fast as
he
possible.
moves
Sorry, I'm really
Rengar
excited. So my
back,
brain is going faster than
like,
my mouth. The reason
the
for
list
doing so
can't
obviously is
target
the more
Rune
points you
Runner.
can score
None
before
of
that
his
loop comes
spells
online,
can
the
target Rune
better
Runner.
position
He'd have
you
to
will
move
be.
in with
You also would
everything
like
he
to develop
owns to
something in
take
the
out the
back
Rune
line
Runner.
here because you expect
And
Vex
quite
to try to
literally,
get on a battlefield
well,
the
actually, the
following turn.
Fiora is not.
And you'll want to be able to
I
go
don't
over the
know.
top.
I don't
This
know.
could be the turn
Yeah, she's definitely
where
getting out of
Ruin
there.
Runner is considered
He's
as a
backing her up.
development. But now we have to respond to the Gust.
Yeah, the Gust would
And we
certainly
knew the
set
Gust
Factor
was in
back here.
hand. That's the Oh no! He played one. That's the second one. Okay.
There is options in the hand. We see the On Guard. That is a reaction speed way to pump the might, which would make the Gust essentially fizzle. It would not resolve. The hesitancy on Factor side is likely caused by the fact that if you do that and develop something like a Ruin Runner, then you have no other interactive options on Bradykin's turn. Whereas if you leave it and you let that go back, you could
I
still develop
low-key
the Ruin
feel
Runner
like-
and save something like the Punch first in hand for whatever's coming at the Rengar.
Okay, interesting choice. He chose.
I think-
Does decide to
keep
play
her
the
on
On Guard.
board.
Yeah, I think Factor is correct here. I think getting the points and more specifically getting on even points at 4 is the way to go. I also don't hate bringing this Rengar back, if I'm being honest. I saw the
That's what I was
consideration.
thinking. I was
The
like,
reason I think
almost
Rengar
feel
coming
like the
back is
Rengar
fine
should be
is it allows you to reconquer Seed of Power the next turn.
coming home.
The only downside to doing so is you give a free battlefield for that Vex to land on, but you have to trust in your ability to generate enough might to go over the top. So I would strongly consider moving this Rengar back just to get the draw on a reconquer.
I mean,
don't
you'd
know,
be
I
putting
don't know.
11 might back in the base. Plenty
'Cause he'll
of
just
pump
send-
spells in this deck.
Well,
Go ahead.
he
And
You
you
probably
absolutely
wants
could
to
get over the
keep
top, yeah.
the
Yeah.
Ezreal at base.
Two.
Bewitching Spirit will get picked up once he plays this Pack of Wonders out this turn.
And again, keep in
And
mind that
that'll
Fiora will
force
be
the
an 8 might when
discard.
defending if it's one-on-one combat.
More than likely, so...
So Bradykin will have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, we did see earlier the Gust attempted. We did also see a Star-Crossed
So
that
he
was
has
discarded
two Gusts in the hole.
to the Ezreal.
One Gust left.
So if we're
you're
looking for
Bradykin,
ways to
how do you do
bounce
this? It would be fun to
or
decide what to do.
remove
Let's just
the
say
Fiora in
hypothetically,
that regard,
he had
you're
every
low on
card
options.
he would need
Also,
to make it work.
I'm looking at the runes on
So-
the side, and perhaps I just miscounted earlier, but
Okay,
it's
no, we
looking
know
like
he has
Factor
a
actually
1,000
does have one
till
rune still available for the
in
punch
there.
first.
May I look?
You don't need to play the 1,000 till
Pay
yet,
2,
I don't think.
cycle 1.
Or I mean, I guess you could. No,
Repeat
you don't want to
Bellows
play
on
the
Fiora.
1,000 till yet.
Ooh, Bellows Breath. Going to be
Just
repeated once
Play
again.
once on the repeat.
2 damage going on to Fiora.
Now do
Pack.
you move?
And the
Right.
pack is
There it
found.
is.
Yes, he
Replaying it.
does the pack
Plus list. We've
shenanigans. The
seen this
list,
multiple times this weekend.
the list is
Demacia
going to kill
is the
Fiora.
tag named. And that's
She's
minus
out
2
of there.
might for Fiora. And Fiora
I
will
literally
fall.
just said the pack
Battlefield's
of wonders.
back open
It's
here.
coming. Every time it's coming if you're playing Bradykin.
Pack of Wonders is
The
such
pack
a
of
big
wonders
pickup
stocks
here
are
for
up.
Bradykin.
That's all I know.
Because now that
So he's
Bewitching
now
Spirit
gonna
is
Here, pass focus.
move the
even
Bewitching
more
Spirit
devastating
into
if it
the
can start to loot, but it is
power.
going to be going to a battlefield, so that tells me there's
Cycle 1.
likely some other
Play
bounce
chapter
coming, and
3.
it is the Star-Crossed.
Oh,
Starcross going to attempt to put the Bewitching
no
Spirit and the
Defy in
Rengar
hand, I
back
don't think,
in
right?
their owner's hands. Let's see if we possibly have a Defy from Factor.
I don't
It's
think
got
he
that
had
one
a
rune.
Defy.
Yeah, I did not see a Defy
That was
earlier. Should be a punched first, a challenge, and I believe the last one was
Okay,
another
so I
unit.
guess the
And now,
Vex
of course, the Rengar
is
that just
not
went back to
moving
hand, plus the
battlefield,
draw
so
for
that
the turn.
opens up the window for Factor to replay it in ambush speed. This is a hard game
So now
for him.
just
Apathy was returned to hand. You want to make it also means that
Okay.
Factor
See
is
the
not
power
able to
conquer.
conquer both
Everybody
battlefields,
is
so
trying to
no
keep all
draw,
their runes
which
up.
is what they
Do
were
not
trying to
want
get
to
when
give
they
up
retreated
any
the
rune,
Rengar
I
earlier.
understand.
On the side of Factor,
He does
I
have to
might
keep one
consider
orange
just
up for
developing
punch
that
first,
second Ruin
Rengar.
Runner here and then saving the rest of your
I can't
energy
tell what that. I
for
think that's
responses.
another rune runner. Pit rookie.
and another thing
Hi,
about Vex not
Naughty.
going on the battlefield, you
I
love
know I haven't streamed in a while.
for
I've
Brady
been
can
just busy,
not
like live,
leaving it
just
available
busy.
for
I've
Ruin
been
Runner
going,
to
going,
potentially
going.
go into.
Good to see you.
As we
I'm
do
glad
see
you could
that
come
second Ruin Runner
through.
come down.
Welcome in. I was trying to
Exactly
watch all
what
the games
Factor
tonight,
needs
but
in this
honestly, I'm
matchup.
getting
We found 2 of them.
sleepy. I still haven't fully recovered from this weekend's event, to be honest. So
Now,
It's
the
kind of a
other
struggle.
option here,
I'm in
because
the
you could
struggle
just
bus
leave
right
the one
now.
rune up for a punch first, you could develop the Pit Rookie
I'm
and place a buff.
sleepy.
Gonna buff the one in the base. Again, they can't be chosen,
Ready
so
for
the
a
only
nap,
way
nap,
that
nap.
Brady can go over the top of one of these is
Go
with Might. I love
Top.
buffing the one in the base here because you're kind of inviting Bradykin to try to go over the top of Ruin Runner on the Seat of Power with Might, and then we know that that punch first is in hand, so baiting Bradykin maybe into a misplay. We'll have to see if he falls for it.
Bradykin has been playing so well this entire weekend.
You've been hooked on the 007 game?
Very
I didn't even
likely
know it
has a
came
read
out.
on a
didn't
possible
even
punch
know it
first.
came
We'll
out.
see if he tries to act on this.
Honestly. Uh-oh. Ooh.
And seeing 7 tells me this is going to be a Watcher accelerated. Watcher does not target, so the minus might does impact all of the units, including the Ruin Runners.
Uh-oh. This
All
might
right, so
be it
that's
for the
minus 3
Rune
might
Runner.
across Factor's board.
He goes in with the
And it's
Ezreal,
Ezreal
and the
Watcher
1,000
moving
tail.
into that
Only
southern
one
battlefield.
up.
And this is very
7
important because
mites.
even with the punch first, it
It's
would
plus
not be
2 though. It's plus
enough.
2.
I know it says -1, but that should
includes
be
plus
-3. Oh,
I
it's
don't
going to
like
be
the
-1
way
because they're
they
already
did that.
factoring in the Master Yi then re-triggering. And the -1 on the Pit Rookie is because it's to a minimum of 1,
Okay.
specifically on Thousand-Tailed Watcher. So it is now currently 10-4, but if Bradykin was doing the math to play around punch first, that is still good enough.
Yeah, it just doesn't get there. The Seat of Power should be going to Bradykin here.
This is stressful.
And the Ruin Runner not quite large
How long
enough
did
to
it
deal
take you
with
to
that
beat the
very
007
big threat, the
game,
Thousand-Tailed Watcher.
I'm like,
Also, the
I
unfortunate
almost
piece
feel like
here
you
is
have to let
if
the
that buff that was
Thousand-Tailed
placed on the
die
one in the
here.
base was
I mean, the
actually on the
Thousand-Tailed,
one
the
on
Ruin
Seat of
Runner.
Power, it would at least be a trade here. But you would lose the Ruin Runner either way.
But see, the thing about it is this man still has 3 up, so he probably still has like another
It's
Stupefy
8
or
blue,
something,
but
because I think
he
he's only
used
played
the-
1.
I discounted the energy with that.
Ezreal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Judge must have been asking
Yeah, I
about
looked at that too, and I was like, Ezreal. Yep.
why.
Yeah, so I should have said that more explicitly.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
of course.
Additional cost being
Okay, are we good
reduced
on
by
boss?
Ezreal. Additional cost on the Accelerate.
Yeah, so I'm at 4. I'll just kill the Ezreal.
So here we go. Ruin Runner does
Oh,
fall
so he
Ezreal as
chooses
well,
not
but
to
Bradykin
use the
going up to
punch
5.
first,
We're tied up in
which
game
is
1.
probably going to be good for him in the next turn. So Vex is
now
going to also go
Vex can
in
get
here.
on a battlefield if Bradykin wishes to do so.
That would be a
3
huge
runes up.
battlefield. 11. Brady could punch
There is a
first the
consideration
Ruin
for,
Runner
I was going to say, just double
to
stacking
11,
on the seat.
and then pump it up. Oh,
The
wait,
question now
Brady
is
is
this
tapping
Bewitching
out.
Spirit again just to strip a card, or do you leave
Brady
the
tapping
energy
out?
open, whether you have it
Untaps
or not,
3.
just to fake
If he taps out,
reactions?
that would be insane.
The answer appears
Depends
to
on
be
what he
no,
does.
so it's going to be
a
the Spirit into the base.
Oh my gosh. That might be
Yeah, right now,
backbreaking
only, what, a
depending on
few
what
cards
is in
in
Yeah, I
his
was going to
hand.
say, going to go down to 2 cards in hand
He's
after
reacting
this.
to it now.
One is still known to Bradykin because it was the Rengar that went back to hand with the Starcrossed.
Sure.
So the
Okay,
first
he
mate being
discarded the
discarded
first
here.
mate.
I will
That
pack the list,
has to hurt.
and I will pass to you.
Okay, so the list going back to Bradykin's
Okay,
turn, and
so
we go back
Bradykin
over
is
to
tapped
Factor.
out.
Has the back line here. A total of 8 might. We see 11
He
might
could
sitting on the seat of
literally
power for Bradykin.
Yes, and
walk
that's why
in
the
and
first
conquer.
mate was
11,
the chosen discard
punch
because
first would go up
we
to
know in hand is a punch first
11.
and a
I
Rengar.
don't know.
A punch first would allow
It
the
took me 2
runner
weeks,
to get
but I
over
only
the
play one
top
chapter
very
there every other
easily.
day. It's like a 20-hour game.
And then
oh,
with
okay,
Vex
that's not
gone,
bad.
Rengar becomes active again.
2
But
weeks is not too
Factor
bad.
wants all the information before moving
Guess it
forward.
depends
Plays
on
the
how much
Scuttle
time you're
Crab.
putting into
I
that
like
1
it.
hour,
This is
though.
what good
So.
players do. You want to have more information before you commit to a play.
That Scuttle Crab has been just so good in this Master Yi deck.
I want to open some packs. Because I want to get
Big
another
piece
hit
to the
in my
puzzle here
lonely
for Master
Bobo.
Yi, getting the extra cards. It becomes so much better
This
in
is
the
my
early game for
favorite
Master Yi as well.
Because I don't have my
As
other
it
card.
does
I
get
don't know where
might
it
when
is.
defending.
The grading people won't give it back. Hopefully they
I do
didn't give
think
my
that
card to
Factor
somebody
was
else.
hoping to find something else to go over top
then
so
give
that
me
the
a
punch
bum
first didn't
card.
have to be
I
committed
hope
here.
not. That would be
It is
so
an
sad.
important card in this matchup,
That
and
would be
using it to
devastation.
save a Ruin Runner in case there is another Thousand-Tail Watcher coming at you is important. We have to remember that though
Lots
it's
of
not
thinking in this game.
Important.
It takes so
Challenge
much
game,
thought
in
playing this
Sigma John.
Ezreal. Okay, hold on. Uh-oh, I missed something. Hold on.
I was gonna say
Back it up.
with the
back
rank
it
one
up.
another.
Okay, here we go. Finally, he
and
makes
now
a
that
move.
we'll leave the Ruin Runner.
Oh, wait, he got
available
Vex up out of there. Hold on. Wait, hold on.
is to get
Hold
on
on.
this seat of power.
So he taps 2.
But the issue
After
is
playing the Scuttle Crab to
almost
get
all
a
of them
draw, he
involve
it must be a
this Ruin
challenge.
Runner.
Okay, yeah, so he
also
plays
dies.
challenge to get Vex
All
up
right,
out of
so we
there.
do see the
Pays
challenge
2
here.
power in order to do so,
And
though.
Vex
So
will
de-reps a
be
little
killed.
bit. But it is nice
So
because
Vex and
now
Ruin
that
Runner dealing
opens up the
damage to
window
one
so you
another.
can play the
the option
rank
now
again.
is You can send the pit
Yes.
rookie in
Yeah,
with the
Because you
Rengar.
have
Left out, so-
6,
And now
7
that will
rooms.
leave the Ruin Runner available to still go to the Sigil or even just stay in the back line, but you don't have to sacrifice it.
So Ruin Runner
Six
moving
Sigil.
up to Sigil, up
Get
to 6
6.
points goes Factor. Does have to recycle
Yeah, so he must
a
be going to
rune.
drop the Rengar with the pit rookie.
I do think,
Yes, yeah, I put one back, yeah.
yeah, I was going to say, I do think that no matter what happens, there has to be a trade into this Watcher somehow. Oh, interesting. This might be a consideration of just playing Rengar and then Punch Firsting. Although I would rather see the Punch First be saved. And Factor, I think, is going to agree with me.
I'm gonna go Rengar.
No.
Go 5, recycle 1.
Oh,
Going to turn around and make me a liar.
he's going to punch first anyways.
Like,
Oh, he's gonna
Rengar
punch first.
onto
that.
the seat of power. Punch first, giving Rengar +5 might. Thousand-tailed Watcher down. Up to 7 points goes Factor.
I'll pass.
He just needs to hold one battlefield
Uh-oh.
to take the opening
Okay,
game
well,
here in the
there's
semis.
somebody. Yes, pack opening. Yeah, I want to do some pack
That's
openings.
such
I
a
thought I
tough
was
decision
gonna
to
be
make,
able
but
to do the
ultimately,
prediction
Factor
night, but
does get the
honestly,
win
these games
off
are
of it.
taking a
You could
long
argue for
time.
pit rookie so
It's
that
only
you save
been
the
like
punch
4
first.
games.
Factor instead
We've
wants
only
to use the
watched
punch
3
first,
games,
and
and it's
I
taken.
think the decision was
It is a
It's
good
made
taking a long
because
time.
that
It's
represents
been like
not just
3
the
hours.
Ruin Runner on one side,
Well, just
but
2
a
hours.
6
I gotta
might
build my
unit on
stream
the other,
stamina
and that's
back
going
up,
to be
you know.
hard to overcome. Being
Oh,
at 7
look.
points, Bradykin had to have an answer
Brady
for both.
can
Ultimately, did not.
succeeded
Wonderful.
the match.
Good for Bradykin.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, that was all.
This might. It's also really good for Bradykin.
Yeah, that was all.
This might be a situation
guys,
where
jumping up
Bradykin,
together.
with the
Okay,
Bewitching
NXT.
Spirits,
Yep.
even if they don't have a pack, will be able to
Oh, he
cycle
sideboarded
them
in the
and hit.
Kazakhs. Oh, what is that? Eclipse? He sideboarded in the Kazakhs.
Hey, I was just
Brady
talking
is
about
scary, I'm not
Kazakhs
gonna lie.
potentially coming in from the sideboard, and
Brady
we see
is,
the mutating horror in the
a loose
hand.
cannon. He's just got all the
There
little tricks,
is
doesn't he?
Kazakhs, certainly an option.
Trigger Ezreal led.
Interesting.
Could be extra might and help Bradykin
I can't wait to
in
watch
these
these streams with
showdowns.
y'all when it's
Treasure Trove comes down.
when it's Riftbound Barcelona.
Pass back over to Factor.
Speaking
gonna
of
do a watch
utilizing
party, guys.
Emperor's Deus or Pack of Wonders, Kazakhs is another good one because,
Barcelona,
again, it has ambush.
Barcelona.
So if you're worried about it being stuck on a
Viva la
battlefield and potentially
Barcelona.
perishing to a counterattack,
She will.
using a Pack of Wonders, or if you're attacking into
Oh,
the
wait,
Deus and
that's a
just
long
returning
time
it to your
from
hand,
now.
can also prolong the
There are
longevity.
no regional qualifiers
Two.
until
Master Yi Tempered being played for Factor.
August.
Really like
wow,
that
it's a
early
long
bellows
break.
breath
Okay,
to
well,
get
never
the
mind,
crab
y'all.
out of there
Sorry,
because
we got a long way to go before that happens.
it would have set up a possible turn where that Scuttle Crab goes in.
Sorry,
Use the
guys.
Emperor Zeus,
We'll just have to
bounce
wait
it
a little
back,
bit
get the
longer.
token. So that early bellows breath really stops the tempo for Factor early, as Bradykin is able to develop Vex in the back line.
They need to invite me to
Yeah,
that
meanwhile,
event.
on the other
Yes,
side,
so I can live my cheetah girl
Factor
dreams.
is likely going to score the first
So
points of the
I
game,
can
but
live my
probably
cheetah
wants to
girl
find something like a
dreams.
charm or a charm plus a buff, whether that's a
'Cause that
discipline or on
movie-
guard, to
I-
deal with this Vex.
I
The
was
fact
telling my
that it
best
came down
friend,
so
I was
early
like,
this game
honestly,
is
there
an issue
people are
of
not ready for the
sorts.
conversation
We saw
about
how good
Cheetah Girls
Rengar
2
was
better
for
than Cheetah
Factor
Girls.
during the last game.
And
You
she
kind of
was
want
like,
to turn
"Wait,
that off
you might be
if
onto
you can
something."
help it.
I was like, girl, let me tell you.
Go to 1.
Cheetah
I'll
Girls
trigger
2
Emperor's
had
Deus.
substance.
Spend 1. Back to my hand.
Cheetah
Make a Sand
Girls
Soldier.
2 had
All
everything.
right, so up to a point for Factor and Master Yi being bounced back to hand. Off of that Deus trigger, Sand Soldier created an up to
Honestly,
3 XP
Factor
for Factor. Got 1
winning
off the
this
crab earlier,
game
and now 2 from Master Yi's hunt
would
trigger.
be really good. Because I think
and it's
Ezra's
back.
gonna be
And
so
There it is, the
close.
camel, the Ruin Runner is here
Ruin
for
Runner
Factor in
early.
game
He
number
got the
2.
Ruin Runner again?
Stack deck?
Wow.
The Ruin Runner comes down early. Both players kind of finding key
Oh, and
cards.
did
Bradykin
Brady
with
miss a
the
two?
Vex Apathetic. Factor with the Ruin Runner. Bradykin does have enough runes and is at that critical point where once the Ruin Runner ends up
I'm
on a
gonna be
battlefield,
like,
something like a Watcher
that
could
one?
still get the
Wait,
job
what is
done.
the song? How does it go?
Just have to find it. The good news is Ezreal is perhaps
You
the
gotta
best deck
try
in the
like
game
you mean
outside
it.
of the
Free
Limitless
your
Lux at
mind,
drawing
it's not
cards.
enough just to dream it.
Stupid the Sand Soldier.
Yeah,
Come
that was
on.
Oh,
that's
and
an
look at the
excellent
hand.
point.
There was another Ruin Runner
Get
already in
up
the hand of
when
Factor.
you
This might
feel
just be a
Just the Sand
repeat of
Soldier.
game 1.
Trigger Rose Legend.
Yep.
Now we
That
do
one.
see the
I love that
Gust
song.
getting rid of the token.
That was
On Emperor's
so
Dais.
iconic.
Stupefy was able to
So
draw
he
another card for Bradykin
gusted
as well.
The
But yeah,
Sand
these Ruin
Soldier.
Runners, this is the key
No
to
whole
the matchup.
points.
Factor has,
3, recycling 1.
man, he has drawn so well. He has drawn these Ruin Runners when he needs
I
them.
will discard.
And as I was saying, if you don't have the Watcher,
Draw
you've got
one.
ways to find it. We're seeing that on display. The Stupefy
then
drew a
stack
card. The
Okay.
Ezreal Legend drew a card. The Ezreal Chosen Champion comes in, draws 2 cards.
that.
That turns into a stacked deck that will net a card.
Fine.
And
9
then if
points.
all
Watching Ezreal
Factor
game
out
are
here of
so
alpha strikes that may have come in
I don't
from
know
the
what it
sideboard as well that I'm
is.
seeing at the bottom side. I do also see the
Diana,
punch first, the
it's so
discipline.
funny
Okay,
how
two.
Diana
I
and
think that
Ezreal
might be
are
2
basically
alpha
in the
strikes.
same color scheme, but one is
Could be
way
a very
more exciting
interesting
to
way
watch
to
than
deal
the
with a Vex
other.
apathetic if it lands on a
Master Yi,
battlefield.
Rune Runner,
I
Discipline,
was,
Punch
I think, incorrect.
first.
Those look like 2 Zonia's
What is
out.
that,
Okay,
two?
okay.
Okay.
Is that a Lonely World?
The glare from the Hourglass,
Hourglass,
kind of looks like the
yeah.
blade from Alpha Strike when you're just looking
Totally
at the
fair
side.
point.
Baze, do you travel? Do you
Oh,
be
they
going
Factor
to
up to
events
2
and stuff, or
points,
what
and
you be
here is
doing?
the second Ruin Runner. Bradykin says not again. But unfortunately, it
Taps
has
2.
happened again. And Factor
Yeah,
will
it is a
further
Lonely
develop
Poro.
with the
Don't
Lonely
be slapping
Poro
down
as
Lonely
well.
Poro like that.
I was going to say, there's going to
Twinsies.
be a hidden Zonia's here
Okay.
for sure.
Untap.
I
Mine
am
is
not
just a
sure
little
what
cuter
Brady is going to be
because
able to pull
I
out of
own
his
the
bag of tricks,
iconic
out of his
art
trove of
sleeves.
treasures,
Just
to
like,
answer
you know.
2 Ruin
But I
Runners
might be a little
backed up
biased.
by 2 Zonia's Hourglasses.
Pack the Trove.
But Pack of Wonders is going to
Channel.
be the start of whatever the
Get
answer
up
is.
when
We
you
are
feel it.
digging Charmer.
Now it might be time to rewatch
Pack of
Cheetah
Wonders
Girls. I
plus
was
the
literally
Treasure
trying
Trove
to
combo.
rewatch
So the Treasure Trove
the Aristocats.
going back to Bradykin's hand. He draws
When
1
I
and gets
tell
the channel
y'all,
1.
I feel dead
Exhausted.
asleep.
Pay
I be
2,
trying to do my little
recycle
rewatch
1.
moments, but I
You
be
have to be
falling
careful with
asleep.
all
I'm
this
not gonna lie, I
digging,
be
though.
tired.
The
Keep Bella's
dwarves
breath.
notoriously
Ezreal
dug too
discounts
deep,
the
and they
power
found a
cost on the
demon
That's
under
that.
the mountain.
That's that grown
Right
woman
now,
behavior
Bradykin
in
is
me,
finding
though.
demons in the form of Ruin Runners on the other side of the board.
I
the
hate
Bellows cleaning
my
up the
wig
other
in this
options,
picture.
but
That's the
still,
only thing about my
so
Mel
far,
cosplay that
not
I hate
finding
was the
any
wig,
answer
you know?
for the Ruin Runners.
I hated it.
The repeated
But
bellows
it's
does
okay.
allow Bradykin
Next
to
time
draw
I'll do
yet
better.
another card with that Ezreal Legend. As now the Spirit is going to force Factor to
gonna do
discard
this
1.
one.
It is going to be the chosen champion.
That's pretty.
Past you.
Now, we know Bradykin does have that Kha'Zix in hand. If you're at home and you're wondering why that was not attempted to ambush on the location where the Ruin Runner sits, even 1 energy available to Factor
Huh?
is enough to be very
Am I
scary. It represents punch first,
I
represents
swear
on
this
guard.
app is
So
so
you're going to need to make sure
stupid
that you either have your
broken.
own bonus might or reduction effects in the form of
He did
something like
another-
Watcher
the
before you
Bewitching
attempt to
Spirit
send
is
that
the
Kha'Zix
MVP
in.
of the weekend.
Yeah, that's a great point. Be careful to not get blown
truly
out
the
in that
MVP.
type of showdown. As Factor holds up to 3-0 here early in game number 2.
Thank you. Okay.
This might be, I was going to say, just a played on Factor's turn Hourglass, because that frees up the ability to hide the second one. There was, I was going to say, there was also the option if you were going to go to the dais to just play the other one there and say pick your poison.
The Sand Soldier.
Sure.
Up
So
to 4
picking it
and
up
bouncing
now,
the Ruin
putting-
Runner back to
Oh,
get that
Factor's
Sand
on
Soldier token.
4.
And
Bringing
the Ruin
back
Runner at
the Ruin
Aspirant's
Runner.
Climb will be retreated back to base.
Ooh, and place.
So both Ruin Runners going to
back
end up
again.
in the back
Interesting.
line for Factor now as the 1 gets replayed. 3 runes left open
Channel
to interact with as we go back over to Bradykin.
All right. I
This
love
is
what Factor
actually
just did
great
for
for
a couple of
Factor. I
reasons.
think
The
Factor,
first,
you're feeling really
retreating
good. You're
saves you from any sort of
in
Watcher play because
dominating
they won't be able to go
spirit
over the
right
top.
now.
The other thing that's happening it might seem weird to bounce the Ruin Runner with the Deus and simply replay it, but what's actually
I think the
happening is
hardest
Factor
part
is
for me about
spending no
the
additional
TCGs
cards to
is
generate
that
additional
the
might
top
on
guy,
the board.
I
And since you know
finally had a chance to
Bradykin
chat with
has
him,
Pack
and
of
he was
Wonders and
like,
has Bewitching
he
Spirit
said
online,
it was like his first.
your
This is his
cards in
first
hand are now
TCG
at a
also.
premium.
Bellows Breath
So
as
using
the
something
But
like
power
he's
Deus,
cost.
played
even if it's
other
expensive,
games
even
for a
if
long
it's
time, like
replaying the
TFT,
Ruin
like
Runner,
other really
just means that
real
Bradykin
strategy
still has
games.
to deal with the Sand
And so
Soldier
playing strategy
somehow,
games actually
or else you'll
helps
give
you
up a
with
hold
games
point
like
while
this.
keeping the
And I'm
number of
like,
cards in
have
hand
I
the same.
played enough strategy games to be good
Bradykin
with this one?
attempting to Bellows Breath repeated here to
Well,
take out that
I
Sand
just
Soldier,
don't
but Discipline
Um,
will buff the soldier up. That's a 4 might Sand Soldier.
So this resolved to confirm after that, or?
that was in response. It had to be in response to the Bellows, so that's still on the stack.
Yeah.
Now just deciding if the Bellows Breath will resolve.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And it
Alright.
will, so that's 2 damage on the soldier.
And the reason
For your
that
Legends?
had to be resolved, and the reason Brady was asking is specifically
I don't
for the
know.
Ezreal Legend. Brady
I don't
clearly
know,
wanted
though.
to draw a
I'm
card,
not
but there was still
a
theoretically a
pro
window for
TCG
something like
player,
a
but I still want
Defy.
to learn. I'm
Yes,
definitely
when your
going to put in
opponent
way more
plays
reps
Discipline in
on the
response,
next
it's
set,
almost
though.
assumed that that's
I
the
did
only
build
thing
a
they're
little
going to
cute
do, but
fluffy
again,
deck that I
Brady
want to
being
show y'all
a very
before,
kind competitor throughout this entire
before the end of
tournament,
the
just
set.
double checking.
that I'm probably gonna try to stream
Bradykin
like
has been
games played
a
online.
joy to watch.
I don't know why I get so nervous about playing people
Channel.
online because I just don't want to what they say them
Pack
crazy to me.
Trove once again
And
getting
then
an
I have
extra
to
card
block
and an
them,
extra
and then I
room.
have to report them. My block hand is way
That is
stronger
one
online
heavy
than
pack
it is
of
in person
wonders.
because
To be
the
carrying
thing
around
I
a
heard
literal
somebody
treasure
say
trove
this weekend
and all of these cards in hand. So I do see a Watcher now. I see a number of things that target, which is unfortunate for Brady.
Kazus also.
Yeah, that is the key.
Excuse me. I wonder
Ruin Runner just
what
shutting all of it
Factor
down.
would commit in order to keep this Sand Soldier alive. But he did just commit the Discipline.
And it's very hard when you can't target the Ruin
Stupefied
Runners.
Sand
It's
Soldier.
hard to fight them in the might game.
Stupefy -3, so now it only has 1.
Now, it is worth
Might
noting that
left.
with many of the Dianas that we've seen in this tournament, one of the cards that's often included in the list somewhere, whether it's in the main or in the
Attack here.
sideboard,
Pass
is
it.
Baron
Ezreal's
Nashor.
going in.
Just a giant thing that's hard to
You'll
get rid of.
+2 might.
Bradykin does not run that in the
Get
list.
that
The largest
5 with
unit
2
is
damage on it.
the Watchers, and then there's a one of Mind Splitter that we know sometimes comes in from the board. And that is also potentially problematic because that means anytime you end up on a battlefield, Factor is threatening
So it
more
only
might to
has
reconquer.
3
You don't have that
left.
big sticky option
You have a pretty
to
good
just
block
come
hand
in
in
and try to
person
bail
as
you
well.
out.
That's why you're such a great center.
So we do see that
You right,
Xonia's
you right.
hourglass
Big
popped here as
body.
Ezreal
Big
goes
Jordy,
in for
not
a
the little
trade.
one,
Pack.
okay? I was telling, I had the
A
guys,
second
I
pack
go,
of wonders now
I had
for
the guys
Bradykin.
actually at locals laughing
Move
because
here.
I was like,
And Bradykin
he
is
was
going
like,
to get on
honestly,
the board here.
we're big
Replay the
bodies,
spirit.
so we can't both be sitting on
on,
top
bud.
of each
And the
other in a
discarding
chair.
continues
And I was like, what do you mean? I'm big
as the
body
Bewitching
too.
Spirit is replayed after being bounced by
told
the
my
Pack
chat,
of Wonders.
I'm
Unguard
6 feet
is
tall, and they
discarded.
believe
And we
me.
go back over to Factor.
Now, there was a lot done by
And
Brady that turn.
I was like,
There
don't
was
you
cards
see
that were
me? I'm
discarded on
big body.
Factor's side. You
Like, come
popped
on
the
now.
Sony's Hourglass on a Sand Soldier, which is typically
Oh,
not
that's
the
an
unit you
OG
want to
joke,
save with that.
low-key.
You scored your first point, and yet
Do you feel
Factor
older?
is still threatening
Like,
to
is it
conquer
just
to
me?
6. Still
Like,
has
5
2
years
Ruin
ago
Runners.
in 2021,
6
almost
is not
10 years
within
since I started
threatening range
streaming,
because of Aspirant's Climb,
I'm
but
like,
still,
I
Brady
definitely
has
don't
to
have
be
the
worried
same
about the number
energy
of
that
points
I
the
did
Factor has
back then.
accumulated
But also,
and
I
continues
probably
to do
don't
so
sleep
at this
enough.
stage of the game.
So it's partially probably that as well. But it's like, things just feel different. Like, I just need a little bit longer to think through my
Definitely the
moves.
position that Factor wants to be in.
You know? I feel like I know what a person's going to do, but I just need a little
Inching
longer
ever
to think it
closer
through.
to-
Like, I'm just not
Put a
as
5?
fast.
A spot in the
Even my
finals.
back
Going
hurts
up
a
to
little more,
5
my
here
hip
with the
hurts a
Sand
little
Soldier at
more.
Aspirant's Climb.
Is this
And
aging?
again, knowing that the Spirit combo
Still
is
look
online,
young. Like, don't get me
50s.
wrong.
I
People were
was about to
guessing
say,
my
I
age
expect this to
over the
still be
weekend, y'all.
returned
They
and
were
then
like,
still be replayed
you're
because you
not
just
there
want to
with
have them
25,
safely in the
26. And I was
base.
like, okay, now
You
you're
want to
being
force
generous.
Brady to spend
I
resources
know I
to
don't
get
look
rid of the
25,
Sand
26.
Soldiers.
Come
Untap.
on.
Channel
You want to
2.
protect your cards in
No,
hand for as
somebody,
long as possible.
2 people
if
said
Brady wants, they
22.
can
And I was
easily make
like,
Factor discard 3 here. But again,
Do
all
I
of this
seem
discarding
immature?
doesn't
Like,
answer the Ruin Runners on the board. That is
I
the
think
biggest
22 is
issue
immature.
for
Some people are
Bradykin
mature
at the
for
moment.
22, but like, do I
And now
seem
2 Sand Soldier tokens in play for
immature?
Factor, 1 holding at each battlefield. That Emperor's Deus just has been
I was
so
like,
good in these
try
Master Yi
adding
builds.
10
I
years
love
to
what
that.
Factor is doing with it here in the
The man
semifinals.
goes,
These two. Mind Splitter.
Ooh, Mind
I
Splitter
was
coming
like, no,
down
he
for
did
Bradykin.
not.
Let's
Like,
see
you know,
if
like Kevin
Factor
Hart meme where he was
has
like,
any
dang.
reactions, anything he wants to
Like,
play out
literally.
of his hand before Bradykin
That's
takes
the
a look.
energy it gave. I'm like, bro, be
Yeah,
cool.
there's not a ton of options here that you want to play just
Bro,
for the
be
sake of playing
cool.
outside of maybe the Rengar. You could play the Rengar for 5 just to get it on the board,
I feel like you want one more rune
but then
up,
you're
low
also
key.
just giving an
he's
open
playing the
window, and it does look
Rengar.
like this is going to be the case. So Factor going to be playing the Rengar.
Sure.
Yeah, so adding 6 more might to the southern battlefield.
Oh dear.
He said, oh dear.
Oh dear.
Yeah, the rest of the hand,
Oh,
defy, punch first, hourglass, all things that you are not
Okay,
happy
so
to
he's
see.
definitely going to
Not
get rid
at
of
all.
punch first.
Double counter spell, punch first, so you can't go over the Ruin Runner. And if you do, we have Azonia's hourglass for good measure.
We'll take the punch first.
Yeah.
Punch first will be
That
discarded.
was the obvious pick.
Yeah, Splitter.
Yeah, and
I
that
knew it
is,
at least.
I think, the correct call, because you know that your best chance at
You
getting rid of
gotta
cards like
show
Ruin Runner
what
is,
you
again,
need.
typically through Watcher interactions. And so if you're minusing might, you don't want to
I'm
give
gonna stop
Factor
singing, I
the
promise.
ability to
My
increase
singing voice
that
after I
might.
got back from the
counter
Dominican
spells aren't
Republic was gone
super
so
relevant
bad.
in terms of the Ruin Runner
Oh
because
my gosh,
they're
I've
already
never.
untargetable.
Yep.
And the
Do y'all still be watching
Azonias, while
Twitch? Y'all
annoying,
be
is
watching
still
Twitch
something that
streamers,
you
or
can
have y'all outgrown
forcefully
that
burn
too?
through. So I do like
Oh
Bradykin's
my god, and can we talk
selection
about
there,
Streamer
but again,
University?
all of these resources, all of these cards
Oh,
played
Lord.
impressive turns each time, but
Oh,
still falling
Lord.
so far behind in the points game. Factor holding to 8,
How was
now
that
within
trip?
striking distance, and still has 2 Ruin Runners. This is going to be a tough one for Bradykin to pull out.
And now a second copy of Vex was developed for Bradykin, but those Vex, they've been
Well, let me
unable
put
to
it
get
like
to the
this.
battlefield
I have
here in
become
Game 2
incredibly closer
and create
to
any disruption.
2 of my friends, and then one of them I
This
would
just
consider
shows you
no
how
longer a friend.
polarizing Ruin Runner is in certain matchups. Because if these are almost any other units,
And it's
that
not because
Factor's
of
been
her behavior
developing
on the trip.
these
It's actually
games,
something she
Bradykin has
said
a wealth
about
of answers,
me
a wealth of options
one
to
of
deal
our
with
other
them. But
friends
because it's
on the
specifically
trip.
Ruin Runner, and because
That's what it
Factor has
was,
very
which is
wisely
actually
kept them in base as much as possible to avoid the
So,
Watcher play,
and
that
I
Brady
don't.
sprung on him in Game 1, it's been near
One thing about
impossible
me,
for Brady to have any sort of answer to the
I don't
Camels.
play about my name, okay?
Both of the Sand
Like-
Soldiers being retreated back to base.
No.
8-1 the
I
score
don't
here. It has
play
been a
about her.
dominant
okay?
game number 2 and a dominant match up to this point for Factor. And it's really all been on the back of the Ruin Runner,
Excuse me.
creating a massive southern battle.
You want and
You're
have the
thinking,
Sand
so I'm
Soldier
skipping
Rengar
ahead.
Outlaws breath.
All right, here comes the list.
The
Pop your
list
Zonias
is
in
coming
response
out.
there.
The list
Rengar?
coming out.
All right, here comes
It's a
the
cat.
list.
I
Cat's
want
the name. The
world
cat
to
is
know.
Rengar, and he is going to be shrunk
It's
by a couple
let it
might.
show. Basically, I can't say
big knife
exactly what
kitty has
happened, but what I will
small
say
kitty.
is just I
Bounce
The
it
double
think
pack of wonders can
Play this
certainly
cat
reduce
again.
this
I
might further.
think
So there it is, the
Arrested
list being
Development
bounced
is a
and
real
replayed.
thing, and I did
Down
not
to 2
believe
might.
Arrested Development was
Goes
real
Rengar.
I will
until this trip.
attack my 7 to your 4.
To me, Arrested Development was like a myth.
And properly identifying that
now,
there would still be the
I
plus
can
2 from the D,
confirm-
so saying 7-4 when Brady sends it in.
And here is the
Sure.
punch
Some
first
people-
from Factor.
Get Arrested
Plus
Development, and they
5
never
might
grow
up
out
to
of it.
9 might goes Rengar.
9.
2 might up here.
Yes, 9, yep. +3. 11.
And Brady cannot be happy to see that punch first. You played the Mind Splitter, you got rid of one, thought it might be safe to go in and have a simple math problem
Didn't he
be
know that the punch first was
solved by
there?
might
Oh,
over
no, he
might,
did
and
use punch
instead
first.
Kazakh's will get
punch
Oh, yeah.
first comes in.
Still has a Kazik.
Kazak's ambushing in, does get the +2 because Rengar is alone.
In response, well, guys.
Yeah.
With my focus.
There is the Zonia's Hourglass.
I pass focus back.
So much on the line for these players. We're in the top
Wow, it's
4.
crazy.
Both of them
Rengar
trying to
gets to
secure
kill
their
the
first
Mind
ever
Splitter and
berth to a regional
still
qualifier
lives.
finals.
Oh my gosh, you're devastated.
Rengar back to base, saved by Zonia's Hourglass. Kha'Zix remains at Emperor's Dais. Bradykin up to 2 points. It's 8-2.
You are devastated.
But what a
I'm
back line
crushed
that
for
Factor
him.
has here.
Brady
The double
King, brother,
conquer
it
on
looks
this
like
next
it
turn,
might
and
be
he
over.
heads to the finals.
This man is literally just has to double conquer.
10 might still available in the back line for Bradykin. And he's going to have to hold one of these battlefields.
So you
Yeah,
go
the
in,
big
conquer the
predicament for
other
Brady
one so
here
that
is
way you
even
can get
if
the draw.
you just go
See
all
what
in
else
on
you
one
draw.
of these battlefields. You say, hey, I've got you off of them. You're not holding to
Brady,
9 currently.
6
I will
runes up,
turbo stack
brother,
one
you
to
gotta
prevent
keep
your
it for the
double
fight because
conquer.
it's coming.
The issue then becomes
4, oh, he
all
plays
of the
another one.
other
Okay, he's trying to get
units for
some.
Factor
He's
will
trying to
end
get
up
some
on the
stuff
opposing
going.
battlefield, right on Aspirant's
Extra
Climb.
draw.
And they don't even have to send them all. You could send everything but
4
still leave one Ruin
runes
Runner. And then that's going to
available
make
to
it
hold.
incredibly difficult to
He
deal with
hides a
everything.
card.
Everyone here.
Oh, he's just gonna
on
stack
top
one
of
battlefield. Okay, interesting.
And I will
having
pass.
the Ruin Runner in the back, but
You've
that
made
is
8,
going to be the
correct?
play. So we're
So
going to see
I
the
would
turbo
definitely
stack
go in
on
with one
Emperor's
Sand
Dais.
Soldier token.
And a card hidden as well. Let's see
Well,
what Factor has for us.
He's
We have a
at
total
4, 8, 12.
of 20 might in the back line.
4, 8,
And it is 14
12,
might total
14.
showing right now at Emperor's Dais for Bradykin.
This man has 10.
It's also worth noting
16,
that Bradykin
20.
does have 4
Okay.
energy
Conquer,
available,
miss
but is
conquer, point
playing with known
Yeah, you
information
definitely
into
at
2 more
least want
defies.
to conquer one so you get another draw. Just to
Sand
see what
Soldier
you get.
conquering,
He's got two
Aspirant's Climb
defies.
Factor.
We already knew that.
drawing a card off that conquer.
Everything Brady plays is defiable, basically.
And the current
For
math
pumps
problem,
or
if
dumps.
you're counting the might, is
Uh-oh.
14
Uh-oh.
on that Emperor's Dais. So just in base alone,
Discipline
Draw.
the Sand
Factor has
Soldier.
enough,
Interesting.
but again, you're playing around the unknown.
So he's going to send the Sand
What
Soldier
can
in
Brady-
first.
Yeah, what can Brady play from hand?
Oh, no, but you don't want to send the Sand Soldier in first because
That lone Sand
Kha'Zix
Soldier
goes
in the
up
base
plus
now
2.
4 might. Factor able to pick up another card.
Good point.
Yeah, very curious to see what kind of reaction Bradykin has
Okay, he's tapping 2.
when Factor moves in. Here's
To
a pit
buff
rookie that's going to buff
The
one of the
Rune
Ruin
Runner.
Runners up
So
to 6
now we're
might.
going in with Rune
The
Runner
might continues to
and
grow in base.
the Sand Soldier.
I think the real question is going to be whether Factor sends everything all at once or just tries to daisy chain these in one at a time and get these favorable trades. It's looking like there's a consideration to go one at a time just to deal with the Vexes. That might be why the discipline was on the Sand Soldier, because that trades cleanly with a Vex 4 might to 4 might.
Oh.
And
Yeah, that's
for
the
now,
right
it might
call,
be a
just
bit
in
of
case he has a Star
combo
Cross or
look,
something.
where you're going to send 10
I
and try to
almost
get rid
think
of
you have
maybe both
to
Vexes and
Get
the Spirit.
all of his spells out first. That way Rune Runner
Sand Soldier plus
guarantee the
Rengar.
victory.
10 might
That's-
for
that's a
Factor
good call,
into
brother. That's a
14
good
for Bradykin.
call. Does Bradykin
And
Bradykin
have
has
the
focus here.
answers in
Has
this
focus, but
moment?
is knowingly playing
Or
into 2 defies.
Will
it. I have no line
he
here.
GG.
not
Oh,
have it?
it's
Good game.
Yeah, so I thought you were holding
The
up
most
to
he had was the Kha'Zix.
in Hartford.
Good game.
So
He
the
also
4
had 2
energy that we
defies
saved
and the
is
Poro.
shown to
Oh, it was
have
a
been
Wages of
saved
Pain.
for
Yep.
another Kha'Zix, but
Wow,
because
that was a
Factor
good one.
attacked
It
with
was.
2 units instead of
It's
going
very
with the
slow
daisy
with the
chain
Ezreal.
one at a time. 2
Oh,
units
so I
means
guess
that the
they hold up
Kha'Zixes
their
will not trigger
Thumbs
get the
up to
bonus
see
might.
who won. Interesting.
Yeah, the
All you
classics
see
was
is the
so
thumb.
scary.
That's so interesting. Okay, so now we have one more game. The grand final. Is
They
this
both knew that they were going to be
it?
making it into the lost.
Person in this
Factor.
It's kind of Kazakh's in play is
Factor literally took his belt off and slammed it on the table. Okay. Factor said 2-0, baby. 2-0. All you see is the thumb on the side. Like, come on. I'm like, what is this thumb? Oh my gosh. Okay. Grand final. It is Diana. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's look at the bracket real quick. It is Diana. It is Master Yi. Ooh wee. Okay, I was spoiled by Twitter, so I know the results, but I did not watch the match. So it's more important to watch the match than know the result, because you want to see how people got the win, right? So that's what we'll do. Grand finals. It's all come down to this Master Yi, Diana. Who do y'all think? We've watched Master Yi just now with Factor. We've seen this same person, Swites, be sweets, just beat Prismaticism. Actually, the fact that he just beat Prismaticism might he might have an edge. He might have an edge, but Factor has had to be the Diana Slayer. Look at this man. I'm reading the bracket. He stopped Diana, Ezreal, and now he has to face another Di? Oh my gosh, this is the Diana
Ready
Slayer.
winners, but of course, we have to crown
Okay.
one big
Wow,
winner
this
at
is
the end.
crazy. Okay.
Absolutely. Just
Let's
one
see.
more match
Let's watch
remains.
them- let's
One
look at their
player
matchups real
will
They
live.
show the
based on
matchups,
whoever
actually.
wins this
They're
match
both 11
today.
to 1.
It's awesome
Win
to see new
prediction.
legacy.
The win prediction bar is absolutely useless. It's showing 50-50. Absolutely useless.
He's being born. It's still within the first on that game.
Right, we saw
Why they
two-time
got
previously
their photo? They couldn't have taken a better picture of these young men. What's happening? I feel like they could have taken a
Alan
better
ZQ
picture.
lifting
They
that trophy as
should've,
well for
you
the second
know,
time.
they could've
So
given
maybe
him
this is a
pose
breath of
tips, like, hold
inspiration
your
for
head
people at home
down.
and
You
other
know, there
players
was so
to be
much
like,
they
hey,
could've done
these
here.
top guys are at the tournament. They're
All
playing
right,
finals
wow.
now.
Detroit's
What
got
a
into
road.
the top
He's
8, only dropping a single
literally
game,
lost to
tying with the
Brady
Vex. And then Factor on their
And
way
Factor has
lost
had
earlier.
to beat 3 mirror matches to get to the finals. That's actually insane. And wow, actually looking at his matchups, he's had a ton of diverse games. All very different. That's very impressive. His only loss is to the regional qualifier champion himself, Sam D. Sherman. Stop playing with this man. Jeez.
To Sam D. Sherman, but has been on a tear ever since.
3
The only
Master
draw was an
Yi
intentional
matchups.
draw
He has to do
as
3 mirror
I
matches.
wasn't sure if we would see
That
as
is
many of in the
insane.
Unleashed format
Driver's
as the
license photos,
deck
bro, they
continued
have you
to
looking
evolve, but
crusty
it's
in
proven
driver's
its
license
worth.
photos.
But the big
They're like,
heavy hitter is that Ruin Runner. Let's pull it up here
y'all
because this is
couldn't have
why we
dropped
saw
the
Factor have
brightness.
such a good matchup in the
That's
semifinals.
crazy.
It's such
That's
a clean
actually
unit. 6
crazy.
energy,
The
5 might can't
MVP
be
of this
chosen by
match.
spells and abilities. A
The
lot
MVP
of
in
the
this
chaos
finals run, the
spells,
Ruin
chaos domain
Runner.
spells do end up
I'm
targeting.
telling you, I
Same with,
love
Calm
orange.
as well, yeah.
That
Exactly,
orange
yeah. Ruin
Fiora
Runner's gonna
first
be very
mate,
safe on that
Ruin Runner,
in play, but also notably, we
punch
see
first,
2
sabotage,
battlefield
set
crossovers.
brawler.
Between
Okay,
both
y'all,
of
my
them.
light
Seed of
just
Power and
died.
Arena Greatest run in both the
My
Diana
light
and the Master Yi
tapped
list,
out.
with
It
the only
said
difference
I
being
don't
obviously
have any
Abandoned
more
Hall
strength,
for
so I'm
Diana, which is
sorry.
their bread
You're
and
gonna have
butter,
to talk
and
in
the Emperor's
darkness.
Dice for Master Yi, as
But
we saw
this is
in
it,
Game
the
2
grand
of
finals
that match
matchup.
on against Ezreal,
Who
putting in a lot of
will
work with
win?
those
Will it
Sand
be
Soldiers and
Factor?
creating problems for Brady Kid
Will
to
it
deal with.
There's a
Be
chance, depending on what they
Diana.
choose for their first battlefield,
Let's see
there's
if
a
I can
chance that
plug
we
it
get
in
like
so
the
it'll
same
charge.
battlefields 2
Oh.
games in a row if we end up going for
I'll
3.
try
But
to
I'm hearing
charge
the
it a
players
little
are
and
ready,
maybe
so
bring
let's
it
not
back.
waste
This is cool,
any
though.
more
Still
time.
see
It
my
is
face just
time
fine. It's okay.
to begin our grand
For now, I'll take
finals
another light.
of the Riftbound Regional Qualifier here in Hartford. One
The trophy.
player will leave as a
Wait, it doesn't even say Hartford. It just says Riftbound Trading Card Game Regional Qualifier first place. It doesn't even say the city on it.
focus and
All
determination
right,
are going to be
open
what
deck
gets you.
list. They're doing their
Okay,
reviews.
so asking a
They're
ruling
taking
question
a
here
look
about
at
Fiora
what they
Peerless.
need to do.
It's one of those differentiators
Obviously,
between the
no
win effects
sideboarding.
and the while effects. If Fiora Peerless says
Oh, you can't
while I'm
sideboard?
one-on-one
Oh,
in
no,
combat,
no sideboarding
then
at this
that
point.
would be removed. But if it says
This is
when
it.
I enter combat one-on-one, then I
Will
believe
it
that
be
would
the
be a trigger
Wuju?
that enters onto the
Or
chain
will it be
and
the
would
Lunar Princess?
then still resolve even if a Kha'Zix comes out. Do you happen to
Who
remember what the
shall
wording is, Grenton?
reign
Yeah, so
on
Fiora Fearless
top?
is a trigger.
He looks
Okay.
like an
So
actor.
It'll check that it's attacking or
He
defending
looks like a
one-on-one.
man that has
And
done
that's all
acting
cares
before.
about.
Y'all
Okay,
know what
sure.
I'm
So if
talking
you bring in a
about?
Kha'Zix afterwards,
This
it will
man?
still double the might.
Yes, because it adds to the chain, and that means that, you know,
I
it's
don't know how to
fulfilled its
describe
necessity to
who I'm thinking
activate.
of, but I know
He's
who I'm
asking
thinking
what
of.
happens if I, bring in a get it? And you were right. We're seeing
All
a double
right,
seed of
wow,
power
they're both going to do the seat of power for game one. Is this a
Incredible. Double seat of
strategy?
power here from Factor and B. Schweitz. I wasn't sure because sometimes the Master Yi's go for that the Emperor's Deus first, but instead it's going to be double seat of power.
Wow.
That means whoever can establish control of the battlefields can theoretically then get more card economy. But we're into turn number one, or at least into opening hands. Factor is
might
going to be
B-Sweets.
putting a few back, at least one. And it's just the pit rookie
B-Sweet?
saving the Scuttle Crab
I think he did this
sabotage,
on
and there
purpose.
was
I
a Ruin
can't
Runner
prove
in
it,
the opening
but
grip for Factor.
The
Already
rumor
found
mill
a
is
very
milling,
powerful tool.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, so we're going to start things off here. B. Schweitz
Schweitz
first
is
to go as he
first.
is the first, he was second seed technically, if I'm not mistaken, in our bracket. So he gets to decide
on, brother.
who
That's the only
starts in this
option
first
you
game, which
got.
can be pretty
Drop your
impactful, but
two-drop
we do know
and
that
pass
Factor
the
does
turn,
have that Ruin
brother.
Runner. Scuttle Crab,
Scuttle
our
Crab is
friend,
gonna
we
give
love
him
him.
an
Gonna
extra
replace
draw.
itself,
That's
little
good.
cantrip, getting another card back in hand, and I'm not sure if that was another Scuttle Crab that
I
was you or if it was a
wonder.
Charm.
I don't remember
Well,
if
Charm or Scuttle
Sweets
Crab, either
does
one
the,
was drawn for turn, the other off the Scuttle Crab.
If he
And
also
now,
had
the Ruin Runner won't be able to come out immediately. I think that's a discipline as the fourth card.
But every single
in
person
Factor's
so
hand
far
right
in
there.
Factor's
So a
played
couple of
it
different tools.
Definitely
I see two
has
crabs,
it. I know he
a
does
sabotage,
not
a
have like
charm,
the list.
And then I'm not sure,
Treasure trove
was that the
combo,
Ruin Runner
though.
at the end?
I
Might be the
think
Ruin Runner at the
he
end, yeah.
does the more way heavy
We
version,
developed the
like
Diana
the
back
more
in our base, and we're just going to pass. Again,
typical Diana,
we've seen
but I
these
can't
players at this high level now
from
being
the
very
games we
patient.
just
Right, they're not going
watched.
to overextend. It is an 8-point game, yes, but
Hey.
these single odd numbers are
Hey.
not really important.
And also has
Master
just the
Yi is
Yi to
coming
develop here for
down
Factor.
to the
Ruin Runner we
table.
expect on the
Both
following
chosen
turn.
champions are
And
now
not going to send out
on
that
the
Scuttle Crab for an
boards.
early point, instead going to save it. Sometimes I think that you can just send it out
But
for that point, because even if
Diana
it dies,
has
you
a
get the
bit
death knell, you get
more
to look at your
might
opponent's hand and get some
on the board
information.
than Master
But being on the
Yi,
odd number of points
so
doesn't really accelerate you that much. So Factor just going to
let's
save the unit
see
for
what
now.
we got here.
Yeah, we're going to move that Diana
On
into
guard,
one
that
of the two
charm
seated
is
powers.
actually
Use that
very
legend ability, Sword of the
nice.
Moon there to create that energy to
Charm
resolve our Diana
on guard.
Lunari
He does
trigger,
have a sabotage
revealing
in
a
hand
fizz
for
that we're
Factor as
going to leave on
well.
top, obviously, as the trigger doesn't make us
Is that
recycle it,
double
just makes that
discipline?
known information now, so Factor can take his next turn with the knowledge that there is a fizz coming, but nothing in the trash yet
Double
to target with
conquers
that
here
fizz
for B-Sweets.
trickster.
Yeah, I have not gotten a good look at B.
I
Schweitz's
think it is
hand
double
yet
discipline, honestly.
in terms of what else they're
Oh,
working
he's going
with.
to pass with all
Fizz is
6
not a bad one to have
runes
in your
up.
hand, though, as it will eventually
right.
come more online.
B-Sweets
Schweitz
is
just gonna
saying,
pass
yo,
with all
listen, if you
runes
want to
up,
come
and now
in,
it's
come in,
on
but I'm
Factor
ready
the
for a
play.
fight, okay?
Yeah, this could be even a
Factor
sabotage
is
into the
tapping
Ruin Runner, and
one.
it looks like that's what we're going
Playing
to see here from
sabotage,
Factor. So
gonna
now
pay
we're going to
the
get to look at
power.
what
Yeah.
B. Schweitz hands is. Thank you, Factor.
Ooh, taps one back. He's going to play the
Interesting.
Stupefy onto Master
So opting to
Yi in
stupefy,
reaction.
that means the Factor will get the additional information of what was
Minus
drawn off
one.
to stupefy,
Ooh, he
but
has a
now it gives one less
Moonfall,
option. It looks
Stack
like, I would imagine that
Deckiana,
Moonfall was probably the one drawn, and that's probably the one that's
Fizz.
getting hit here.
Huey is
Yeah, I'm
already
curious.
in
We could have a
hand.
hard bargain. We
Yeah.
could have,
Oh, I'm picking
if
up
we
the cards.
think they're on Ruin
Sprite
Runner
Fountain.
in hand, we could maybe
Sprite
hard
Fountain
bargain
might
them.
be the way
so
to
if
go
they
here.
want to see my hand, then they can't play Ruin Runner this turn.
Sure.
Or if they
Honestly,
just don't care
the
about
Moonfall
the
might
sabotage
also
resolving, they
be
just let
a
it,
good
and the hard bargain did its
choice.
job, and then we have to deal with
Oh
the Ruin
no,
Runner.
I
A lot
didn't
of
even
targets
realize
available
that's
here.
hard
Sprite Fountain.
bargain.
Hard bargain, stack deck, Moonfall.
Man, that's I'm not gonna lie, that's
So,
that hand kind of
a
good.
pretty big choice
that
for Factor.
that
I feel
hand
like the
kind of
Moonfall's just so
good.
valuable. Take that out of the equation,
Ooh.
but I suppose there are arguments for things like the hard
Man's
bargain and the
got
Sprite Fountain as
options.
well. Sprite Fountain is really the only way he could get back out quickly because the 2 units are there. If you can clear
All
these,
right,
it's nice, but the
Moonfall it
Moonfall is
is.
too big of a threat,
To the
and that is
bottom.
removed.
I'm
especially
not
with the
mad at
phasing
it.
rotation
Not a
too.
bad
Like
choice.
you can
That's
get
probably
two
the one I
activation
would
in
have
the moonfall,
gone
and then
for
it gets
too. That
crazy.
spell can
Yeah, and Fizz
really
notably
take you out. Knowing you
has
have
to interact
2
with the trash
units on the
sabotage.
board,
A very, very
and this
lovely
man
card that
has
gets to put at the bottom of
all
your deck.
runes up.
So you don't get to see it unless you
Oh,
draw your deck,
yeah.
which this Diana list, maybe with the Hui. We saw the Hui ready to go in the hand. So maybe we can get some draws going there.
This
But
man said
Factor
I
trying to
was
decide
ready
what he's
for
doing.
a
The supervisor
fight.
really heads up play because it does make it so that Yi is
Sabo,
only trading
on
if it goes
guard
in. Trading with
charm.
the Diana.
Oh no,
and
that's
it's
double
trading with
scuttle
the
crab. Wow, he had
Raven Bloom
all
student
3
because of that
scuttle
Stupefy
crabs.
trigger
Oh,
on the Raven Bloom
that's
student.
terrible.
Getting that extra might.
And he does
We
have
have to
the
be careful
rune
though because we
runner.
did see the
Okay,
entire
so
hand. We know there's
this
some more
man
that we can do.
Factor.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. That
He
the
drew the rune
Stupefy
runner
was reactive.
every
Yes, it
single
allowed
game.
Factor to get something else out of the hand, but it did mean that
There
you can't
needs to
remove
be
the
a
Stupefy.
study
So I think Rune Runner
of
into
how
pass
this man was
could
able to
work
draw
here.
the,
We know that
the
there's a
rune runner
stacked
every
deck
single
in hand for Beach White, so that Ravenbloom's always safe. The
Ooh.
Diana, relatively safe, will hold for 4 points now for
Excuse
Beach
me,
Whites and
holds
can
to
now
4.
retreat those units.
Yeah, and I think your win con here is to
Holding
protect that
here
Hui as much
to
as possible.
4.
Because that's what's going to allow you to go
Be
over
sweet.
top of the Rune Runner. Otherwise, the rest of your deck can't really interact with it.
Nope.
Getting a Ravenbloom student big enough is a very large investment. Or you have to use that Moonfall like we talked about
Well, I'm
earlier.
pretty
But
sure
I
he's
will
gonna
say,
play the
when
Hui
we were
now.
talking about the outs that Diana has, it's both Hui and Moonfall. Beach
Do a
White saw
little dev
both
turn.
Hui and Moonfall.
Makes sense.
Moonfall was taken away from the
Tap
sabotage, but the
another
Hui is still
2
in
to
play
play
now.
Traveling
And Beach Whites will
Merchant.
develop
But
a
see, the
pretty
thing about
intimidating
doing
board.
this is
I mean, this is
interesting
multiple
because-
card cycles. This is
Oh
a
wait,
unit that can buff
he didn't
itself
look at
to
his
pretty
hand yet
extreme
because
levels.
he has
if you have
charm. I
all
could have
spells.
sworn.
We drew the Primal
Yeah,
Strength.
no, there was no way for
I'm trying
Beach
to
White
think
to
here,
know
though,
what
because
is
we do have a charm in
Factor's
hand.
yet because he does
Charming a
run the
Hui is
Mind
very
Splitter, but
dangerous.
obviously hasn't
Yep.
played it
Because we are
yet.
giving our opponent a draw.
Does
I
he
think
play
I
the
did
Mind
see a
Splitter? I can't remember.
Sprite Fountain, in hand for Bishwit. So if he does
But
draw
he has
a Moonfall,
charm, so he
can actually
technically
pitch
has
the
a
Sprite
way
Fountain
to
ready
kill
runes
Hui.
to then pull something
If
else
he plays the
with the
plays
Rune Runner,
the
blanket
Rune
the
Runner,
-2,
charms
and
wait.
at
Oh
least try
wait,
to
you don't
force
want to
some
do
sort of
that
trade.
because
See the
actually I
power
forgot.
trigger.
You don't
Alright,
want to do
Factor
that
letting
because
us know
Hui
what
gets
he's
the mood
triggering here.
trigger.
You're going to conquer 1 seat of power, then the other one triggering the seat of power
Hui
to draw a
gets
card,
the
as well as
mood
the master. You're going to get
trigger,
2
and I
experience
can't
points.
remember
Very
if
rare
he
that you get up to
had
6 XP.
any
If it happens, it's cool, but in general,
units
you're just using
left
this as
after
a
the
very
traveling
efficient turn
merchant.
2 unit defense for 6 for just 4 energy.
He
Let's
could
see what
ready.
Factor does for the rest of the
Oh
turn.
no,
I don't
he
hate
could
the charm
discard
play. I mean,
the gear.
anytime I see a Hui,
ready
I
3
think get
runes,
rid
and
of
then
hits.
play
As
another
soon
spell.
as you have an opportunity,
Ready
just
2
full
runes.
send
Oh
it.
no, you don't
But you're
want to
right
do
that
that.
discarding that
This
Sprite
is like
Fountain
watching soccer. I have no idea
could
what's
give
going on.
Beach
I'm
Whites
just here so I
more
don't find.
tools, let alone the
I
fact that
don't-
there's the Diana Legend
I'm just here
still.
so I don't get
two energy
fined.
in combat already
Naughty,
presented.
I appreciate
Here
you.
comes the
Yeah,
charm.
this
It looks
is like
like
my
we're
new
debating slamming
obsession.
it. And again, there's so many cards that just
I was
make
gonna
this
watch
really
it in the
bad for
bed
us if we're
anyway, so I
Factor.
was like,
We
well,
can
I
ride
might
the
as
wave
well
over
watch
to
it
the
on
Master
stream
Yi's
with you
battlefield if you
guys.
pull it into the Rune Runner. We're
You
actually
know your
pulling it into the
cards.
Yi.
Thank you, comma.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, I really,
a
I love
missed
this
point,
game. I watch
so to speak,
every.
but we're gonna bring it in.
Yeah, this
We have a Hui
I
trigger.
watch
Makes a
every
little more
RQ. I was
sense.
actually at the
It's
RQ this
defending 5,
weekend.
Hui
It was
move
so
trigger
fun.
will
I
happen,
cosplayed
draw a card,
Mel.
discard a card. If it's a unit, this way will go
So
to
he
8.
did charm him
If it's
and he
the
moved.
Sprite Fountain,
Okay,
2
so
runes will
this
be
is
ready.
this
If it's
is
a spell,
tricky. He must
Beach
feel
Whites will
confident.
draw
Well, no,
another
yeah, because he's got the
card.
on
I'm
guard.
expecting a unit
It just
or
all
that
he had was
Sprite
on
Fountain. You're
guard.
right,
If I'm
there
not
it is.
Sprite
correct,
Fountain.
if I'm correct, so yeah, he discarded the Sprite Fountain, like I said,
clairvoyant.
and now he can play
This was
something
known
else.
information from
technically.
Factor, who had another sabotage in hand. So if he was worried about this, could
He's
have
he can
sabotaged
tap
away
4.
the Sprite Fountain.
Okay,
And
stack
he's looking for
deck.
the Moonfall, I think.
Oh, he's
Or
gonna
something,
dig
yeah.
a little. Oh my
Diana
gosh,
Legend
get
to
the. Oh no, you
Gus.
can't
Use
use the
the
eclipse
stacked
on Room
deck.
Runner.
I mean,
Room
even
Runner's
like
at a
a
7
Star-Crossed
right now
would be probably
because
pretty worth it
of the
here. Save
Master
the
Yi
Hui and
passive.
then return the Master Yi back to hand as well.
Yep.
I don't think there was a Star-Crossed that we saw in Beach White's
I
hand
don't remember
earlier.
what else was in
I think
his
we might have taken the
hand.
Eclipse unless we've shuffled the cards.
He can't. Oh.
I assume you're passing.
Yeah. Way.
Okay,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
works.
he didn't have.
That is
He didn't have a
ideal
unit.
scenario for
Okay, so
Factor.
because he
dealt
played
with
the
Hui
traveling
threat
merchant
very
at the
early.
end of his
and the
turn,
Moonfall was hit
he
by
didn't
the
have a
Sabotage.
unit.
So now,
And
I mean,
see,
Factor
if he
knows the
had
deck list. He was
held
able
the
to look at
if
Beach
he
White's
had
deck
held
list
the
ahead of this
traveling
final. So Beach
merchant,
White's has one more
that
Quay and one
might
more
have given
Moonfall
him
that
an
will be in
option. But I also
rotation
see why he chose
realistically
to
in this
develop
game.
it
This is a very
because
stacked
Factor had
hand
a
for
lot of
Factor.
might
2
on the
Scuttle
board.
Crabs, an on guard, a
So
sabotage,
that's just good to
a
know.
primal
Like
strength, and a
when
lonely
playing
Poro.
green,
Wow.
always
I
consider
don't
the
think
fact
Beachwoods
that
will
they
ever
might have a charm,
not give information of his hand over to Factor.
especially if you have Quay,
Scuttle
because
Crabs
Quay
and
is
another
We're
just
seeing
a
your
big
hand every
fat
time.
target once he hits
Factor's
the
gonna be
board.
clairvoyant here.
Especially with
rest of
only
this
one
game,
up,
you have to
technically he
imagine
did
we're
have
gonna
legend up, so
develop
he
one
could have
more
been
unit. It's the
he could
Lonely
have been
Poro.
bluffing
Has a little more
too,
might
but
than the
there's
Scuttle
nothing you
Crab.
could
Does not
really
get the draw
target with
immediately,
Rune
but
Runner
can
technically
hit in a little harder with things like that on guard
at
and
that
pins, or
point.
even
So
the primal strength.
just something to note.
All right, passing with
Interesting.
5 runes up.
We
More than
met!
enough for that
Oh
on
my
guard.
god, wait, I remember.
So we have to play around that,
Enough
obviously.
for,
Oh
the
my
on
gosh,
guard and the
wait,
primal
I
strength,
do
believe, right? Primal
remember.
strength is
What's
4, cycle 1.
up?
The primal strength
Or
is
is it 5 or
7.
Well, it's
Oh
7
my
plus
gosh,
might,
yes, I'm looking at your picture now.
but for
Oh my
the
god, I
cost of
remember.
it.
It's so on my
Believe it's
side
4,
it's
yeah.
so
It's been a while
small
since
in
I've
the
seen that
YouTube
card
chat.
actually
Oh,
play.
thank you
I
for
want to say
coming
it's
through,
4 cycle 1,
comma.
in which case you would
Yeah,
have
I'm
enough for the on
going
guard.
to LA probably.
Either way, Factor has options. Let's see how Beachwoods wants to
I'm
approach
happy
this
to
one.
see you get
3
excited
minutes up.
about it. And the
All-
old
two
man
of them
said,
will
honestly, this
essentially
old
cycle
lady is
cards. Gonna
also
start with the
having a
Eclipse,
great time learning
lowering the
a
might
card
of the Master
game.
Yi by 4. So
The community
with
is
the
so
Legend
sweet.
passive, that would go up to 2
Naughty.
might while defending.
I think you would enjoy it. It probably will remind you of the
And yes, it
F1.
is 4 energy,
4 and energy,
might,
1
primal
E-racing
strength. So yeah,
community.
it has access to both that and the on guard on this turn.
It's just nice to find a hobby you really freaking
And that
enjoy.
primal
Like
strength
I
really
obviously
does
have
take a lot
other
of people
hobbies I
by
really
surprise.
enjoy,
Now,
but
Factor knows.
I don't know. I
Beachwoods
hope
has
I
a
don't
hard
have
bargain
like
in hand.
shiny object syndrome
Yeah,
with this.
and if we do primal strength here, we
TCG, but
can't
we'll see.
hard bargain.
Yeah, so I don't think it's
Dang,
ever. I
Master
think
Yi
you
is
just let the
basically
Yi
just
go.
one.
We have the
Pro
review.
Master Yi.
Oh, that's a big
Master
hit off
Yi
Diana.
cannot sit on the board at all.
Not gonna help against a Rune
friends.
Runner,
Like,
but does help
he
against
doesn't-
pretty
he
much
doesn't
everything
stay on the
else,
board.
specifically the Rengar.
We do have Point Temple here as well, which is
Like,
notable
Master Yi
for
can't-
Beachwood. So we can
he just
try
wants to
to
be
create a board state where
happy
we can
and,
ignore
like,
this Rune
just
Runner.
Yeah,
leave
pretty
it there.
much.
Get
Yeah.
to 6
But I'm telling you, once that
XP. Like,
second Rune Runner hits the
oh,
field,
he
okay,
unguards
so
it. Okay,
on guard will
plus
go
2.
through. Currently, the Master Yi is a 2
So it's
might
not
defending.
minus
This will
4
go
now.
up
Now
to
it's
4
just
might.
minus 2.
Yeah, because I guess only has minus 2
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
minus 2,
Yeah.
So basically, the Eclipse will go away.
Yeah.
It's
We have
technically
uneclipsed
minus
our Yi.
nothing because it defends
I
for
will pass focus again.
So okay with
4.
this is Beachwitz pretty much saying, hey, you can kill my Diana. It's all good.
Yeah. Has a Stupefy, but that would not save the Diana. It would just save the Raven Bloom.
Starcross,
Now Factor has to decide,
Fizz. Oh,
Do
he
I have
could
primal
have
strength? I
discarded
don't
the
recall if he
Fizz for
took
the
notes
play, actually.
when he saw the hand.
Oh.
So he might have
It was a
forgotten.
big hand.
Yeah,
He's
there was a
looking
lot
over
of
at his
targets.
notes right now. He just peeked to his
I
left.
don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this is the correct call. Just
Chosen
go for the
Champs
trade.
will trade.
Yep.
And Ravenbloom
There also is always the argument that like
sweets up
maybe
to
you just
5.
chew through the hard bargain.
okay,
I don't like
okay,
that call, but
sweets.
some players will choose to say, it's in hand. I got to get rid of it
Interesting.
eventually, so let's just make them use it. But I think that makes way more sense from Factor. But it is a
If
point for
Fizz
Beachwoods now,
comes
5
down,
to 2.
We might
you don't
be
wanna
seeing another
chew through that with a
stack
one-of.
deck.
No,
Especially
and not
a surprise
four-cost,
card like
yeah.
that.
Is
Now, if our information was given somehow that we had a
Maybe.
primal
I
strength,
don't
then okay,
know.
sure. But we're gonna stack
We
deck here.
are
We'll go look for another
indeed seeing
card.
another stack deck.
Acceptable losses, Starcrossed,
There it is.
and Traveling Merchant coming off the top. So this is
Traveling
really good
Merchant
here. It's
and
going to keep that Ravenbloom student
Starcrossed.
protected. Unless I'm looking
Acceptable
here,
losses.
I think
we do have some first
Interesting
mates in the deck
choice.
list for Factor. So
Oh, sure.
You might
can
have
bring that Rune
another
Runner home if we draw
play
first
in
mate. Play that, ready the Rune
hand.
Runner, send it in. But again,
Acceptable
Rune Runner on attack
losses,
is
each
admittedly
person
less
kills a
scary.
deer.
Way
I
less
don't
scary, especially when
know.
there's a Ravenbloom student, which can
Yeah.
kind of shut that down. But all that being said,
I don't
Factor
know
will have a lot of
why.
ways to punch in
Oh, I
heavier,
guess
and
you
Beachwoods
could
will
just
only
play
have
it to
3
buff
runes up for a hard bargain,
Ravenbloom
so only
student?
1 counter. I feel like if you're Beachwoods, you're not that worried about saving this Ravenbloom student
don't
at this
know.
point.
Why would you wanna
maybe
do
is
that?
what you would just hit with your Starcross, but typically we
Bet,
see the
comma, I'll
Fizz
see
used
you
for
there.
that. So and
Yeah,
I
I'm
wouldn't be
gonna
that surprised if
pull
the
up.
Ravenbloom
I would love
is
to go to
sacrificed.
like
If Factor can even get onto
Barcelona
the
or
battlefield, because the
Singapore,
Lonely
but
Poro
your
itself doesn't
girl,
do a great job of checking the
your girl
Ravenbloom.
has other plans.
And the Scuttle Crab, unfortunately,
I have to get off
that's a
my
0
butt and
might
get
unit.
back into my
He's
other
just a little
hobby,
guy. He's a
little
watercolor
guy.
painting. Oh shoot,
he's probably friends with
that's
Beastula.
cool, Nadi. I didn't even
That's
know you
harmless
did
as
that.
it
That's
is
what's
delicious.
up. Honestly, I
It's the
haven't
flavor
colored
text.
in
That's a
so long.
crazy
I
flavor
colored
text.
at the event this
I never even
weekend,
thought about
and
eating
let me
those go
tell
grab.
you,
Me
it
either.
was so fun.
Until
I'm
now?
ready to color everything.
All right, let's see if Factor wants to punch in here. I
I'm
didn't
ready
get
to
a look at
color,
what was
color,
drawn for
color,
turn.
color,
It
color,
seemed
color.
like it could have been a discipline, but I'm not confident on
What do you
that.
color? Or what do you paint? Do you
Yeah, maybe this
paint
Lonely Pro is about to get
the
active.
sketches,
Yeah.
or do you
Just gonna make
draw
a
it
friend out
first and
there
then
at
you
the
paint
battlefield.
it? How does that work?
You know, if you're a fan of Metal Gear Solid, you know, friendship on the
Okay.
battlefield is a pretty canonical thing.
Do you send in the Lonely Poro?
Not wrong. Factor now in the
with
tank.
all runes.
Really trying to map out this
Actually,
line.
you
A
know,
lot of
maybe
options. We know
you
there's a sabotage in
sacrifice
hand too,
scuttle
so
crabs that you
in what
still
world
have
do you
one
maybe,
more in your hand.
you know, either
That way you can see
send the
your
sabotage or just send the scuttle
opponent's
crab into its death to
hand.
try to just see what you're up against.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad
And
option as
then
well.
you
Remind
go in with
yourself,
the
because a
Lonely
few more cards have been
Poro to
drawn
fight.
specifically off of things like
That
the
might
stacked
be
deck.
the
so
way.
Hmm.
Oh, he
you can
might
see, okay,
have
what
a
was
sabotage.
Beachwitz digging for?
Okay,
Sabotage
well,
is not the way to
sabotage
do
will
it,
do
though.
it too.
Costs an energy and a power, but it will get rid of a card in hand.
Probably the
Sabotage
Star-Crossed,
will
if I
do
had to
it too.
guess.
Okay,
We do have
wow.
the
He has
Rebuke as
rebuke.
well.
And is that a ride
Acceptable
the wind?
losses, rebuke.
It looks like a Ride the Wind,
Star-Crossed
Rebuke,
Super
Acceptable
Five,
Losses, Hard
Ride the
Bargain. The entire
Wind.
hand
The
is
entire
legal, by
hand
the
is
way.
legal.
Ride
There's
the
no units in this
wind,
hand.
Or
That's a wild hand to look
Oof,
at.
I'm not gonna
I
lie,
guess
this
your
hand
pick,
is
Zach.
disgusting.
Star-Cross
Hard
is what I
Bargain
would
looks
initially think,
sexier
just
and
because then
sexier
the
to me
Fizz
every
can't
time I
keep
see
looping
it.
with it.
That joint be, I'd be ready
Star-Cross
to throw
feels like a
Hard
good
Bargain
hit.
out the window,
The
okay?
Rebuke as well. Even the Stupefy denied them a draw.
Jeez.
But everything except for Acceptable
This
Losses
hand
feels
is
kind of good.
insane.
Yeah, Acceptable
That
Losses is
Diana,
definitely
oh
not
my
the
gosh,
scary
every
one. I
time
would
they
argue
reveal the
Hard
Diana
Bargain
hands are
isn't
always
the
so
scariest,
good.
But you can also get rid of it just so that way your primal
Lord,
strength
this man has all
is
spells.
online,
Gross.
and you don't have to worry
oh
about
my
the
gosh,
Hard Bargain
gross.
anymore.
Abandoned.
That's
Oh
a
my
very-
gosh.
I don't know what I would
Raven
choose.
Tough
Moonshine
call.
is going
Yeah,
to
it
be
is a
done.
Star-Crossed.
Star-Crossed is my initial
But
gut
he does
reaction
only
just
have
because
3
of
up.
what it can
Okay,
do
he
with
killed the
Fizz. It's just getting
Star-Crossed.
rid of that interaction right for right now at
That's
least.
not
It feels
bad.
pretty good. The second one I would say is maybe the Hard Bargain, just so that your primal strength is
Oh, you
alive.
paint
But with that hand, I don't think you're going to need the primal strength immediately
Oh,
in the
that's
future.
cool.
So
Mhm.
you're
How'd you get
probably
into
all right
that?
anyway.
Now, call me crazy, but I think I might have seen a charm.
Ooh,
That Raven Moonshine is
that
going
would
to
be
be
fancy.
nasty. Ugh.
This is going to be a
Sure.
Scuttle Crab.
Another
developed,
Scuttle
draw
Wuddle.
another card. If Actor can get like an On Guard or a Discipline, I imagine that's what you're looking for here. So that way the Lonely Poro can try and deal with that
Spin
Raven
it
Bloom
on me,
student.
I know when
You know
spin
that
it on
in
me.
combat, really the things that would be played,
Oh, it's
Acceptable
really
Losses could just be
yummy,
thrown
it's
out, I
really
suppose.
Yep.
Just to buff the Raven Bloom, and then maybe like a the Rebuke would feel pretty bad. to
Y'all
send a
been
Lonely
listening to
Poro.
that song by Carisha, the song
Yeah.
of the summer?
Oh,
Spin it.
challenge drawn as well.
Stupefy
Spin
was the
it.
other one. So it'd be like Stupefy and Acceptable
I
Losses would be
I don't
the,
even hear the what
response
she's
from
actually
Beachwitz
saying.
if the Lonely
Now
Poro
I
goes
hear
in with the Discipline.
spinach E.
It
I've
looks
been
like we're
listening to it
posturing for the
too
challenge that we
much.
drew off the Scuttle Crab, and challenge is really good in this spot.
Where y'all
Especially if you
at?
throw it on the
Stuffing
Rune
it
Runner.
in your
Can't really
bag.
modify its might on the side of Diana. We can't stupefy it. We can't do that stuff. So we're going to challenge the Raven Bloom
Nice.
student.
Rune
But
Runner
can
student
we?
challenge.
I don't think we have enough to play
Ooh,
3
challenge.
spells.
Okay, that's one way to get
Unless we
that
draw one,
out.
because we had a stupefy and an acceptable
Not
loss. Is that even hand?
bad. That's one way to take care of Raven Bloom
Stupefy,
student
Hard
without
Bargain, Acceptable Losses, Rebuke. Those are the spells I believe still in hand for
without.
Beachwitz.
4.
Oh, but it does have 2 damage.
No, we could Rebuke this,
I guess he could have reacted to that
or
though. I guess
Stupefy
he
to see if you
didn't
draw into
want
something that you'd
to.
rather play.
Ride the wind my Fizz in.
That
Ride the
also
Wind
works.
with
I
Fizz.
forgot about the Ride the Wind. So the Lonely
For
Poro is the attacker, I
Fizz?
believe,
That was
still, and then Fizz will be defender, so the Lonely Poro will not get the +2 for
Did
the
he
Master
say
Yi.
that resolved?
Yeah, so how this works, obviously, whoever applies contested
He's
status on the
about to
battlefield,
steal a
if it turns into a
point.
combat showdown, will be the attacker. So this is what's
Oh no.
most commonly referred to as a surprise defense.
For
But there's the Primal Strength.
Primal
No more runes
Strength
available
onto
for
the
Hard
Lonely
Bargain.
Poro.
Found value out of the
That's a
Primal
huge
Strength and
Poro.
denies
Trigger.
the Fizz. And now there's only one
Wait.
Traveling Merchant. One.
Why did he have to ride the wind in? Why did he have to Primal Strength? Huh? Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. So he moved in. He reacted to the move trigger, so that would technically make him the defender. So Lonely Poro was technically the attacker. Okay. Okay, I think that's what I'm understanding, which
Currently
is kind
holding
of weird,
with
but
quite a lot of defense here with that
I
Master Yi.
guess.
That's 7 on the Rune Runner, 4 on the Lonely Poro while in combat defending.
Thank you. Yeah, so it looks
That's
like
kind
Bschwitz
of
was
odd, though.
trying to make,
Why would
the
I
Master
don't
Yi
know?
have
I
it.
still feel
They're a
like
little
you
bit
coming
saying,
in
hey,
second should
you
make
have
you the
a-
attacker, but
If you have a
technically I don't
discipline,
have
I have the
control over
Stupefy,
it.
right? So at least I'm offering you a trade there.
So
Primal Strength being a one of. More often than not, they won't, right? So
yeah, I
getting rid
mean
of it now,
it's still a bit confusing.
Point
to
Temple's a
me.
little wonky.
That
Because we're going to
interaction
6 next
is
turn, so only 2 turns left
like
for Bschwitz to try to figure out
permanently
what
odd
to
in my
do to get out of this
head.
hole.
Stack deck.
Also,
I
just
don't
on
know. I
me how
probably
funny it
don't
was that there was a
know the
9
game
might Lonely
enough
Boro
to-
attacking in there for a brief moment.
The rules.
My record is 20.
Once I learn the rules back
Why?
and forth,
on
I'm
a
gonna
defense when I
take
was
the
playing
judge
Yi in set
test
2
so I
with a Lonely
can
Boro.
judge games at my locals.
For what purpose?
They attacked into me, and I used, I think, 3 disciplines, up
Okay,
2 punch
Sprite
firsts.
Fountain.
I guess punch first will get you there.
I really
Yeah.
that must be quite.
Alright.
Times.
'Cause I
Stack
can't
deck
tell
being
what
used
the
by
other two
Bschwitz
are.
alongside the Stupefy.
It looks
So
like a pretty
digging,
dark
digging,
card. I feel like
digging.
Hui's
You
is
already
very
lost one
dark.
Hui and one Moonfall. Those are 2 of the best
I don't know
tools.
if
Things
it's
like
'cause he's a
Kha'Zix
rare
now come
and
up.
it has that like
The
black
second Hui, you're looking for
border-ish,
those
but
hitters at this point. If you
very,
can get to the
very
Kha'Zix, that
dark.
feels great. The
Ooh.
Rebuke's
he's
going to have
gonna
to be used
rebuke the lonely
just so Bschwitz can get
Poro.
back onto a battlefield and go to 6
Poor
points.
Poro.
Yep.
And
Yeah, that doesn't
sneaky
feel great, but I
deckhand
mean, it does
into
put you in
steal a
striking distance
point
next turn if you can
goes up
find a
to
way to develop. But again,
6.
if you're trying to win next
So
turn,
see,
that
now
Ruin
you
Runner can't be
don't
ignored anymore.
have- he
Discarding the hard
discards
bargain
the
here,
hard
realizing, yeah, you're not going to
bargain.
get the most value out of that, especially now
Okay,
that
so
the
now you
Primal Strength is gone,
tap
but we got the
out
Hui.
to play
Bschwitz
Hui.
is maybe back in this if this Hui can live.
I do believe that when we stacked deck, I saw a Moonfall. I didn't see if we took the Moonfall, but I did see
and
we
hides a
saw a
card.
Moonfall. And this has to be, if I'm not mistaken, a Kha'Zix.
No, Kha'Zix is not.
Kha'Zix ambush.
hiding.
It's either
would this
it's
be
either
here?
a Tide
Tide
Turner
Turner?
to swap
Hiding-
the
yeah,
Hui
Tide Turner,
in to
Tide
get the
Turner, yeah.
I think
move
that's the only one that's in
trigger.
the main deck. Switcher's in the side.
There's
but
no
we have
way
not
it's a
decided yet.
switcheroo because you're not switching 0 for 2 might. There's no
We only got
way.
2 crabs.
Maybe
to get
you
active
might,
with.
but we haven't seen
Have a little
him
crab
pull out
party.
a switcheroo yet in this
Could always
list,
just crash
so
one in,
I'm
take a look at
putting
the
my
hand, see
money
what was
on
added. I love
Tide
plays like that.
Turner.
In the past 2 times we've
But
brought that up
see,
as an option.
I
There was
wonder-
also
I
a
don't think he
sabotage.
has
No longer a
any more
sabotage, so now I think you
units.
can send it in. There's a punch first
From
and a
what we know
discipline
from
and
the
a
last
charm.
reveal
Yeah.
with the
An
sabotage, he
incredible
didn't have
suite
any
of spells
units.
for the Yi deck.
And we're
wow.
tapped out.
Wow. Yeah, you
Huh.
can just charm that
It's a
way
dope
straight into the
plan.
Rune
Yeah,
Runner. Even if
it's
they
a
discard a
plan,
unit,
I
you can then
guess.
discipline, and you're going to be
Okay,
a 9
so
to
now
their
he's
8.
considering
Yeah, we gotta be
sacrificing
careful,
the
though,
Scuttle Crab just to
Because
get
we
him
can discard a
information.
gear if we have it.
Which-
True, and Diana Legend is still available, so that would then give 3 total power to play with, and
He
could
Could be a Moonfall.
be a Moonfall.
He could have
But with the
a
discipline, I
gear
still believe
to
that gets us over it.
discard.
But this is where Attack of the
and
Scuttle. You have
then
2 bodies.
pick
I think that you
up
don't need
2
both of these in
runes,
any
so then he
world. So just
goes up
crash
to
one
3
into the
full
merchant and
runes.
get the information.
So
I like
that
this play
way
a factor
he
does
could
it. He's
play
second guessing.
Discipline.
something else. Okay, so now
Oh.
he's gonna discipline
This is
the
good
Scuttle
because when we
Crab
send that
in
Scuttle
the
Crab in now,
effort
that hidden
to
Tide Turner can't protect
make
against the
it
charm
a
anymore.
trade.
We're going to have to flip it at one
But
point.
my
we can
guess
do it in
is that's
response to
a
the Death Knell
Tide
trigger
Oh, I
Turner.
suppose, yeah.
because we won't lose control.
Yes, it
But
is
looks
a
like we're gonna do
Tide
it first.
Turner.
Trigger.
He could discard a gear
Quay
to
gets one
ready
move.
2 runes.
It's a little bit of a weirder interaction.
And then have
Yeah.
3
but you can
ready
actually
because his
respond to
legend
the
is
Death
still
Knell
ready.
trigger
He
of the Scuttle Crab
discards
because
a
control
unit,
doesn't
even
you can't lose
worse.
control during an active chain.
Mm.
So that Tide Turner can stay
Oh,
hidden,
+3,
and you can
now Hui's at
respond when
8.
the Death Knell gets finalized on the chain to bring the Hui in, or leave
You
the
would
Hui back,
have to
and that Scuttle Crab will be dead.
Well, it
2
looks like
on
Scuttle's going to
guards
be trading with the
and a
merchant
punch
regardless. The
first.
Hui is now an 8 might. So
2
now a factor charms
disciplines.
the Hui over to the Rune Runner,
You
and the
still
Hui discards
trade with the
another
traveling merchant, though,
unit.
so
It would
you
go
still
to
do get what you
11.
want.
That's a 7 defending, so
Okay,
punch
he just
first
has
would
2
be enough.
cards.
But there's a ride the
But
wind,
he
not
does
enough
have a
love.
win con
So that
now
would
because he
literally,
could,
if you charm the Hui, they have to draw a Sprite
he
Fountain
could
specifically,
ride
discard
the
the Sprite
wind
Fountain, ready 2 runes, ride the wind the Hui
over
away.
to the Rune
Otherwise, that
Runner,
Hui
but
is
you
dead. You
don't
have the charm, you have to punch
have-
first. I think you go for it.
Yep. You have a discipline, I believe, or no? We use the discipline. We have a punch first, though. Yeah.
And again, the
You
Hui's going
don't
to move. It
have
might draw a
anything
unit and then
to
discard the
buff.
unit. So you have to be ready with the punch first. You
Unless
have
he
to punch first
grabs a
regardless because
Starcross
the
off
Rune
top
Runner's
to
going to be 7
Starcross,
defending
Tide
8.
Turner, and Scuttle Crab
Oh,
back
I mean, yeah,
to
you
hand.
got more
to
options.
do this. Yeah, sure. I don't mind this.
Charm Charm.
Charming Quay in, giving Quay another
The second
move
Quay. There's
trigger.
only 2 in the
He's
main deck
still
or
at
even the side
8. He
deck.
must have a punch
Any
first
unit,
ready
any
to
gear helps
go.
here.
A gear is what you
Room
need.
Runner is
If
at
it's a
7.
unit, it's not enough.
Quay is at 8.
If it's a spell, it just gets you another
What
draw,
will
and then
he
you have one
discard?
tide turner
He has to discard the
try
acceptable
and
losses
fight.
to draw.
And it's a
Oh no, he
unit.
discards the
Okay.
Vex.
I mean, again, the punch first was always happening, so this didn't change Factor's play at all.
11.
It just
He
means that
uses
now
the
that
punch
Vex is no longer
first,
available for Bishwitz,
and Quay
who was really hoping
goes
maybe he could find a
bye-bye.
way. Because if it's
He
just like a discipline,
explodes.
you need to discard
The
that
win
unit.
con
Punch first was the only out
is
that
no
Factor would
more.
have to an 11 might
Oh
play.
my goodness.
Yeah, this is really rough now.
Oh, becoming a
Looking
judge. Yes,
Pretty in
yes.
favor of Factor.
I
We're
would
gonna
like
hide
to
a Zonia's
judge for my
probably
locals
with our
'cause
Ruin Runner.
Our
There
store's
isn't
pretty
acceptable
small,
losses in hand, so
so
if we're in a showdown and we flip
usually
the
we have a
Zonias when
judge
we
from
get
another
focus back,
store
we can always
come
acceptable
over,
losses
and
to
he's
get rid of
mad
it.
cool, but it would
But
just be cool to
we
be
still
able
need
to
some
help
way to get
out.
over at least
Because I love the
7
store I
might with
play at,
a
even though I haven't
Tide
been
Turner.
there in
And
a
right now,
month, but
Bishwitz has nothing
hopefully
to
they
do
don't-
it. The Tide Turner checks
don't
the Scuttle
forget
Crab. There is a Ride the
about
Wind and an acceptable losses in hand, and then whatever is on the draw.
Dang, that was crazy.
Yeah, and right
the
now,
charm is killing
Even
this
the
man.
if we had a Moonfall, that still doesn't get us there. It'll put the Ruin Runner
It's
to
just
3,
disappointing because I feel like
and then the Scuttle Crab to
having-
-2. But
Tide
that's
Turner
I
is
just,
feel
only
like
to himself.
Diana always has runes up. Like I feel like I've never seen Diana ever
If you're
tap
Factor right
out.
now, I think you're weighing how
So,
much. 'Cause I
that's
believe there's a Lonely
crazy.
Pour in hand.
They
I would
probably
play
think
it.
you want Hollywood
because
on them.
you-
That's
if
crazy,
Bishwitz can
Baze.
get
That's
onto this
crazy
battlefield, you kind of
because
want something that can hit.
I'm not
Ooh, playing
Hollywood.
it to the battlefield, so that way if Tide Turner goes in,
That's
still
crazy.
trading with something, but then Lonely Pour will get
low
a draw.
key,
So
my
Factor just
friend,
wants that extra.
she
Actually, no,
she
it
be
won't because
commented
it's
on
not
Instagram.
alone.
She's like, "Girl, I miss
it
playing
won't.
with
It's just
you."
trying
I was like,
to
"Girl, I'm coming back. I just been
insulate
busy
maybe a little bit
traveling
and say like, hey,
and
you can't just come here for
just
free.
random stuff."
And you know,
Because
kill my
our
Scuttle Crab and
locals
then do
are
something
on
else. But it
Sundays,
doesn't really change much
like
because
right
it's still just 2 might.
after
So not
lunch
sure the
time.
reasoning of putting it here.
So
if
it's
I'm
like
being
a
honest.
hard.
I think I would
It's
rather
a hard
see it in the
time
base, but
because you
I
go
understand,
up
I
until like
suppose, to an
7
extent.
or
Like
8.
if it's a rebuke,
And then by
again,
that
or
time
like a
it's
gust,
Sunday, you
but
want to go
no,
back to
it's,
work, so you
it's
kind of
gonna be a
gotta
scoop
pick
for
your
game one.
battles,
Bishwitz
you know?
cannot get it done. Factor did a fantastic job
B
getting
Sweets
through 2 ways.
taps
And
out
the
on game
Moonfall with
1.
that sabotage, showing
Factor
why Master E has such a
takes
good
the
matchup in
W.
these
What a
decks. Once you
game.
get
That
that
was
Rune
so
Runner on the
good. That-
field, it just
even though he wasn't able to close it out, I think he did very good. I think he played an excellent game. It was just tough in the end. Oh my gosh, are they intentionally matching battlefields? I've never seen double arenas rated
points,
ever.
only needs 6 more to win. This is going to be a very fast game, too, you have to imagine. I've never seen this before in my life. This is awesome.
I think this spells trouble
Good
for
luck. I'll give us
Diana.
both 2
Yeah,
points for
both
the
2.
this.
Yep.
So a gentleman's agreement to just acknowledge that
Yeah.
we're both starting at 2.
I like
We don't
that.
want any funny business of people forgetting their triggers or anything like that. So both players are going to be starting at 2
I'm
here
loving
as
the
we start
gentleman's
things off.
agreement.
Bishwitz gets to go
I
first
will be
since he
using
did
that one
lose the
myself.
previous
Hey,
one, and we're going to be doing
gentleman's
mulligans
agreement?
here. Looks like we have a sabotage charm,
Gentle
a first
woman's
mate,
agreement?
and something else in hand.
Yep.
Snap keep here from Factor.
All
Looked at it
right,
for about 3.5
I'm
seconds and said,
worried
"I got it."
about
I mean,
Diana
if you're on
in this
the
one.
3 energy, you can just play the first mate, or if you have a 2-drop, then you can have it with like an On Guard or a Defy.
I'm not
A
gonna
lot of
lie.
options
I
when
am
you're on 3
sick
energy
for
with Master E.
Diana.
Now, well, let's see what Bishwitz wants to do.
But you do
Bishwitz did mulligan
get
into a
your
Tide Turner, so we know he at least has a
3
2-drop.
drop
Not the ideal one,
champ
but something.
out
At least in there,
early.
it's going to come down. Well, maybe not.
Tide Turner. He already has to
Baiting
consider
us out
because
here.
using Tide Turner at this point is not
Thinking about
great.
it.
No, in most games I wouldn't do this. But
Do you
Oh, here
skip
we
the
go.
Tide Turner
someone's
because
fight
you
powers?
want to
since you've decided
move
to give him a
in?
shot,
But that sets you back a
Sprite
whole nother
Fountain would go
turn.
crazy.
There it is, yeah.
That's
He does
awesome.
it.
Oh, he's playing the
All
Sprite
right, we'll play
Fountain
the fast game
turn
of Riftbound,
1.
everybody.
Yeah.
He
Ready,
has to
Sprite
push the
token comes
pace.
in.
I
We'll conquer at
understand.
the arena's greatest.
Because
That is
at least
3
then you can
points
play
on
Diana
Bishwitz's
next turn, but then
first
you tap
turn.
out.
I don't got anything as cool, just a first mate in the pack.
So now I'm wondering, does Bishwitz have the second one?
That would
This-
be insane.
This is the fountain will die. It'll create another Sprite token that's ready. That will score to 4 points. 4 points on the second turn.
Oh my gosh, he did
Yeah.
it. He went with it. See, I wasn't
Incredible.
brave enough to do
And
it.
now we're playing
Diana.
regular
I wasn't
Diana.
brave enough to do it one time,
So
but
we're
now
gonna
I
have Factor
know.
now finally
Now I
able
know.
to get
See,
one of his
now
own
if
points and not
Factor
have
has the
battlefield points.
charm,
Moving that first hit
your
probably,
board is
first mate, excuse me, probably
cleared.
into that right hand
so he goes
battlefield.
in.
For him,
Conquers
Yeah, no
to
need to
3.
contest the Sprite token. It will die
Charms
in the beginning
Diana
phase, not hold
in
a point.
as a 5 might
And then
first
the
mate.
first mate will easily check the Diana unless Beachwitz wants to
And
send in some extra
now
resources
you're back
with
to
it.
no units.
Now, what else does Factor have
Sure,
in
you're up 1, but
hand?
he
'Cause
also
something like a
goes to
charm on
4
this
because
Diana
he's
right
in a
now
hole
would
to
be
4.
really good.
I think there was a charm in the opening hand,
I
if I'm
don't
not
know
mistaken.
about that turn 1 Sprite film.
And we can actually
I
develop our
really
E
don't
and charm.
ever
There is
think
a charm
that's
in
the
hand.
There
way.
is. I would
He
sabotage
does have
first.
the
I
charm.
would sabotage
Oh
first,
my
make sure that there's no
gosh.
gust, because gust would be...
Diana is untapped, excuse me, yeah.
Yeah.
He's ready. Oh, we're not doing it.
Okay,
This
he
might be a
does still
mistake.
technically have legend.
Okay, we'll see. There's a
You have to
react
react.
window.
Okay, never mind.
No,
He
just gonna be
taps
the
it.
Diana. And I suppose that now you can't even gust the first mate because the Master Yi is making it
Oh, he
+2,
doesn't have
so-
gust.
There's a switcheroo that he's looking at right now and debating underwater.
Oh my god, he has gust in his
Yeah.
hand!
But again, when you're attacking down the first mate, he's now a 5 might, so the gust is no longer a valid target.
Yeah, at the very least could save our Diana, but maybe there's another strategy here going on for.
But see, if he
Beachwitz,
gusted
notably-
him, but see, no, I have to pause on that one. Why not gust him on the walk in? Because my thought is, okay, more than likely he could charm me in because I'm tapped out. No, oh no, this is not good for our
Gonna be
Diana
on odd
player.
points is Factor.
I think the Sprite
So,
Fountain turn
the clock
1,
is
while
+1
it's a
turn
great play,
from
the
the best case
charm
scenario.
is crippling.
Beachwitz here on 4 points, so able to maybe take a turn here to develop and challenge stuff. Next turn, we don't really see a Ruin Runner yet, and unless I just cast or cursed it into existence, we have a turn that we could do something here.
Moonfall,
You have
Hui,
another Sprite Fountain,
Switcheroo,
maybe you
another
do the
Sprite
double
Fountain. Like, this is
whammy.
a stacked hand for Beachwitz, but doesn't have a lot
This
developed
is
currently. You
not
could
what
just
you
play
want
the
to
Hui
see.
here.
He does have the switcheroo now,
Yes.
but now then you're
Sprite
tapped out of
Fountain.
blue runes.
Into Moonfall technically just clears the board.
You may as
if
well
my
play
math is correct,
Lilia.
right? -2, -2.
You'd attack the first mate, you Moonfall in the Master Yi, that'd be a 1
So
and
you
a 2,
really
it would
have
crash.
very
You're right.
limited
Yeah.
options
Because the
because
Master
you
Yi
need
passive
to
would not be
keep.
working. There'd be 2
You
units
have
in the
to
battlefield.
keep
It's not a
something
win,
up.
it's a while. So
Yeah.
if
He
a second
can't-
unit enters the
The
battlefield,
reason
that
why he
+2
lost
will
game
go
1
away,
is because
and
he
there
tapped
it
out
is.
the first.
I think Beachwood sees the same
Hui
line you do.
Because he was pretty much in control.
Nope.
But we can pull the Yi in.
Yes, yes.
True.
Yes.
Oh no.
Gust and pull the Yi
okay,
in
the gust,
could
the
be a
gust
play,
is valid
or
here.
we wait for them to develop and then crash.
Yeah.
Now
Or
you
we're doing
just
it now.
pass the
Passing
turn.
here
at
doesn't
this
feel
point.
the
Maybe
worst.
you do a
Okay,
2-drop.
he's better
I
than
don't
me because
know.
he found a cooler line.
Yeah. I will say, though,
But I'm not playing at the
if you
highest
don't
level.
do it
I'm just
proactively,
commentating.
you give them a
I'm
chance
not
to
a
defy.
professional.
'Cause
I'm just
Factor
giving
is
my
exhausted,
unprofessional
and
opinion.
It's scary into these calm decks to say, okay, 1, 3, and an energy, or 3 and a power spell
This makes me
is
so
going to be like
nervous.
what makes or breaks
this
the
game
entire
is going
game. I
so
agree. I think
fast.
if you're
Oh
going
my
this
God,
line,
he's
you have to
moonfalling
proactively
him
do it
in.
now.
Oh, he's tapped out.
The issue
Okay,
here
he's tapped
is,
out.
I think
Okay.
the point of contention is
Wow,
I
Diana
save
doing
it so I
the
can maybe
impossible
do something
on
extra next turn,
3
but next turn we're going to have a
runes.
popped Sprite from the Sprite Fountain's Death Knell trigger.
Fighting
We're going to have enough if we
with
want to just play a
every
Hui base as well.
last
So we'll be able to go to
breath.
6 points next
The
turn.
first mate is
with the
in
Hui,
hand, so he
we're in
technically
striking
does
distance,
have
with
an
stuff like
accelerated
Ride the
unit.
Wind and,
Oh
you know,
my
some
God,
combat
and it's the
tricks.
Fiora
Here comes the
Peerless.
Fiora, though.
Oh my gosh, she's going to be
Development from Factor
huge.
plus the
Oh
first
my
Zant, That's going to go
gosh.
clear that Sprite.
Five,
6 might Fiora
10 might.
to the
Oh
trigger.
no, she's 5.
And that
She's 6.
Fiora
Excuse me,
defends
she's 6.
something fierce. If it's
But
fighting one-on-one while
she
defending,
will
it gets
be
+2 and
10
it doubles, which would go to
if
10
you go in
total
with one
might.
Sprite.
The Sprite can go conquer the top arena's
Oh
greatest, going
my
to 6
gosh,
points
the
for
Sprite
Beachwitz.
has to go up top.
I
We
think the
know
game plan
that
is still
for
probably the
sure.
same. You go for the Hui development,
He
get
has
your point,
got to get
but
something on
Factor's
the
got
back line.
a lot
though.
more currently in the tank.
He also has a Rengar in his hand.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
And that could cause
This
some
does
problems on a
not
surprise
feel.
defense.
I don't know. I'm not feeling great for Diana.
Knock it to 6.
Yeah.
Sprite goes
All
in,
he could
conquers
do
the
was
point,
Sprite
6
Fountain,
points.
though, so I
Beachwitz
get
is
it.
2 points away
Ty
from
Turner.
winning the game.
Okay.
Ty Turner to develop just
4
a unit in base,
energy
not playing
up.
the way.
Oh my
Hold the
god.
5.
Trying to remember what
Okay,
was in
here we
hand for
go.
Beachwitz. We saw a lot of options.
Here we go.
Was there
What's
a
about to
Starhawk
happen
cross?
next?
We're going to find out.
Sabotage.
We have a sabotage from Factor.
Yeah,
Any
I
reactions?
will
Okay, he's gonna
Star
tap
Cross
3
my
pay 1.
Sprite
Star
and
Cross.
nice.
Looking for
Defy.
Defy.
Actively doing this so that way the
That man
sabotage
has
will
not had a
clear the
defy
star-crossed. If there's a
since
defy
I
factor,
don't
could
know
use it
when.
here.
I have not seen a defy come out that man's hand.
Oh,
he reacts
reacting
with the Rengar. So the star-cross is going to resolve.
Back to hand.
Notably, now there's a showdown staged
Oh,
until
yeah,
this
the
chain
only
resolves.
thing you could do is really ride the wind.
Wind.
That's it. That's what you want.
I
Ride the
conquered
wind.
the 6 off, and then yeah.
You will
so,
conquer.
Yes.
Okay, Hui switcheroo is not going to be enough to do it. The switcheroo will help with the Tide Turner that's on the field to at least clear that Rengar.
He has no defy.
But I would say Factor's in a very solid position here. Bishwitz had to deramp significantly to make his last couple of plays. Pretty much every turn he's deramped one, if not
Ooh,
two.
7. You have to clear both.
Another
And another sabotage.
There goes the switcheroo.
You have to make play work.
Luck is crazy.
I think this is game.
You know when you say it like that.
We are
Top
one
deck.
turn away from potentially
What's the
crowning
top
a brand new
deck?
champion. Bishwitz has to find something
He's
off
kind
the
of
top of the
shaking
deck
his head like
to
he
turn
got
his
something
fortune.
cooking.
Gus.
Let's see what
It's
it
a
is.
Gus.
It's a Gus.
That's it.
Ty Turner.
All right.
Why
we
he's
bought
going for the
ourselves
hold?
One more turn.
Hold to 7.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Can
he
Factor-
still have the Fiora? He has the Fiora and the Ty Turner. No, the Fiora and the first mate taps out. Fiora has to go in solo, so she technically
Do it
is
right
still
here,
just
right
a 3
now.
mite. Is
There's
this
a lot
going
of
to
cards that can
game
do it.
3?
That's one of them. Oh, he played it.
First meet. Ready?
He
Okay,
misplayed it.
First.
Punch.
Oh, absolutely not. Oh my God, I would call a judge. I would be like, no, sir. He played it out of order, but it's okay. Waits is a good guy. Waits is a better guy than me. He forgot to move the Rengar back and then put the Rengar into the.
First,
That's
that
going to be
is all.
GG. Extend the handshake, and there you have it. A brand new regional
did it.
qualifier champion. Congratulations, Factor, for the 2-0.
Judge!
On a double Arena's greatest game where his opponent opens Sprite Fountain, Factor is able to find the line. Look at the shock on his face. I think it's a mix of emotion
No!
and just
Game 3!
exacerbation.
Back-to-back wins. Back-to-back.
Oh my
going
gosh, I caught that
straight.
immediately. I'm like, hell no, I caught that
There's a lot of
immediately.
cards
Boy,
you can
he
do.
put that first mate down, took that hand off. Buddy, who is ready? Who is ready? Absolutely not. I'm gonna let the judge decide. That's what I would have hit him with. Judge? Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But that's one of them. Oh, he played
Rengar,
it.
First meet. Ready?
Okay, ready?
Punch first.
And the
Punch
punch
first.
first.
That's
That
going to be
is all.
GG. Extend the handshake, and there you have it. A brand new regional qualifier champion. Congratulations, Factor, for the 2-0 victory.
I was sweating for Diana the whole time, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't want to drag it, but you know, I'm also
On a
being dead
double
serious.
Arena's greatest game where his opponent opens Sprite Fountain, Factor is able
I get it,
to
it was an
find the
intense
line.
moment,
Look
but
at
he had the
shock
first
on
mate,
his
so
face. I think it's a
he had
mix
a
of
way to win
emotion
anyway, but
and just exacerbation.
you know.
Back-to-back wins. Back-to-back going second. Winning going second into double Arena's
Wow.
greatest. He said, let's give him a show. And they did just
But
that. Your
honestly,
new champion, Factor.
I think it makes sense
on
that he
Master
won
Yi,
because I feel like
Wuju
Diana wouldn't have
Bladesman.
been good in
What
that.
a
Like,
performance. What a
short,
show
fast-paced
from
Diana
this gamer.
couldn't
Let's hear
establish a
from him now
board, and
on
like,
stage
unless
with
you're
Barrett.
playing Lilia, the Sprite, it's just not it.
And there you
That's crazy. This man almost threw the game, but he didn't. Let me see what the chat said. Y'all know the YouTube chat yapping. Let's see if they said anything. They probably didn't. I have got to watch this last play from the chat. Scoop it up. No luck. Let's see. GG. Where's the Gus? Fastest finals. Holy. Not double killing the mate and Yi with Moonfall earlier actually doomed him. It's just that easy. Ban Rengar. Top deck Gust. Rengar and punch first. No camel necessary. No skill deck wins. What? YouTube chat is so dumb. Oh my gosh. He said, wait, let me take that back. He sure did. He sure did. Nah, see, look, somebody else said, nah, bro. He played it. Should call the judge. Truly. Call the judge on that man. Get him out. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. That's a misplay. This is too funny reading the chat. Nah, man, at this level, bro, not moving Rengar first should be held accountable. But, now, I'm not saying that's what I would do. But I am saying that they have a point. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay? I don't know. I would let the judge decide. I would let the judge decide. So, what 100% judge called that? What do you mean, no new information? He paid and played for the first mate. They are arguing. They are. Now, see, this is so funny. I'm not gonna lie. Wow, that is so funny. Honestly, he played well. The fact that he had to beat 3 other Master Yis to get to this spot, that's honestly like really good. I promise you, I probably wouldn't rule Shark Buddy. He won in fair and square. He got it. If you beat me doing your plays and I just lose, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's too funny, though. That's too funny. The man that said, what did he say? Should be held accountable. Honestly, they're talking like this man committed a crime. He should be held accountable. I honestly think not gusting the first mate from the beginning could have made a difference. But that's just me, though. That's honestly just me. All right, y'all. It's 11 o'clock p.m. I'm going to get up out of here. I will see y'all later. I'll see y'all on social, Twitter, Instagram. You know the vibes. All right. I'll catch you guys later. Oh, I probably will be back this week because I want to do some legend predictions for set 4. I mean, domain predictions for set 4. So I'll be doing that this week, but be on the lookout for my interviews because they're coming on shorts. And for that stream, I'll also talk about my experience at the event because I didn't really share that today. So I'll see y'all next stream. Bye.